You have to like some consent when you're born, you know.
Here we are. It's a long time coming.
Are we live?
Yes.
Oh shit, my bad. Good thing I didn't say that word.
Rico likes to sneak it up on you like that. Keep it real.
It's better if no one knows. I already hit the
bad females and turn. Oh shit, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Oh hey, come on.
Women.
So let me pop this real quick.
Yeah, talk.
Get this out of the way.
This is probably everyone looks forward to. The friendship?
To not knowing what you're talking about.
Oh, that's true.
It always, man.
That's true.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Let me go get this little cheat sheet over here.
I'm also happy that we all fit on this couch, too.
Yeah, honestly, like, for a fucking hot second, I was like, I don't know if this is gonna work out, dude. But
Just get 3 giant beanbags, dude. And
you know what, dude?
Hell yeah, dude.
I like it, bro. I like it, dude.
So this is gonna be kind of at least the first little part here. I have some questions.
Yeah, man, I'm all for it, man.
I'm just button this button right here.
And I know you guys know that I'm really open, and I talk a lot, and won't bullshit you guys, man.
See, I like that.
That's why I'm here, man.
I like that, dude.
Okay.
You know, I just gotta try to take your dick out of my mouth for a second.
Yeah.
Okay, calm down.
Ask a good question. Dude.
I like deep throats, too.
Oh, shit,
The
dude.
mascara running, and the eyeliner just fucking.
Shout out to Trey, dude.
bleeding mascara.
Bleeding mascara.
Oh shit, dude.
Alright, you ready?
Let's do it, dude.
Given the dichotomy of the classic FGC and esports, which of these futures do you prefer and why?
Okay, you use a lot of words that I honestly don't know. Is there like a little kid version?
The difference between the FGC and esports.
The difference? And
In the future, which future
do I prefer?
do you prefer? Keeping it classic or going more esports?
That's fucked up because it's one of those like, are we talking to fast ass Cody or unprotected sex, you know? But for me at least, for TTF, I'd rather keep it classic. But I don't know, man. It's like it's a choose your poison, man.
Right.
It's a choose your poison, but if we're gonna keep it short and simple, I'd rather keep it classic.
Okay.
But I mean,
I respect that.
Yeah, classic for sure.
So this goes into the next question.
But make sure you contribute to the match arena. You know, so,
Yeah, dude.
Only for anything other than TTF tournament.
Let's go.
Or who did that Marvel tournament? I donated
Which
to that
one?
shit.
That was Mike Gollum.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I donated to that.
That was sick, though.
As
dude.
long as it's not a TTF thing, like I
If
haven't
they-
donated to a single TTF tournament. I'm straight out. I'm like, you guys are.
It's free to hit the button, man. What the fuck, bro? You know?
Well, I'd have to watch it in order to be able to.
You know, that's the beauty of it. You don't give a fuck. You just click that shit. I'm sure.
Yeah,
All
bro.
right.
I'm just being.
It hurts deep inside.
I'm just what that I haven't clicked the button. Fuck you, dude.
Bro, man.
I'm sorry. You know. All right.
Thought we were closer than that, dude.
Why do you think San Diego has resisted esports? Do you think there's a conspiracy against change? And if so, are you a part of it?
It's one of those, like, I just can, like, care less, man. Like, honestly, like, if people would come up, okay, so not the truth, but there's been people that came up to me about stuff like that. Like, I'm starting this esports thing, like, I really would want you, you know, and then
I know.
And the thing is, like, they don't come through. They don't come through.
They're just idea guys, kind of.
They're just idea guys, or it's just they're all talk, and when it happens, they just get blown out, or not blown out, but they just
Overwhelmed
they just
a
get
little
overwhelmed. They just shit themselves, or they're just like bad people in general. And then I'm just like, that's why people like. There's a reason why I don't like putting my name on certain events.
Definitely.
And stuff. It's because shit like that. So if that went like, let's say like let's just use Victor as an example.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's say he wanted to put my name on it, like his like thing and everything and blah blah blah, and he did, but I didn't want him to. And it's not because, you know, the Victor story is funny, but we'll get to that some other day or whatever.
Hold on,
But,
is it true that Victrix started because he went 0-2 a tournament and threw his TE and it broke because it was made out of inferior materials?
it's true, dude. I heard.
Isn't that?
No, I don't know. Have you heard that?
Yeah,
Is that
that's
real?
how Brawler Legs got in a wheelchair, bro. He killed Marvel with a stick too.
That's good.
That's real, right?
I don't. That's.
Okay.
I'm just making up stupid.
In the end, okay. The reason why I don't like to associate my name on things, because if their event goes to shit or people hate them, then they're like, dude, that GTF guy's part of it too, man. Fuck that guy. I'm like, what did I do? And it's not because I hate the scene or anything. It's just like I'm looking out on my own back.
Yeah. It's the same thing with you with the staff shirt at fucking... No, that's real though.
I had to do that joke.
Him wearing the staff shirt at that fucking David tournament that fucking blew up. Your face was there, bro. You were the guy that people were coming to. It's like that shit.
And that's why TTF doesn't have staff shirts. Cause
I respect that, dude.
It was a fuck up. No, well...
You know what I mean, though?
Well, I mean...
It's tough, man.
It is.
But it sucks because when you ask us how was Hyperbomb, we're going to say it was fun.
It was fun.
It was fun because it's all of us and we can care less about how a tournament's run as long as we're having a good time. But the business or just the professional TO-wise, it's like it sucks because these people came out to have a fun time, and I mean, you drive 2 hours from Riverside to play like MK, and there's no setups, and
Bro,
and David's calling me.
He was there.
You know,
at
the
10
funny
o'clock, bro.
I was like,
what?
But when you put it for that, I'm that type of player too. Oh, it opens at 10. I'm gonna get there at 10 o'clock.
That's
dude.
I'm. It just sucks though because the thing is, it's like I asked them. Those setups were my setups. Those are all TTF setups.
Well,
But then, not all. A good fucking. The Mortal Kombat was mine. You know, the fucked up thing is I bought MK for that tournament.
What?
Yeah, because I said I'll provide him the setups. It's like, what do you need? So I just need this. All right, I had extra. I had a couple, and I just bought an extra one. And then he was hitting me up. Dude, I said I was gonna be here like this time. You know, I'm sleeping, whatever.
Yeah.
But I went up early. I woke up and just dropped that shit off, and then you told me the situation. Like, fuck, man, I feel bad. I was like, listen, it just sucks, dude. But
because you want everyone to have a good time.
I want everyone to have a good time, man. And
that's real.
It's rough, and I think a tournament like that shouldn't be set up in one day. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I mean? Or any tournament shouldn't be set up in one day.
What do you mean?
I just felt like when we were helping out Hyperbomb, I was only there the day before, and it feels like they were just setting up like. It was like 1 a.m, and David was like, "Is Walmart open? We need to buy this." I'm like, in my head, I'm like, "Isn't this stuff that you should have planned out a week or not even before?"
Well, you don't have access to that venue until the night before.
Really?
Yes.
I thought they gave you at least like.
Some people are weird with
they
that
rent
shit.
that every day.
Yeah.
They probably had something in there earlier that day.
But I feel like it's just one of those things that you.
At least be prepared.
You have to be on it, man.
Yeah.
You just have to be on it.
And then the thing was, I swear, I was like the first person that got there. I think I was.
I'm going to doubt you were the first person.
I was like, all right, what time is this starting? And I was just like, fuck. And like, there was like, it was bad. I mean, I think he was.
That's
like,
what, if I am helping someone at an event, like if David asked me, or if you want to do a tournament or something, and you want me to be there like at 4 a.m, I'll be there at 4 a.m. But are you gonna be there 4 a.m? You know what I mean? Like, fuck, dude. Oh,
are you gonna be up in the fucking mob boss fucking seat, dude, just fucking sipping a whiskey, dude?
It was weird because it was dark in the room. I was like, is he in here?
You came for the free pizza.
It was like if it was a comic book, it would be one of those scenes like out of like a Jim Miller like book, you know, and it's just all black and you just see eyes like in the darkness. And you just
it was 15 minutes before the tournament would start. And
I was like, David, are you in here? And he's just like, I could just hear. She was like on the rocks, like rum in a cup. He's just like
putting the cigar out.
He's like, it's starting. I'm like, David, this is just like fucking. We're like 30 minutes behind schedule. Like, you're fucking.
Yeah, it's
get your head out here.
It's rough, man.
No, I don't know. I don't know what was going on up there. Honestly, it was pretty. It was fucking weird.
I'll see you at the next one. And then the scheduling was fucked up too because it was during TwitchCon, man. And I know his theory was, we'll have it during TwitchCon because the people that come from TwitchCon will come to Hyperbomb. And there were people signed up that were there for TwitchCon, but they didn't show up. I wonder why. You know what I mean? It's just like there's probably more focus on TwitchCon than this tournament, and that's why some of the pools got fucked over too, man. Because you got people signing up and then they don't show up, so you got like some fucking goober.
Well,
that made it.
That's not quite.
Is there
the problem?
Okay.
Was. The problem was there.
That, in me as a player, that's how I saw it too.
That could have been a problem. But the problem was that there was too many pools allotted for how many people.
Oh yeah,
registered.
no shit. That could have just been one single bracket, and everyone just stops at top 8.
Yes, it could have been. It really could have been. Instead, it was like a fiasco. Like that was
his
just fucking
schedule,
insane.
The time schedule was if there was 64 people at this tournament, that would have worked out.
More.
Or more,
It
I'm
was
sorry.
for like 256. I was like,
Damn.
no, it was straight up a bracket for about over 100 people. And I'm like, dude, this is like maybe 30 people are showing up to this shit. Like,
I think it was less, man.
less for Tekken or whatever.
I mean, I don't know. I had fun. I got top 8.
It was, you know what?
Got top 8 in Street Fighter Tekken.
Fucking
The problem
hold that, dude.
is that I'll almost always have fun. That's my problem.
That is a problem.
It's like I
But
could
it's
be
not
at
a
a
bad
donkey show in
problem.
Tijuana
Yeah.
and I could be on stage and I'd still have a fucking good time. You know what I mean? Like it would be, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
put me in the worst situation. I'm like, I'll enjoy this somehow,
Yeah.
just because I have like
Well,
a
then-
kind of passive. You know, I'm very positive attitude.
Yeah, but I guess with that event too is like you're having a better time because we're all there.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Oh, yeah.
All the homies are there. Doesn't
That shit
matter
was
what's
fun.
going on.
I had a
dude.
good time, and then we stayed there. You know, I stayed up late. It was fun. It was cool. I had my setup.
I asked last time, was that the tournament that me and Jeremy showed up to?
No.
I remember that one. That was a downtown one.
It sucked because he had to leave so early. I was so
That was
mad
the
at him
first
that day.
hyper bomb.
Wasn't that the second one? That was the one that was downtown in that theater, right?
Yeah,
That was the
that's
first
what I
one.
remember.
That wasn't that the second one?
Maybe it was.
I
No,
fucking
because
don't know.
there was two.
No, that was their first one, and then the second, and the last two were at that hotel, right?
Yeah, the
Okay,
first
okay,
one at the
okay.
Handlery was better. Dude, it ran
Is that when
smoother.
our boy like dropped the pizza upside down? The homie
Yeah,
RQ,
dude,
and he
RQ's
ate that
a fucking
shit. Dude.
badass dog.
I got kind of sad when I guess off topic is when you said that everyone hated that guy,
Huh? I don't think everyone hates him.
and I was like, I don't hate that guy.
No. Okay.
Who said that, David?
you know it.
I'm not saying. No. I'm saying. Did I say that? Because
It
if I
sound like-
said that, then I didn't mean to say that. What I was saying was that I've literally had people make fun of me for hanging out, fucking playing CBS 2 or Marvel or some shit with fucking
Maybe.
Mark Q at LDL's one time. It was like me and him in this room all by ourselves, and like afterwards, someone's all like, I think it might have even been you. You're like, oh, you and RQ are like boyfriend and girlfriend or something.
It's funny, but
And I was like, fuck out of here, bitch. I was like, no, fuck that. No, RQ's cool, dude. He's cool in my book. He plays games. Anyone who plays games is cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
If there's
anyone
games,
that shows up is cool.
if there
Yeah.
are games, and even if you fucking suck ass, as long as you sit down and you're like, you know what, let's give this a go.
I
Like,
think it's just easy to make fun of people,
well, it's too easy.
Yeah.
but then it's also, but it's
And it doesn't even have to do with people. It's easy to tear things down.
Oh, of course.
It's just, it's hard to build something up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's easy as fucking. You can tear
Dude.
something down so fucking easily, dude.
Shout out to Fat Albert, dog.
Stop.
Falling down's the easy part. It's getting up that's hard, dog. Yeah.
Or Rocky or anyone other than Fat.
oh man.
Dude, Fat Albert, dude. 2004, dog. Best movie of all time, bro. Remember that shit, dude.
All right, sorry, off topic. Okay, so what the fuck was the question?
The question was,
Classic, keep it classic, homegrown, roots, all that shit, dude.
No.
Okay, no.
do you think there's a conspiracy against change?
No, there is no conspiracy against change. I don't think. I think.
Dude,
So-
change you down, man.
What is the X-Files theme? What is the
I thought it was Illuminati, dude.
who is the?
Why?
When you think about it, who is the FGC right now in San Diego? Let's keep it in San Diego. Like who? I'm gonna ask you guys. Cause I already know that. I'm joking. Who do you think runs the SC? Not runs it, but who are like the main names in the San Diego fighting game scene right now that run shit?
That run?
Yeah, me and what? Jacob from Shouts to Jacob.
yeah.
Glizzy, you know? So then you have all these other people, I don't know who, maybe Dante, I guess, but like just talking shit like, we gotta do this, but it's like, dude, then if you want to do something, I am more than open for anyone
To
to
do
help out our community. Because I want a place to play. I don't want to fucking, you know how many tournaments that I throw and I can't play? It
For
sucks,
sure.
dude. And I always tell myself I'm gonna play in it, but then it's like, dude, I don't want to like hold up this tournament because my dumbass wants to play in a tournament.
I think that's the side of it we never really looked at, too, because you don't really think about that.
So and when people say, "Is there a conspiracy?" No, there's not a conspiracy. What the like? People think I'm like, I gotta stop saying like. But anyway, it's just people are always like, "You're in it for the money." I'm like, dude, if I was in it for the money,
That's clearly not true.
if I wasn't in it for the money, this house would be fixed already. You know what I mean? Like I would like, holy shit,
Who
man.
said that?
Everyone thinks it's in the money.
That is like, it's like,
There's no money. That's why I think a lot of the TOs, just before me, I guess. Because I've been in a lot of meetings and I've been in a lot of. I mean, I've seen a lot of shit, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been in like meetings that I wasn't even supposed to be. I've been in the meetings where they're talking shit about my venue.
what the fuck?
But it's worded where they're not. You know what I mean? But in my head, I'm like, I know they're talking about me.
Yeah,
you know what
I
mean?
have too. And
so,
I'll always be like, hey guys.
And so it's like,
you can get more than 4 people to show to something, you can shut the fuck up.
So it's so is there a conspiracy? No, it's just there's no conspiracy. It's funny. Like people think, I don't know. I've been in it for so long. People just think this stuff, and I'm like, dude, like, where is it at?
He must be making money, bro. He's been in there for so long, dude. Like,
all the money. I was doing the math the other day.
No.
Yeah.
That question is like I think that what that question is, what I was meaning for it to be was like,
Was it a joke question? Now it's becoming a serious question?
No, it is serious.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that in San Diego, like, people have resisted the esports route and kept it more, what's it called? That's what the conspiracy
Do I
is
think the
about.
conspiracy is there? For me, that's not a conspiracy. It's the truth. I've done that.
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's the question.
But then you have people like David that's trying to be esports, and I'm all for it. I'm all for supporting him.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, I'm not for it, but if you're for it, I'll support you.
yeah.
One of those. I don't know. It sounds kind of weird because I'm.
No, that doesn't sound weird at all.
So, I mean,
But I'm
that's
keeping
what the
it
question was.
what I want. I want. I have my vision. I have my vision.
The cool thing about Cody and TTF is Cody does what he wants to do. That's what we've always thought.
Well, that's the thing is, like, I always say it too, is that like every podcast that we've done, it's like I always tell everyone, it's like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, but if you ever want to do something in our scene, I will support you. I will be there. Like for your first event, I'll be there. I'll support you 100%. Because I consider myself as a community leader, so I'm gonna support you.
Definitely.
But what do you mean? I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. But 100%, I will. Like when the whole donkey thing happened, I said that I will support your event. Did it happen? No, it didn't happen. But
it didn't even happen.
I mean, if that's like a topic for later on, yeah, we'll get into that too. Like, because there's
holy shit.
I'm a humble guy. That's all I'm at. I'm just
for sure. It's crazy to me that this dude made this video. To be fair, like
it's crazy.
It's crazy too because then it's weird because I don't hate him.
No,
I consider him as a friend.
Hold on.
And then he wished me happy birthday. Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, let's go.
There was a question.
Yeah.
But just for the record, the question that I asked whenever we went fucking off the wall was, why do you think San Diego has resisted esports?
Well, I feel like maybe I took a big part of that, as in how I act during esports, and everyone, me, Vince, you, we're always just fuck esports, man.
Exactly.
Like, it's a thing, and I'm for it, but it's I'm for it.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the question was. Do you think San Diego's resisted esports? Do you think there's a conspiracy?
No, there's no conspiracy.
Against going esports?
Oh, against going esports?
Yes,
there's no conspiracy against going esports.
Okay.
Wait.
I've straight conspired against it. I have inception in people's minds. Why I've argued against going esports from the very fucking beginning.
Well, that's crazy. I'm just against it. So I mean,
we all are.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fucking.
I think you're against it too.
I just said it. I was against it.
I know. That's what.
Okay. Yeah.
God damn it! This if
is a 3-hour podcast.
No, straight up. I mean, this was
Patreon for the last hour, dude.
This was a well thought out question. It was a fucking ollie oop. Yes, of course, there's a conspiracy against esports in San Diego, and of course, I'm a part of it. You are too, Rico. We've had this conversation, and instead, it was like no, and then yes, and then wait, and then what, and then okay. Now let's try to read another question.
Wait, so what?
Oh, wait, what?
Wait.
I'm just throwing up.
What is there a conspiracy?
Look, I mean, look. Whenever Victrix came to you and was like, "Hey, man, like,
I got to stick out of this, so I'm happy." So,
huh?
Nothing. But
no. So like, whenever he was like, "Hey,
how
like, let's do something. Let's go big time, blah this shit," and you were just like,
but what did I tell him?
I don't know.
I told him.
You said no.
I said no. I said
that's what I'm saying.
So let me hear this
him,
Victrix story because I've never known anything about it, bro.
Look, Marn was a big player on the scene. The guy threw a TE, it hit him in the head, and killed him. And then he's like, "I need to make a stick that won't break if I go and throw the stick." And he made the Victrix stick.
And he
made a handle in case you want to rage and swing it at people.
And what was the partnership with? Just to be in.
Okay, so the Victrix thing was he came to TTF and I got a stick out of it, dude. It was like he gave me the stick.
That's pretty sick.
He gave me like a handle of alcohol and he told me his plan, and I told him that I still have that fucking text from him too when he like got butthurt and like he was obviously drunk, dude, like yelling at me. But
Fuck.
I told him straight up, like I told everyone, man. Like I said, you know, I'm for it, but this is, you know, I don't want to put my name on it. It was one of those like, I just don't want nothing to do with it, and because if something bad happens, which kind of did happen, my name's on it. He put my name on the flyer and everything, and then
God damn it.
I told him straight up too. 100% this is like the honest truth, because that was during like the 13th anniversary of TTF. Were you there? You were there because we took the pictures and everything.
Of course I was there.
So the tournament was like the day. Oh, okay. So this is the 13th anniversary didn't happen there. I mean, I'm like fucking retarded right now. I'm sorry.
It's all good,
but so he came like a couple weeks before this happened.
Okay.
And told me his idea, and I pretty much said maybe, right? Maybe I'll think about it. But then it was one of those. They went on the way and did it anyway. And I said that I might be able to help you with setups. I might, because the possibility of me throwing the 13th anniversary tournament, getting hammered and not waking up.
Exactly.
That's what I told him, and that was like honest like opinion. That was like, this is me. I'm gonna be straight with you, man. I might not make this because I might be fucking trashed. But I guess they put it in their mind that Cody's gonna come through these setups. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so
no.
I fucking don't wake up. I'll have a fucking hangover. You know?
Yeah.
It was a fucking. It was the 13th anniversary. Everyone was there. Everyone's having a good time. I've seen people I haven't seen like in years since like Vanilla, and then now I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to this tournament and have fun and like not worry about anything. I show up. And it's like, where are you, man? Like David and Rodrigo are throwing. I'm like, what was I supposed to be there? Am I helping? You know? Because I said that.
Maybe.
I said a big maybe. I gave him a hot maybe, man. A hot maybe. Which is a no.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like,
if you said you like me and she said maybe, no, you'd be like, okay, she don't like me, bro.
so the whole time I get there, and I'm having fun. I'm fucking hungover and I'm getting free like beer tokens and everything. And even the guy Oz was just like, "Are you having a good time?" I'm like, yeah, man. Like this is an awesome event.
Wait, this was at the brewery?
Yes.
The brewery was actually pretty cool.
It was really cool. I had a fun time. I got top 8 also. I beat Tekken 10, you know. But it's just one of those like fucking things. Is like, but then it just became like, I think the turning point was when me and Vince were talking about esports on the podcast, and then we used Victrix as an example.
Oh.
It could have been any other company like Chuck E. Cheese or fucking Prestige Worldwide, but we used Victrix as an example, and he took it like we were seriously talking about him, and that shit. And then like and then after that was like the whole like him getting fired, and it was funny, man. But it's just like,
dude, okay, hold up, I gotta say something before we go.
Okay, go ahead.
These like dumb Victrix origin stories I've just came up out of my ass because I thought it'd be funny.
But now it's like a whole like
now you're like making me like get all worried I'm gonna get an email from Victrix saying like,
no, well you won't, because he's not there anymore, and use code Pinoy and no, I don't know, like
no one knows about it.
But the thing is, it's just like
that's kind of a funny idea though, right? Was that you throw a plastic stick in a brace, and then you're like, I need to make one out of metal. You know what I mean? And then it'd be funny if like.
Have you seen the Sentinel stick at TTF? Have you heard that one?
No.
Like it was our friend. He made a stick of all metal, dude. And it was like it's heavier than the Victrix. I'll tell you that right now. It was like literally like a metal shop project from college.
That's so fucking.
We call it the Sentinel stick. Like it's made from.
Sentinel partnership.
No, when the nerf of Sentinel in Marvel, where his life, they took away his life, that it just became that stick, dude. But
fuck yeah.
No, that shit fell on me, and I like cut my foot open pretty bad. But no, it's yeah. I don't know where we're going with that, but yeah.
No, I was just saying that like I don't want to get sued by someone for like some bullshit. I was just joking about all that shit, but it was kind of funny in my head.
It is funny.
I don't know,
and also, but I mean,
probably wager $300, dude. This guy, it's 300 bones.
I think it's more, man. I would honestly like never buy that stick.
Is there any custom art prints that he puts on?
You could. That's the thing is, you can custom it.
You can get it lasered.
They still owe me. They still owe me a laser print.
No, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. Those sticks are pretty cool. But
I would never pay that much. Man.
Of course, but it's the point.
I would never pay for any of the sticks that I have because I got them all for fucking free,
dude.
You're in it for the sticks, not the money.
Sponsored player, dude. Yeah, it sounds like you watch Button Check, dog. No, they did this bit on sponsored.
Maybe if I paid for those sticks, they wouldn't be in the backyard just dying. You know?
Damn, dog. Shots fired, dude. That's real. Hey, bro, I paid for all my sticks and they got like fucking like.
I think
shit
the stick
all
that the only stick that I ever paid for, and I wish I still had it, was like an H wrap for my PS2 when I started playing, and I got it at Amazon on sale for like $60.
Nice.
Wow.
The green with the green buttons and everything, the green ball top. I don't know what happened to that stick, man. And it just like, I'm like really sad right now. But that was like a really good stick. And I don't know if you've seen like the the Namco, like the Tekken Tag stick, like the little gray yellow one.
Yeah.
I paid like $20 for that from DJ Masters, and I still like keep that like.
That's cool.
Pretty clean.
Yeah, no, that's stick. It's a PS2 one, right?
The thing, yeah, the PS2 one. Like, all the jokes about me not caring, like even the sticks in the backyard. Like, there's 3 that I care about, and they're all like gifts from like people that, like, my stick that I use right now is the Obsidian Black, you know, but I'm sorry, the Obsidian, and it's the Tekken World Tour one, and it was a gift from Bronson, so I kind of like keep it. And the Vulix, that one that I would never pay for because it was a gift from like one of the old San Diego Tekken homies, and the Victrix, because.
It's a nice stick.
It's a nice stick, but we do joke around with that stick a lot too. Like we do like bottle flips on it, and like I put Taco Bell on top of it. And then, you know, people pay money for those, but honestly, I would never. That's so crazy, man.
I know.
It's insane, dude.
But people have to swag out in weird ways, right? Like that's how they keep evolving it. It's like how much was a TE? Like 140 maybe.
It was cheap. I got one. I got the. So one of my favorites, like a stick conversation, dude. But anyway, my favorite stick. It's almost like the round ones was a great stick. Even the little white with the SC.
Guile stick. Dude.
That's my favorite stick because there was also that stick and then the PS4, the Shadow Dew stick. Awesome stick. Round. They're all round 1 sticks. But when you're talking about because people want to show their swag, I always thought the swag thing was custom art. That's why I like the little SC one because you can go to fucking Kinko's and get the laminate and get a cool little 1-piece panel or like a fucking 3 picture or something, and I don't know. I think like sticks are just kind of like a fashion show now. You know what I mean? It
is. It's like
I like. So I used to do the custom art shit, but now
you helped me. I remember we would go to Kinko's all the time. And
I just like doing like stock ones now.
Yeah.
Like I just play on I have one like this.
No, that's an awesome
stock
stick,
round one.
I'll never have
if I could make my own stick, like the dreaded stick, the dreaded fist sticks, or like something like that, I would maybe one day, like when I'm like in like where I'm comfortable where I'm at, maybe I'll like trying to like learn how to make sticks and shit because I would love to make stuff like that, you know what I mean?
No, for sure.
And not rip people over, rip people off.
I've thought about making a like run of like Moss repros.
You should. That'd be awesome.
And sell them for like crazy amounts of money, but like get like those 2 perfect 360s I bought, like putting it inside like 2 like high quality like Moss sticks were good, but some of the like build quality like there's like a grade or 2 higher of plywood that you can get. And it would make it like super clean. And then instead of painting, like they painted the sides, get like a
oil or
like
something?
a Formica, like kind of like a solid, like the big blue color, and like do all solid. So like even if it won't scratch, you can't scratch it. Okay. You can't do anything to it. Like, you can't scuff it. It'll chip or break, but it won't. It'll be really hard.
I almost took.
But sell them for like a crazy premium. Something.
No, I have a quick question to ask you.
Like a nerd price.
Because I know how you like to like fix things, right? Like you know. So I have 2 Moss sticks, and they've been in the back at front. No, but they're kind of beat up.
Yeah.
But I mean, they're like kind of like these are beat up. You want them? I took them. You know what I mean? If I not gave them to you, but you think you would be able to like you can take as long as you want, but like would you clean them up for me and shit? Because one of them is Crisco's.
Okay.
But it was like, so I kind of feel bad that, you know, I left it like under the bed and there's just like a fucking Black Widow living in there now.
Yeah, dude.
But one is like, someone just gave it to me because they were going to throw it away. But if I gave them to you,
yeah, of course.
Like, and you can take all the time you want, you know what I mean? But, okay, so next time I see you, which is probably
still have the sticks, right?
Huh?
They still have the buttons and sticks?
Yeah, they have everything on them still.
Oh, those things will last forever.
Yeah, so next time I see you, which is probably never, but, you get vaccinated.
We just gotta plan for it, dude.
Alright, so next question. I feel like we're way,
Alright. This one's...
There's no conspiracy.
Definitely.
Well, wait, hold on. Why did he get fired? We never got to that.
Dude, I don't know, man. Like,
was it for what you guys
I just
said?
missed the tweets, man. No, I don't think it was. I think it was just maybe like he wasn't even like a big part of the picture, and they just got. You know what I mean? They're like,
this was his one test.
I don't know. Were you there when we actually saw him before it was Victrix? He was at Evo, dude, and it was like maybe a year or 2 before this all took place. It's like me, Toki, Richard. It was all of us with Jackoffs. We're all fucking drunk as shit. And then this guy is just like wasted as fuck. He's like, "Hey, are you guys from San Diego?"
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, you were there. I think you were there.
Yeah, I remember this.
And he was telling us the vision. And you're like, "Yeah, that's cool, man. Whatever. Fuck it." You know what I mean? And then it was him, dude. And I was like 2 years later. I was like, "Holy shit, this is the fucking guy,
that's
man!"
So crazy, dude.
But it was all like he went crazy on Twitter, man. Like.
Was
like they kicked me out of E3, like or not E3. Yeah, E3 is the video game thing, right? Yeah. They're like, oh, no, he got banned. He like had messages from the G Fuel guy. Like he put him on the internet. Like it was.
If you see this guy,
it was crazy, man. It was insane, dude.
What the fuck did he do, bro?
I don't know. But it was crazy.
If there's a conspiracy, I think.
But I got a stick out of it.
I'm just kidding.
I don't even have that stick right now, too. That's the best part about it, dude. I let like Legate borrow it, dude. It was pretty funny.
You just like moved to like LA or whatever. Where is he? Back in LA?
No, he still lives in SD.
Does he?
Yeah.
I thought he was living somewhere.
No, he lives in SD. I had like we had dinner with him like last week and shit. So he's still here.
Okay.
Yeah, but a lot of his family is in LA though.
Okay.
That's where he's from.
Every time I hit him up, I'm like,
he's in LA. He's probably visiting
like,
his dad.
LA,
Dude. Yeah,
I'm like,
I mean that dude's all about.
but at least he hits me back up. I'll hit up some people and they just ghost me, and I'm like, I'll remember.
I'm streaming. I'm sorry. I see like the missed call from Rico like 5 hours later. I'm like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I'm that kind of guy too.
Just answer my phone call on the stream and just get banned.
Well, last time I did that, I had to mute you because I just like stopped streaming. I like those phone calls though, man.
Those
I
are
really
the best phone calls, dude.
All right. This is what?
Nothing good.
Do you believe that you are ambiguous, which means like not very well known, to anyone outside of San Diego?
No, I don't believe that. I guess
Because that's what Dante was trying to say.
I gotta like no humble. It's humble. Like I don't care about that shit.
I know you don't.
I don't care about it, but then maybe like a little piece of me cares about it because
That's human
it's
nature.
funny when that happened too. Because when that happened, and then like the Wednesday when Tokyo won Wednesday Night Fights, fucking Lord Cali Power shout out TTF in San Diego. You know what I mean?
That's what's so funny about it.
And then I've been shout out like. I don't care if I'm not known from like the East Coast or like you know what I mean because I'm not focused on the East Coast.
Of course not. No, but like that idea that like
But
no one knows who you.
I've
guys
also
are.
been shout out on Bum Stream, not by Bum maybe, but one of the people that go to Bums a lot.
I don't even know who Bum is.
Oh, he's the House of Chaos guy.
I don't even
Okay.
know.
Well, if you don't know who he is, he's
Are they from San Diego?
no.
Well, care about your fucking scene. Who gives a shit
No,
about
but-
a bum guy? What are you doing for your community? I'm just fucking talking.
No,
That's
but
what people say. If you're
no,
just like, oh man, like.
I mean, I'm down to go into that whole thing too about like that whole video and break it down for you guys too, because I've done it. I mean, I'm like, I want to make like a video about it too, but no, I don't care though.
No.
But anyway,
But that's why we're here to care
but
for you.
the thing
dude.
is like I feel like the people that know, they know, and that's all. Like, I mean, fucking Bronson, right? He's one of my heroes. He's he's like a fucking one of the Godfathers. I got a stick from him. You know what I mean? Like, it's just people know, man, and that's why like I don't understand. Like, it's not a fucking popular. It's not high school, dude. It's
That's
fucking,
next.
okay. Wait.
I think this is the question he's going on to.
Would you rather be a household name, or do you find what the fuck? I can't even spell. God damn it. Or do you find being less known as a benefit? Like you're less cancelable.
So would I rather be known or just less known?
Would you rather, if you could be like, who's cool?
Dante.
If you could be Toki, would you be would you be like
Full Asian?
Punk? If
Whatever.
you could be famous, like,
Okay.
because Punk is pretty,
Yeah.
he's won so many tournaments. Would you? I mean, not obviously the accolades. Would you want to be a almost Evo champion? Obviously, but would you want to be like that? Where all the people are gossiping about how he cries after he fights?
That's godlike,
would you rather
by the
be
way.
that like known?
If I was that known, I would want to earn it though. You know what I mean? I would like. I mean,
Hypothetical.
No, I mean, I don't.
Do you kind of like being low key? Like,
I kind of like being low key.
Okay.
But I feel like, yeah, we're low key, but I feel like we're not low key in a way.
oh yeah, no, for sure.
But I mean, if it got to the point where I would love it, maybe to get to that point, but on my terms, as in like I'm actually doing good, and then people start talking shit like
Straight kingpin.
I heard that guy fucking just like I fucks like his best friend's like wife's
Hey, dude,
That's not true. That's not true. Shout out to my second birthday picture from Rico though. But you know, that's like that picture's so sun faded, dude. It's like it's like hanging on the Ariana Grande frame, dude. And it's just like,
dude.
what color is that lipstick? Anyway, but yeah, no, I mean it's just we're not.
Shout outs to fucking feet, dude.
What is
Ariana Grande.
the Nickelodeon?
Yeah,
the old logo, dude, and all like the episodes.
When
I
you
love
put
shouts to
that-
Victorious, dude.
When you
like,
put that shit,
yeah.
there's so many episodes too where they
Drake
go
and
get
Josh.
feet.
And they're all Dan Schneider episodes or whoever that guy's name. They're all his.
There's episode where they go get pedicures and this
Yep.
guy's like, "You guys all have beautiful feet." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Or the
is going
fish that
on?
eat the dead feet. Yeah, but anyway, shouts to Nickelodeon's so cool though, man.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, bro. That's why I like to sing.
But no, I mean I'd rather be low key, like the under, like not the underground hero, but I'm all about.
So it probably answers this question. Is the definition of being cool being well known?
this is what I was talking about
No.
a second ago. Exactly.
Because
He
when
said-
I asked you first, you said yeah.
The definition of being cool in society's view is being known. But when Cody
Like
said,
in high school.
you gotta know to know, that's cool. You gotta know to know, and then you're cool, bro.
But then that's one of those things.
It's not
too,
something
where-
you just are handed. You gotta fucking know, dude.
Yeah, because like the most popular kid in school, right? Sometimes they're popular because they're kind of like douchebags.
Yeah.
But sometimes they're popular because they're like, no, I don't think that's even true. I don't think the coolest kid at any high school is just the nicest kid
No.
in class.
No,
No,
not
that's
at all.
bullshit.
Not
That
at
guy
all.
might be like on everyone's like okay.
He's known
list,
because he like
but he won't be
swirled
like
some fucking poor
the
bastard. And everyone remembers that
Like,
shit.
dick on some kid's face. That's like,
Had a seizure or whatever the fuck.
But no, do you know what I mean though? Because like,
Yeah.
that's what in that video, the Dante video, he's like, you know who's cool? I don't even know the first guy said.
That was the
okay,
best.
so
Gang.
Hook and God, he like won. He's a really good player. But then I always think like, do these people care about you though?
No,
Like,
of course
do they
not.
care
Do they
about
even
you?
know that you're name dropping?
And first of
them?
all, it's one of those like, you're like a grown ass man looking up to kids. Like, I don't know.
How old is that guy? How old is Hillgate?
He's pretty young, dude. Like, he's a young kid, man.
Okay. Do you forgive the people that have criticized you? Do you agree with their criticisms? Why or why not?
I hold no grudges, man, and it's one of those like I don't care, man. It's just like I really don't care about what these people are like saying about that because I'm gonna keep doing my own thing. And if it ever got to the point where like it is affecting TTF or anything that I do, which it never did, maybe I've done something. But like I said, like it's never. I don't know, man, because people.
Because the secret backdoor meetings that like
You've been part of.
sure I've been to a lot of places, dude. I've seen a lot of that.
Backdoor stuff, dude.
People love to try and blame all the failures of everything on you. They're like, you want to know why San Diego's not as big as it should be? It's because Cody.
Well,
It's because Cody's conspiring against it. It's like, don't forget me, motherfucker.
well, I would also ask them, what are they gonna do to fix that?
Can you do something?
Can you do something that doesn't involve me? You know?
Yeah. Why do they have to hit you up for fucking setups and all this shit, dude? Why can't they do it on their
Also,
own?
I don't want to be that guy. Is just like, you know, one of those like, I had to use the bathroom, dude. You know, just like a little kid. You know, just like, you know, it's just. I had to use the bathroom, man. Yeah,
Do you?
yeah I do. Dude.
Do you have to really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you mad, dude?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Now that the baby
Yeah, dude.
took his little baby shit.
Shit, dude, like a dog. Let me out, bro.
I thought that was gonna take a long time.
Nah,
If
my
that
phone was off, dude. So that's,
If I had to go to the bathroom shit, it would have been like, it really would have been a 2-day fucking event.
I've
dude.
always shit in under like a minute 30, dude.
I
Like,
know, you're going fast.
I've just
I've been
fast
I'm like a
shitting,
long
dude.
shitter, dude.
Me too.
And you know, you at least you know everyone. Like, you know, I got shit all the time, man. I'm pretty
Oh,
sure
so
there's
do
something
I.
wrong with me, but when you gotta go, man. I'm not like a kid where I can hold it in these days. Now.
No,
It's like,
dude.
fuck, dude. It sucks.
If I got to shit, I gotta fucking go right now. Like, yeah, it's no fucking joke, dude.
Well, I guess you were just saying that. You kind of answered the question of, do you forgive the people that
I forgive them because it's like, in my eyes, you did nothing wrong.
Definitely.
You like they've done nothing like they've done nothing wrong. And then, but then I also have, I guess, supporters that fight my own battles, I guess, or fight my battles, which I said best like, but I don't. There's no battle for me to fight because I don't. You did
There's no
nothing
war to
wrong.
wage,
There's no war to
dude.
wage, man. There's
Yeah.
just like, I'm sorry that I make you feel like that, but what are you gonna do to fix it? But if it has to involve me, then like, I'm sorry, man. Like,
I think what it comes down to is that you're just too powerful of an entity in this FGC.
it sucks that like I don't want to say it feels like it sucks to feel like that, but I guess it sucks for people. I think it's just, I'm so damn humble, man. Where it's just like I don't feel like saying, oh well, I am the FGC, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? It's just because I don't want to sound like that. It's just. I don't know,
Where
man.
would it be if there wasn't?
But where would it be? Yeah,
Exactly.
It sucks though, but it's just like
Where would it be?
there's only a couple. There, you know, there is a couple incidents like during the vanilla days of Street Fighter, like for Street Fighter 4 and Tekken 5 and stuff. Like when the house was like 60 fucking man brackets and like that's not for one game, 2 games.
Yeah,
and
dude.
like LA would come down every Friday and you know it was And then once in a while, like I remember one guy hit me up, this dude from the UK, and then he was just like, oh, I want to check you guys out, blah blah blah. And this was when SRK was still a thing. And so when during like a tournament, I would never check my messages on SRK and all that shit. And apparently, like this guy was trying to hit me up and look for the house, and I was ignoring him. I just wasn't on SRK. So I think he got butthurt, and there was a thread that venues to avoid. Wow. And I would know nothing about this thread until Markman hit me up. He's like, "Yo, like this guy is like, I'm not talking shit, but he's saying that this is a venue." And then like I read it, and I was like, "Damn, dude, I kind of felt bad." But I told him straight up, "It's like, come on, man. Like I'm pretty sure you didn't come all the way from the UK to San Diego to go to TTF, and like I apologize, but during and he's like, oh, I'm sorry, man, I was just kind of mad." And I was like, whatever.
He couldn't find it.
I don't know, but the addresses, I don't know. But
no, I understand. Like this was in what 2000 and.
There's a lot of fucking.
This was
09, 010.
This was CarQuest or what's it called?
MapQuest.
This was MapQuest era.
Shitquest, dude.
But I mean, it's just
like everyone.
But besides that,
supercomputer.
I mean, every once in a while, someone will talk shit about the house or just me or just how we treat people, and then I don't hear from them though. I hear it from people.
Oh yeah.
And then I'll say my word or two if I think I should, but then in the end, I'm just like, I'm sorry that you feel like that, man. Like it's just.
Well, the thing about I feel like it's a real what's it? Metocracy?
I don't know. That Pokemon.
It's like it's like
that one is disrespect, dog. Man.
It's like a word where like if you're undeniably good, like you'll get respect no matter what. Like people like come in, they fucking suck ass, and they expect that everyone's just gonna be like
love them or like think
oh yeah, like we're but it's like no, dude, it's like we're all just people, we're humans, we're not great,
of course,
but like if you're like Manny, he's a good player and he did good and he got his dues, but
I heard there's a giant bug. Yep. Okay, what?
No, but
okay.
but you know what I mean, like it.
Do you think
was he my best friend?
That's what I'm saying.
In the world?
Do you think it was easy for him? You think?
If anyone would sit there and be like, "Yo, man, he fucking sucks ass," and be like, "Says who? You? Like, what have you fucking done with your fucking life? You fucking."
I also
shithead?"
can't talk shit because I've never talked. I mean, I talk shit, but I would never talk shit to someone that supports TTF though, or does stuff for our scene.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been to tournaments everywhere on the SoCal or in the West Coast. He's put so much work in.
Yeah.
Sure, he's a goofy guy, and we give him a hard
he ran
time.
over a fucking medium and almost wrecked his fucking car that one time.
But I mean, and then the mistake of the century and all that stuff. But I mean, it's just But he's also, I feel like, I was talking about this during a tournament when we were streaming it. It was like, I love our scene, but you need to have like a roughneck, man. Like,
yeah.
But that's also the beauty of our scene too. Is that it's just like a lot of us. I have a thing where I say we're lucky that we had an Oliver in our group of friends. Like I never had an older brother, but we had an Oliver, and he's the reason why we're so thick-skinned. This guy would like
bash on you.
He would bash on you. I mean, but he was like a homie though. You know what I mean? But it's just that. But that's the humor that we grew up. But now it's just like, well, you can't do that.
Well, no, the thing is that builds like camaraderie in the group.
Yeah,
you fucking shit on each other, and then you know that you can depend on that person. Mm-hmm. Like it's weird. Like if you go somewhere and someone starts like fucking with you, if you have that camaraderie of like, hey, we shit on each other. Like I'm not gonna let some other guy fucking shit on you.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean that's all, like,
that's my little bitch to talk shit to.
It's like Squirrel Master, dude. No, it's also one of those things like you open your house, or I mean, I do feel bad, not feel bad, but it does suck that TTF is my house, and it's just like I wish I. I'm gonna tell you right now, it does suck. I mean, I wish people saw it more than a house and more as a venue, an arcade, but then there's still that feeling that this is someone's house and it's not a neutral ground. And I know that. But the thing is, if you're brand new and you do come, I will take care of you. If someone is giving you a hard time, even if it's one of my best friends, I will let me know. I want to make your experience as a TO, I want you to have fun. I want you to come back, dude.
Yeah.
But it does suck because that's been topics that it's a house, and then I'm sorry, but that's just how I'm gonna do it, man.
How would that deter you think, though?
What do you mean?
It being a house, like, why would that make you not want to?
People might feel uncomfortable, because even though we are at a fighting game tournament, there are still activities going on in the backyard, you know, that might scare people off. I mean, it's just, but that's the thing, like, because I am still kind of a business perspective of throwing an event, you know.
For sure.
I mean, obviously, I'm not gonna have little kids running around, and then it's one of those things like, if you don't like it, then you don't have to be here, man. Like, but I don't know. Like, sometimes I do feel bad, but then again, it's like if
I never thought of that before.
what
That perspective, because like, I mean,
I always thought it made it more inviting.
I never thought of it as a venue. Like, so what you're saying makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I wish people would think more like
a venue.
Because it's kind of hard whenever there's people just like going, like, you know, just
the OGs are
going
that
hard in the back. So it's just like,
fucking,
oh shit. Like,
but then that's also the beauty is that one of those, like, it may seem like a party. There is drinking and other activities going on in the backyard, but then at the same time, there's like the top players of the SC grinding out, traveling from TJ, from North County, and just like these are where the best players are from, dude. Like, it's just,
I almost think it breeds a better player.
it does breed. Like, that's always say that,
You know?
we breed monsters, dude. Like,
Because when you're around fucking shitheads all fucked up and shit, and you're trying to play, like,
that was also, I saw that
You know?
too. It's just like we build, like, that's why I always say that, you know,
it's like a gun to your head, dog.
in the
you know, you play
Call
that,
it.
bro.
I
Yeah.
need these tokens. No,
heads or tails.
we're closer. No, it was just like, I always felt like, because before the whole headphones and during tournament, it's just like, this is the reason why our players have thick skin, is because you have these these just friends of friends that show up to TTF not knowing what's going on and watching these tournaments, talking shit, yelling, and you have some, like, my sister's drunk friend bumping into you while you're playing someone, you know. But that's why I always felt like it built character. It built like just built your character. But now everyone's just like, oh,
Well, it kind of instills like a no excuse kind of mentality that you have.
Well, you're cold, man. You gotta play in the backyard, man. You don't have a fucking
I forgot my hand warmers at home, dog. Like,
there's not a dog taking a shit behind you when you're playing, you know?
bro.
Man, like, it just builds character. But then it's just, we're so like, it's just now, it's just, I mean, people just turn into pussies, man. It's just like fucking.
I think that's a trend, right? You know, that's what's going on right now. Everyone has an opinion,
And then you're the bad guy for, you want to keep it the old way. It's like, dude, it's the same story over and over again, and it's like,
In my mind, I think it's doing a favor. I think like you got to have somewhere that resists it's a resistance.
We're the Wild West of the
toward
FGC, man.
Yeah, it's
dude.
real because.
Where's your TO? Oh, it's the guy watching MFC and drinking that 40, dude.
What's going to end up happening is you're going to go so far down that road, you're going to look back and you're not even going to know where you came from anywhere. You're not going to recognize
But
it.
then there's people that are going to argue with you and be like, well, we need to be better. I mean,
No, the problem. Look. Everyone else can do their own fucking thing, and they can be as good as they want to be.
Yep.
But just fucking do it.
do it on your own.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Like, people are
Do
so
your own
easy.
shit.
It's so easy to talk shit and be
Not
mad
do
at
it.
someone else.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do about it? And I think working with children for 14 years of my life and having those conversations with kindergartners,
Seriously.
you can have those conversations with people at the FGC too.
You almost have to have it like that too, for them to fucking understand, dude.
You gotta tell people to pick up your own trash. You gotta tell people to just be respectful to each other. There is that turning point where there's friendly trash talking, and then there's like, hey man, like, if you don't shut the
there's
fuck
a
up,
line
I'm
in
gonna
the
punch you in the
sand.
fucking face.
Yeah.
There's one of the same.
I mean, there's a line in the sand, and a lot of people don't see that line, and it's an invisible line. You know?
There's certain people out there that don't get, like we're saying, we're all human. Some people aren't. Some people don't get the human aspect to it.
No, there's a lot of, you gotta remember, there's a lot of people out there that are they're socially awkward. I don't want to say it like that, but then it's that, and they're not good around people, but they like fighting games. And then as a TO, so I want to cater to those people too, man. Like, I never get emotional.
Those people, people need you, is what I'm saying.
But before I'm sorry.
There's an argument for like. So, say you have a problem, right? Like you have a phobia of something.
Okay.
Like there is a clinical psychologist will state that, like, look, there's therapies that you can do that it's exposure therapy, and that is one of the only things that can help people that have phobias of things or disorders of what's called. You have to expose them to it, and that will help the problem, because then exposure therapy is a real fucking thing. Fucking Google it.
No, it is. Because that's what I was gonna go to. Is that I have when I closed down TTF and we did the GoFundMe and everything, and then a lot of people were telling their story about TTF. Yeah, but there's a lot where they said like, you know what, like thanks to TTF, it was you know, I was afraid to talk to people. I didn't want to go out, but then these people like
took me under their wing and fucking showed me how to be a person.
And made me a more sociable. And then, you know, I guess I never get choked up, but it's like, damn, dude, like it's just like. And for people like it's crazy because for like me, I'm such an open person. And I'm like, it makes me sad when people are like that. I'm like, hey man, hey, come hang out with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you told a story about X at Evo. You know what I mean? Like I like doing that, going to Evo. Like someone's not having a good time, and I know them, like or I know of them. I'll talk to them. Like, hey,
seen them before.
Dude, we fucking single-handedly got X out of 2 pools just by talking shit.
But it's like because it's one of those. Also, like I guess it's the, you know, working with kids. Like you just want to make sure have that people have a good time, and you don't want them to feel comfortable. You want them to feel like they're there. But I mean, if you're gonna be fucking weird and like creepy weird and like you're just like, hey man, like, there's a difference, right? You know what I mean? Like,
well, it's funny because with fighting games, it's like you're only as good as the people you play with. Socially too, you're only as good as the people you play with.
Yeah,
and you can learn a lot from.
That's
people,
why
man.
the FGC is in a really amazing place because it's. I mean, it's you can say that about a lot of things too, but I mean, a lot of people have nothing, and then they find this scene, and it's a really welcoming scene, man. And then honestly, it's one of those where like.
It's more welcoming than these ones that are talking all about inclusion and we gotta have our mission statement as what's it called? That's bullshit.
I always compare TTF as One Piece, as in like, you know, like I'm the captain, one of those things, and it's just it's just like, it's, you know, like even though I don't want, how do I say it? I'm not trying to sound like a dick. It's just one of those like, you know how Luffy was like, oh, he doesn't want a big crew, but everyone's just like, I'm part of your crew now. Yeah. And then, you know, like, but he's like,
undoubtedly has a big crew.
Yeah, he just, yeah, and it's just like
Bartholomew.
Yeah, like, well, at the end of Dressrosa, when everyone's like, when they drink the sake, and then like he has like the whole kingdom on his back. He has like, bro, it's like the 5 minutes, yeah, and it was like, and he's like, oh, that's cool, man. And he just leaves. You know what I mean?
Fishman Island.
Yeah, and then it's just, yeah, that's why I'm saying, dude. In the end, dude, it's gonna be one giant war between Blackbeard and fucking Luffy. Yeah, everyone's gonna have to pick a side, dude. Yeah, the Marines are gonna have to, you know, pick someone's side, dude. But no, it's just we're family, man. That's just it's bro. I'll take care of you, man. If you come out,
that meme, by the way, that was the fucking funniest shit.
I meant that meme.
No, I felt it, bro, and it made me laugh out loud so hard because I'm like, shout outs to Cody, dude. Like the fucking father, dude.
Always say it too. It's just like if you like, I'll watch out for my own, man, because I've been there, man. I've been made fun of. I've been like, you know, it's just you just have, you know.
But we did an episode on that.
And it's just one of those things. Also, it's just like you can talk shit all you want about me. That's my favorite scene was when the mountain bandits come down and they're all just like fucking spinning on Shanks, pouring sake, and he's just smiling off. But they fucked up, man. You know, they
fucked with one of his friends.
They fucked up one of his homies. It's like, you can talk shit about me, but don't talk shit about anyone else, man. Like, who the fuck are you, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
and then he shoots the guy.
And then that's what was my favorite. Dude, just like him eating the thing.
That was the
and fucking Beckham's just like fucked up, man. And the monkey's like, yeah, dude.
That's the best fucking scene, dude.
Because like
that's real, bro.
Because we don't know Shanks, man.
No.
He could be the bad guy in the end. You know what I mean? Yep. Cold one. He probably snitched out losers, but you know, it's just like. It's just it's just
that's true.
It's true though. It's just like, dude, you can talk. I don't care, dude. Like you can talk shit all you want about me, man, but don't talk shit about other people. And then that's what you say too, right? I've been in these meetings. I know I have people told me, but I don't care. It's funny. I like listening to it because it's funny. It's like
it is funny.
It's really funny.
Well, it's easier to blame you than to fucking take all the fault for them, right?
Bro, you should see the absolute nobodies in these things, and then they are like, they're trying to like. Do this. It's weird. People get really weird. They start talking. They start acting in a way where like, oh, like, you have to. These are my morals. Like this is what I'm thinking. And I'm sitting there. It's like, dude, you're
a clown.
You're a goddamn clown. Yeah, it's that meme where the guy's putting the makeup on and he's like, at the end he's doing this big long spiel. Like there was that one kid that was at a lot of the bracket visionary stuff.
I know you're talking.
This guy was a fucking jackass, dude, and all he would do was talk shit, and I'm just like, who are you? And I even made fun of, dude. I would fucking clown that guy. They'd be like, Rico, you're not even supposed to be here. I'm just like sitting there with like a black robe and a hood.
Little
like,
bit I knew you were supposed to be there, dude.
Like a fucking triangle on my eye. I'm just
fucking
like
CP9, dude.
Yeah, just straight like
fucking Drake hacks, dude.
Straight Illuminati shit.
Real time, dude.
I'm just like
in your background, dude.
I don't want other cards on incident, Rico.
Yeah,
please,
dude. Fuck,
fucking
bro.
Vince with the gun, dude.
My phone would just be on, like the whole thing's just like screaming to like
little snail, dude.
Dog.
It's funny though because it's just one of those. forgot what I was gonna fucking say, but it's fuck, man. It just sucks. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like so that's what I feel like they see how. I don't want to say I'm jacking myself up, but it's like, successful. Like, even if we're not,
you have people coming through.
Even we have people coming through, and it's a fucking single limb tournament, and there's like a $500 match arena, and it's not my fault. You know what I mean?
What happens is people see how many people go to TTF, and they think, if I could do something and get this many people to come, that I could actually make the whole thing about all the TO people. I'm telling you, I talk about this shit. No one fucking wants to hear a goddamn word I have to say.
Well, okay, but
all the TO
I'll let you talk.
people,
Wait.
let me go on a fucking rant for a second. All the TO people, other than Cody, they actually are all in it for the money. But Cody is just in it to have a good time and to do what he wants because he likes to have fun. He likes his friends to be like, hey, we're still, it's almost like, sure, there'd be simplicity in just quitting. Be like, you know what, fuck this shit.
Course.
I don't have to worry about that shit anymore.
I can go play somewhere else and shit.
But it's like, I'm gonna keep it going because this shit is the most fun. Dude, TTF is the fucking greatest, dude.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe they're
and
mad.
I show up like 45 minutes before it even starts. Cody he's like, oh, I'm about to get in the shower. And then I leave fucking early and I still have a fucking good time.
Well, maybe that's what people are kind of mad at. It's like less effort but bigger results.
Yeah, and it's because it's home.
And then when what should I do? It's like, dude, just do you.
You haven't done anything.
They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that though. They don't want to hear. They want me to.
How much money have you spent on ads to get people to come out to fuck? You haven't spent a fucking penny.
They want the easy answer though. How'd you get it bigger? I did this and that. When you say I haven't done anything, that pisses them off.
It's just
like
jealousy.
Yeah.
It's jealousy.
The joke is Vince always says like, yeah, because Cody made profit off all the PHSs. It's like, dude, all that money is going to like money that I still owe Rico from like the trophies and just like the pop bonuses are literally like the venue fee. It's just like, because I don't care. I mean, it feels nice when you make like actually $5 from like $50 of sodas you fucking spend.
No, fuck.
But do I care? Like, it's just I don't.
You know what's fucked up?
Everything that I do.
I've drinking
in general.
I've drinking like a million drinks at TTF, and I've never. One time, I put like a $1 bill in and took like $4 out, and then like took a. I was like, I'm putting a $5, everybody.
A fucking soda machine once I open them. I swear to God,
no, that's the way to do it, dude.
And then I shout out to the people that do pay. Like, I mean, it's not. It's more of a just put $1 in the cup. It's who cares?
It's just interest.
The best the best Saturday morning is like there's like the $1 Venmo. It's like shout out to the Rude Boys. Like you guys are still like the $1 Venmo like for the soda.
It's like costs more than $1 to send it.
Vince actually buying soda. It's just one of those. It's crazy, man. But it's just like whatever, man.
I don't know. I like it.
TTF's closed because of you guys. If you would have paid for every, I did the math, man. If you paid for every soda that I bought, it could be open again, dude. But you guys,
I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest.
If I cut all of you, who would bleed Mountain Breeze?
Yeah. That's all your breath, man. Yeah, bleeds on there. Those Fritos you're eating over there? What's going on, dude?
No, dude, you give us a fucking home, dude. It's more than a venue. I like it that it's a home because it feels like a home.
I always like Cody's house. I mean, it's crazy. I like it being grimy.
Well,
I like it being fucking I like that weird feeling where you're kind of nervous, like, I don't even know what's gonna happen here. Dude, I hate this, like, fucking, all the other big major shit's all homogenized. It's all like, oh, this is your...
Like, I have
1, 2, 3. Oh, you're done. You got last place. Here's a fucking participation trophy. It's like, dude, I want to get like hepatitis C and like.
I have a vision for when I reopen the house, but it's a lot. It's a lot.
You know what it's like? It's like when the first time OFC went out to Evo and we were going to a strip club and everyone was down until they all bitched out and it was just me, Vincent, and Salty Santa, fucking Drew, and we're sitting there and. He's like, where do you guys want to go? And we're like, I don't know, man. He's like, well, there's like Sapphire and fucking what's it called? And all these like nice. And I was like, nah, man. I was like, we're trying to get
Where's Tally Hose at, dude?
We're trying to get fucking pink eye, homies. He's like,
drive about 10 minutes off
he just like, he like flipped off the meter. He's like, I got you guys. He like drove us like straight to
TJ.
the, yeah, dude.
Like, it was a 10-hour ride, dude.
It's just a house in TJ too. That's the best part. Like the best places are houses, dude. That's like real shit, dude. Like
you gotta have a little bit of fear. You know what I mean? That's what keeps you fucking. It keeps you alive, dude. You're like, you know what? This could be something crazy. You could fucking.
But also, that's what I like about it too, though. It's like you have that feeling, but these people are serious. So when it comes down to the fighting game,
fuck yeah. And you give them a place to level up.
And that's why.
How many other people do that?
There's a lot of people that talk shit. to players that go to the house that I hear, because it's my house and these are my friends talking shit about these people. But then it's just like, well, in my head, like this guy, he's been to every TTF, man, and he's playing like this game that no one hates, like everyone hates, man, like especially Street Fighter 5, and it's just like he's the only guy that I'm not saying who it is though, obviously, but it's just like he's the only guy that he's been to every LDL, and that venue sucked ass. But I went because I wanted to play.
I'd always go to LDLs, dude.
No, I did too.
I wrecked my fucking truck. Dude, that was the worst. I stayed cold, like, right when all the bars let out one time, and I left, and I just got rear-ended.
It sucked, but I supported it, and that's where I wanted. I had some of the funnest times.
Remember we got kicked out there, and then I jumped around in the parking lot, did this, like, weird,
parkour
like,
thing? Yeah, I had that video. That video popped out earlier,
it's like
too.
Circus Soleil act. I was just trying to entertain
But in the
everyone.
end, it's like, they're like, these people, like, they support the house, man, and it's just like, I'm not
So
gonna
people
say nothing.
at the house are talking shit about someone who you're like, hey man, don't, that's the problem. There is a problem in SD with that.
Yeah.
Is that
There's a
lot
problem in society with that.
There's just a lot of shit talkers, dude.
People, that's what they love to do.
And it's like, you know what? I might not be all these things, but I can talk shit and I can be funny to this group of people. It's like, yeah, but like,
are you really being funny?
I feel like that also sucks too, because it's one of those things where, like,
I know for a fact people always fucking make fun of me.
People make fun of everyone.
People always make fun of me, and I'm just like, dude, do me a favor, like, be nervous when I'm around you, like, be scared, like, because you should be fucking scared. Like, I'm a fucking dangerous ass motherfucker, dude. You might have no idea. If I fucking hear you fucking laughing at me, I might turn around and fucking just smack you.
That's what I was going to bring up, was that it sucks too, as like I'm saying, this is like the TO of me. It's just like, when you're in the backyard and you come up to me like, oh, I'm new, and then I'm with like everyone, you, Andre, everyone, and like they turn around to play, and then you say a funny joke, and we all start laughing, and that guy probably thinks, oh, they're laughing.
He's talking shit.
And it sucks because we might be laughing at you, but it's just one of those.
You know what though?
But I'm not. But it's
we might be laughing.
Yeah. But then the thing is like, just to let you know, like if any of you guys are watching this, it's just one of those, like, if you go to the house, like I'll treat you like a fucking brother, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, or not even a brother.
And
like
as a brother,
as a son. You know what I mean?
As a brother, we will shit on you. And
yeah, dude. It's just one of those,
your
like,
skin thicker, and no, it's almost. It's the big brother effect, dude. More people need that, dude. They need to be shit on.
Shout outs to like
dude.
everyone. The best part about it too is that the people that do come out of state or just out of country, like Gamma went to every TTF when he was literally.
Gamma's the best, dude.
He was, I think he's like Mexicali or like Deep Mexico. Then he was in TJ for like a month because of work, and then
you know who Gamma's longest known friend in the San Diego scene is?
Is it you?
It's me.
Okay.
Me and Gamma go by that.
No, but and he went to. He posted, I'm in this area, where do I play? And then, Alexis told him, because Alexis is down there, and he showed up to every fucking TTF every Friday. Never won one.
What's the epic quote? He said, I go to Wednesday night fights.
I can win Wednesday night fights, but I can't win a fucking TTF.
He's like, I can't get top 8 or something.
But then, we're doing our humor, our jokes, and then, like, we all went to an LA tournament and we got Korean barbecue, and then he said some joke that, like, he got from us, and we're like, damn, this guy's so cool. Our personality rubbed off on him. You know what I mean? And then every time we went to like a SoCal regionals or something, and he was there, he would come up to me and Vince and everyone. He's a cool fucking guy, man. And that's like, I love it, man. Like, because there are people that I had people from from some dude from France used to come to the house back in the day, and it's just like, it feels good though. It's just one of those.
I think it's a generational thing, though.
It is. It definitely is.
And it's, people are like, well, what are we gonna do about the people that don't that aren't so inclined to have that kind of behavior going around? It's like,
send them to TTF so they can find out, bro.
No, I mean, that's the ideal, right? Exposure therapy, right? It's like
Vaseline, right?
And then eventually, you could turn anyone into a fucking, it's like that weird horror manga where like the people go through the holes and when they come out they're all like fucking deformed. And, like, you know what I'm talking about? It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It's like, you might come in just like a normal, like,
but then like your inner self really shows,
respected member of like polite society, but when you come out,
Cody, when you go through, nothing happens. Like, nothing changed.
No, the thing about San Diego, I've always felt, is that we have personality, and whenever we go anywhere as a group, more people come around because we have personality. We bring more than just a place to play, good players. We bring humility. We bring humor. It's this whole different thing. And yeah, we might shit on some people sometimes, but that's life.
The old, like, the Ed OFC days, dude, it was like it was fucking insane.
It was kill or be killed, dude. It was like
no.
I'm so sad that I've never been to one, and the funny thing about it too is that Ray and John Kuhn always hit me up like, "Hey, you should go." But I told him no because I'm doing TTF, man.
Yeah.
And then I remember the one time I posted in there, someone was talking shit to me, and I was like, "All right, well, I still want to come." And then then Richard was like, "It was Richard." Not he was talking shit, but Richard like was like, "Hey, why are you talking shit to this guy?" You know what I mean? Like, but I always wanted to go, man. And then I'm glad that I went to the bank, though.
Anything.
I'm glad. Well, I mean, that could be a whole
some fucked up thing. Like one time, I was sleeping on the floor, and Richard jumped on top of me, and someone took like 2 pictures, and somehow they like made a gif where I'm sleeping, and he's like fucking me in the ass and shit, and it was on the multimedia thread on the old OFC thing, and I was like, you guys are so fucking dumb, dude. Like, you remember that shit? I was like, God damn it! I think it was Crowns who made like a gif. I was like, you don't even have a computer, dude. How are you fucking making
the fucking leapfrog technology?
No, but
bro.
I mean, I'm happy that I found you guys though.
Dude,
I remember my first bank experience too. That's all I'm gonna say too.
Well, that's kind of the argument against this, like, oh, you know, the San Diego scene is just this like wall to keep everyone out. And shit.
There is no.
We had like
you're making your own.
The first day we all went down there, dude. We had like the greatest
the VHS. Dude, you're watching.
It was instant friendship, dude. Like it was
Yeah.
instant friendship, and I felt that way about everyone I've met in San Diego. Any part of San Diego, it was like instantaneous. Just we're cool. Like there was no questions or awkwardness.
And it was always the same thing too, because the entrance to TTF used to be to the back side of that wall,
Yeah.
and like the first time we went there, like everyone's like, I can't remember. I think someone brought up like, man, like a house is like kind of crazy though. I was like, dude, that's fucking badass though. I was like, that's the fucking sickest thing ever. I was like, it'd be better. I was like, it's better than like going to some venue. Where
You like walk
hey,
back there and then there's
10 o'clock, guys, lights out. Like,
the bathroom,
you know, it's like, what the fuck?
Or walk into someone's house and they're like, hey, can you take your shoes off and shit? You're like, bro, you don't want me
That's
to
the
fucking
thing,
take
like,
my
I
shoes
used to
off.
stay there till fucking 6 o'clock. Dude, I used to stay there till like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Watch, like, the two
every
movies,
single Friday, dude. Like, I would just, I mean, it was fucking insane.
Name another place where you can just play as long as you want until. And then the best thing is too, if Dre's there when I'm sleeping, he can stay. The Dre, you know what I mean? As I always thought too, like when I fall asleep, but I know that Dre and like certain people are there,
you're good to go.
They'll like you know, and
keep my house good.
They'll wait until the.
Remember that time I had a barbecue at the trailer park when me and Oscar were living there, and I was like, I'm going to bed, guys. You guys can stay as long as you want.
Like fucking almost like stepped on like, oh dude, that was fun.
Was it?
But I almost like stepped up a step and like my fucking leg went through the fucking floor and I was like,
dude, that puts
god.
you down as fuck, bro.
You're like, don't jump. And I was like walking somewhere back there to look for something. And I'm pretty sure I like stepped on like Yuki's like dog's grave or someone, dude. And
don't worry.
I felt so bad, dude. Cause you're like,
you like break some wood across that back there.
Fucking Pet Cemetery, dude.
Yeah. That cat died 2 years ago. What's it doing out of the hole? Like,
Scary stories to tell in the dark for, dude.
Nah, that was that, dude. See,
I had fun though.
Look,
I was trying to find that audition and then like I just doing it wrong the whole time.
Dude, if I could do like a Saturday night, people come over and fucking we could all just game down. My whole thing is like, I don't think people want to fucking go all the way out there.
Yeah,
and even
it's 100% that.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I love driving up there.
That's why I'm not doing it.
I love the house.
I love
just being out there.
I would do it, but I just don't think there's an appetite for it, and I don't think that
it is scary driving home late night when it's like after Oscar's thing. It was pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Not creepy, but
tell me about
it. It was
bro.
I know, no.
I drive home from
every day.
at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning.
But the thing is, like, I don't mind though.
There's like tweakers.
But then I'm
like,
it
can't be dangerous.
But when it gets when it gets super foggy though, I was like, oh shit, man, this is. But I'm just blasting initial D.
Well,
yeah.
Just roll the window down so the fog can clear a little bit. You're just got one window.
100% is. But I would, if you did that, I would be there every Saturday, man.
No, but you know what I mean? Like it's and then plus like I like playing older games and people are like, where's Blaze Blue? I'd be like fucking somewhere in the garbage can.
Well, that's the fucked up thing is that
like I'm such an asshole because like other people.
What?
Like,
How about this?
And I'm like,
if they brought their own setup, would you let them set it up though?
If they brought their own setup, I don't. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be like, get this shit out of my fucking house.
Well, yeah, so you would, right? So I mean,
of course I would. I don't care.
Exactly. So fuck them.
Yeah, dude.
No, but what I'm saying is that like, well, no, bro.
What if I want to have a Neopets tournament, bro?
Look, man.
Would you accommodate that, bro?
There are people that like to play. That's why I've always loved Richard. More so than a lot of other people. Is because that motherfucker plays.
Yeah.
He plays, and not only does he play, but he likes to play.
Mm-hmm.
I could sit down and he's just fucking beating the brakes off of me, and we will play forever.
Well, that's what
and
makes
then he's
him a
like,
good
you know
player.
what? Let's make it interesting.
Yeah.
I'll play Ken or fucking Cody, and then it'll be fucking competitive as fuck. You know what I mean? Instead of me picking characters that I could just like fucking body you with, and he'll just play. And he'll fucking play and play and play and play and play and play. And that's why, no, that is why.
I think that's a hard thing to do, and Vincent really helped me.
But no, that's not true though, because I do the same thing. If there's a game and there's people talking, I will never be sitting there talking with those people. I will always be playing the fucking
I think
game.
what it is for me,
But I suck.
Vincent.
So why is
well, that's okay.
why is
That's
Richard
it right
so
there.
good? Like,
Vincent bought me Punch Planet. It's a game on Steam. It's fucking pretty cool. And he kept wanting to play with me. And I was like, bro, let me go into the mountains for a fucking year and like learn a character and then come and play with you. Because I feel like if I'm playing a game I don't know how to play, I feel like I'm pissing you off. Like I feel like I'm doing you a disservice.
I like that. Okay, so
you know,
off topic is one of those like where people are always like, why don't you want to play Warzone with me? Or like, you know, or some VR game, because I don't want to let you down.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
That's weird.
And for you, when you're talking about how you suck and suck,
No, in my mind,
no.
Well, in my mind, I don't think like that. In my mind, it's like I'm gonna fucking beat you. I've never even played this game before, and I will fuck you up. Like that's my mindset going in. I remember one time I went to Gaming on Grand, and they had some janky ass fucking setup for some game. I've never even played Unial or some shit.
Yeah.
And I played. I was like, who's the grappler? I looked at him. I was like, this guy's a bitch. I was like, who's like Guile? They're like this character, dude. I played some fucking guy there. I've never played this shit before in my life. I fucking beat him, dude. I was laughing my ass off. I was like, and then everyone's just like, what the fuck?
Well,
what
what I was gonna say was that, you know, I wanted to ask you was like, because you're saying, I suck. Like sometimes I feel like some people just water themselves down. Like they keep saying they suck, but in reality, it's like, dude, you don't suck, man.
Well, look, there's a reason why I don't play. There's a reason why I'm not playing the new Guilty Gear. It's because I don't want Toki to not make top 3.
Tong fucking murdered Toki. Yeah, Tong murdered Toki.
Someone else, and then me, and then Toki would get like 4th place, and then he'd be like, I'm gonna fucking.
Then he'd be the most uncoolest person in the.
You'd be the most yeah, dude.
No, straight up, like honestly, like
from known to not known at all, dude.
Like Precious Rico, dude.
I'm doing everyone a favor by not taking shit seriously, and that's weird because people. There's a thing where it's like. I don't know if it was just our generation and like
the worst generation.
You know, the worst generation, exactly.
Yeah.
No, but like, you know, there's a lot of like this, like, oh, who gives a shit about these other tournaments? Like, let's just only talk about fucking what's going on in our own scene. It's like, bro, this is when I was competitive, like in the local shit, right? So it was like, okay, so I'm gonna go to OFC, I'm gonna go to TTF, I'm gonna go to fucking whatever the fuck's going on. I'm gonna get. There's local shit as in like this is where we all grind and get good, but you have to go and play in majors. I went to fucking NorCal regionals. I would go to fucking majors, and because I was like, you know what, I'm going there to represent my group of people, and I'm trying to fucking win. You know what I mean? And I took it really fucking seriously when I was playing, and that is like a part that is somehow like. Weirdly lost in the whole like, who gives a shit about these other fucking trips? It's like, bro, like we all fucking gave a shit because we were trying to go there and take those people's fucking money, dude.
Well, it's like, why are you playing?
Yeah,
why are you playing in the end? And I feel like sometimes it's like it's a Hollywood thing. It's not. They're not the players. They're like the fanboys. Like, I want to see Punk. I want to see this and this.
Yeah.
I don't want to say they're turn wasters, but. No, I'm just.
Yeah. 0-2 or what, dude?
Well, then I'm for it though. It's cool. It's like a sport. Like when you said that, why would you go to Evo? It's like when you want to play fucking. When you want to like
play Michael Jordan.
When you want to like get a touchdown pass from Phillip Rivers. You know what I mean? Like,
bro.
It's just like it's something.
If he can throw.
So then, yeah. Win the Super Bowl, dude. No,
that's real, dude.
No, but it's just like, cause I'm not gonna like my first Evo when I went 05 at when it was in Vegas, man, like I was all about Third Strike, dude, and I got the I played Alex, and I was like, I want a picture with KSK, dude, and he was in my fucking pool, and I was such a fan, but I was like, oh, dude, like you're like my favorite Alex, you know, whatever. He didn't understand what the fuck I was saying. He was like, who's this fucking fat white kid? But I got a picture of them. I got a picture with him, and then like I was one of those guys, you know what I mean? Oh, that's one, not a picture with Tiger.
Who isn't one of those guys at first, right? When you first go and you see some dudes you've been watching on streams, and you're like, this is real. I'm here. These people are here. Like, this is fucking
I'm for that,
rad.
man. That's cool, man.
I remember an old conversation we had a long time ago at Ed's house, OFC, and it was like, we were kind of asking like ourselves, like, what are your goals, like, in all this? Like, what is our, like, what's what are we like striving towards or some shit? And I was just like, you know what? I don't care to be like some like super high known famous character. I was like, I just want.
But aren't you the guy?
People. No, I just want. That did happen.
I know.
I just want people in. At the time, I was like, I just want people from like, you know, Southern California to be like, oh yeah, like that guy, like I know who he is. He's pretty good. Like I was like, and maybe I can fucking beat someone like good or whatever. But that's not the point. The point is that like, it was weird because that was the goal. I was like, I just want to be someone that is in this scene, like locally, because I would watch, you know, 8 on the Break fucking. That was like the last time I'd ever watched tournaments.
Same.
And I'd be playing at the same time, but I would watch them. And after that whole like, that was like the last time I ever watched. And it was weird. And you see these fucking people, these people that are just of a different generation, and they're like, oh, I can't believe that my tournament like got hijacked by these cheaters. They split the pot and blah blah all this shit. It's like, dude, there was like a 6-month run at 8 on the Break where fucking Marlon Pie and Ryder split the fucking pot, and they would play, but it's like, hey, like, let's fucking just get money, dude. It's like that's what I'm saying. You go down that road too far towards something else, and you look back and you don't even recognize it anymore because pot splitting was like a completely normal fucking every week.
Do you? Okay, so I want to. I don't mind pot splitting.
I love pot splitting.
I don't mind pot splitting, but I just want them to play all out though.
Of course, play.
But they're but I mean, it's.
I mean, if they're like, I know, hey, man, let's go home. I gotta catch a train. You'd be like, no, bitch, you're gonna play this shit out. But you guys can split the fucking pot. I've split a pot with someone before. I can't remember who it was, but
it can get into a weird gray area. I think.
It does. You know, because there's a lot of people. No, there will be people. That's not honorable, or you're killing the integrity of the tournament.
You're killing the integrity. No, you have friends. I think in that Marlon Pie Ryder thing, they were both sponsored by the same person.
Okay, so what I want to tell you though, right now.
I don't want to get second and I don't want to get first. Like, I'd rather take a medal and we don't have to worry about getting first or second, but we can still, they never didn't play. They'd still have fucking Akama versus
Abel.
They would still fucking run it, dude.
The fucking king, dude.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not like they wouldn't.
No, that's true.
And it's like, you know who's cool? Fucking who the fuck did he say? You know who's cool? Fucking KDZ. Like, what happened to KDZ?
I know, dude.
What happened to KDZ?
I know, bro.
That guy was pretty cool.
Where's Juice Box Abel, dog?
Yeah, no, I mean, like,
still.
Was he playing?
Playing Guilty Gear right now. He was playing the last time I saw
KDZ,
Tekken. Also, I ran into him.
That's so.
When I was playing Tekken 7, I had a long ass set with him online, dude. It was pretty cool. He was streaming. I was like watching it. He's going mad and shit. But yeah, he still plays. He still streams.
Does he still wear gloves?
I don't know.
The workout gloves?
Yeah, dog. The fucking... do the dance and shit. You're like, this guy.
I don't know, man. We're a different breed, man. We're a dying breed.
Yeah. That's very true. And, it's coming more so around in every aspect of my life. In music, in movies, video games. Like, I'm getting old, man.
There's gonna be a time when it's done, dude. But no, it's like Red Dead, dude. Like, no, it's true. That's too real, man. Like, when like John was like hunting down Dutch, dude, he's like, dude, we're monsters, dude. We're the last of our. And John knew it hurt him, dude. Like shouts to Red Dead, man. That's just like,
reality, I mean, it's just, bro. Yeah,
it's like I'm Dutch and you guys are just trying to like fucking. You're going. No, but it's just.
It's interesting that I don't know. I think as long as. And it's weird though because it's the one thing you don't age out in. No. There was a tournament the other day where the Japanese like Capcom tournament. There was like 6 out of the top 8 were people over the age of like 35 or 40.
Look at fucking
bro. When you're
shooters,
19, dog. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When you're like 19 in a first-person shooter, you're aged out. You're like, all I can do now is like teach. Twitch.
We're kind of laughing at like when like it was like these fucking these guys looking up to these kids. But then like all the streamers that I watch, I play Call of Duty and Warzone. They're all like 22 or 21. You know what I mean? Yeah. But then it's true though. It's
that's the nature of Twitch though.
It's what it is, man.
Watching John Choi play Alpha 2,
he's still like beast.
He's the best.
Some things just don't. Old habits die hard, man.
Yeah, bro.
He's so fucking good. It's like the most ridiculous shit. Like. He'll beat everyone. As long as his stick's working, if he's got the fucking old fucking Woody dude, he beats the fuck.
I do feel like that to me though is that age doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Not in fighting games. It's more.
And it's weird because in first person shooters, they talk about reactions and it's like. I have a hard time believing it.
I had a conversation with Desi like a long time ago, like during Street Fighter 4 when we were driving up to the Desi Will. You remember Desi? He was like E Honda guy. Played Guilty Gear. He played like anime games a lot. You probably seen him. He's like an old school head.
Okay.
Well, Desi, but he's like one of the OGs. But I remember we were driving to a tournament. It was a specialist, like a 5v5, and like I qualified for the San Diego team. No,
yeah.
No, but
accolades.
And it was like me, Yeb, Desi, K Sexy. We're all driving, and he was talking about how
was that Arcade Infinity?
No, it was at someone's house.
Oh shit!
But there was like we got second. We lost a fucking Filipino trip.
Fuck.
No, but we were talking about how like reactions, like young, like being in shape. You know what I mean? Like, so I always wondered. It was like, is that real though? Like, if you're like healthy and in shape, like, are your reactions better? You know what I mean? Like, is it me being a fat piece of shit and lazy? Like, is it really affecting my gameplay?
It's more of like a cognitive. You have better reactions if you smoke a cigar before you play.
I think
is it like how some people are better at playing games when they're
like nicotine's like a nootropic, right?
Like drinking coffee or something.
That's why you get lightheaded. Like that's why people like smoking cigarettes because like you fucking feel it actually nicotine, or I guess not nicotine in general. It's a byproduct of this, but like nootropics like proves to improve cognitive function. So like technically if you like got a nicotine gum thing and you chewed it, and you would have better reactions. Okay. I don't think that it does. I mean, you could probably have better reaction, or your brain health would be healthier if you ate like a good diet. It doesn't have to be great.
Well, I was gonna ask you too, because you watch like fight UFC and shit. So like, I'm pretty sure this is why they have weight classes. But like, could a fat piece of shit beat and this guy's like well trained still? You know what I mean? He's a good fighter. He's just like a little fat. You know what I mean? Can he like? Is it can he still take on, like, would it be like an even fight if he like took on some fit guy that was well trained also, but they're just different weight classes? Is there a gap between those two?
Even in the same weight class?
Yeah.
Like, so like obviously it's kind of tricky because
like he's gonna win because he can take more hits because he's fat. You know what I mean? Is it one of those things?
No, in fight sports, like there is a cloud that looms of like PEDs and fucking some performance enhancing drugs. Like, you never know who's on it or who's not. Definitely. But as far as physiques go, like, just for the one thing that sticks out, what you're asking me, is like Fedor Emelianenko was considered to be the greatest heavyweight of his era or multiple eras, and he did not physically look. I mean, was he strong as shit?
Probably,
yes.
Yeah.
Was he fighting in an open weight class technically? Because heavyweight is like
Just don't let him hit you, man.
It's 210 to like 300 pounds or 265 in the UFC, whatever. And he would fight people that outweighed him by like 40, 50 pounds, but he would beat the fuck out of them. And he didn't look jacked at all. He looked like a random TTF guy with his shirt off.
Yeah.
But he was durable as fuck, and he hit hard as shit, and it was just genetically.
It's one of those punches where he just misses your face all
there. So like, so like there's
all for one dude.
Like there's people that have like a lot of fast twitch muscle reflexes, and like they gas out. The Conor McGregor, for instance, like he fades, bro. Like in the first 5 minutes, he's dangerous as fuck. He's one of the most dangerous guys. But if you have that type of body composition, like everything is so fast, it's like a sprinter, like Usain Bolt, dude. Like if he had to run a 100-mile race, 100 women would fucking smoke him. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna fucking run 100 miles straight unless your body's built for that shit.
Well, yeah. And I mean, like the world I'll go to, like I really do feel like it doesn't matter how old you are, because I still have some reactions where I can still super through a fireball.
Well, I always feel like we were talking about last podcast.
I almost react too quickly.
Yeah.
Because you get hit still?
Yeah.
No. I feel like I would react to something, but I get hit by, like, what? I did it too fast. You know?
I react to something before I see it, and I'll react to it before I actually see what it is. That's why the stupid, like, fake outs, like, they work on me so good. Because as soon as I see the dip, like, it's I
well, that's also a whole other mind game in the game, also.
It's so, like, I'll see the dip.
That's the beauty of it,
From down to down forward to fireball, I'll see the character barely dip and I'll jump. And people will just like walk up at that final range and dip, and then I'll be jumping already. And it's like,
that's the bait. You got baited. Yep.
So like, to a certain extent, like super fast. So one time we were at one of the stupid bracket visionary things. what was that? At that fucking LAN center that was totally like a triad game.
Game on or something. Yeah. That guy was cool though.
No, he was cool. But I mean, like, let's be honest here. Like that business, like, how could you? They're like, we're
how are you
expand.
open during the? It's
like,
well, they're reopened.
No, but it's like, dude, like that, no one was ever there, bro. It's like, what's going on here? You guys are, and he's like, we do. He's like, where's the money coming from, dude? Is this a fucking money laundering operation? But I love that place, by the way. But
I love it. No,
what I'm saying is that he had a Wii, and he's like, "Hey, bro, you got good reactions?" I'm like, maybe. Or no, it wasn't a Wii. It was a what is it called? Switch.
Yeah.
And he had this Kirby game,
Game Gear.
and it's like, he's like, "All right, it's gonna count down 1, 2, 3, and then it's gonna randomly go, and whenever you see it, you hit the button." And it was like Kirby versus like what's that big Doo-Doo King or
King
Dedede. And he's like, all right, you ready? Or it was Meta Knight or something. And he's like, all right. So, and then I didn't realize what was going on, and he got me. And he's like, bro, I've never lost this game before. He's like, I'm gonna beat you too. I was like, oh, okay.
And you threw all the darts at the balloon.
And then I was like, all right, I get it. And then the next time, it was all go, and I hit the button, and he's like, what? He's like, oh, he's like beginner's luck. He's like, all right, it's 2 out of 3. So then I did it again, dude. He's like, bullshit. And he's like, all right, I'll run it back. He's like, salty. And then we did it again. I have fucking bullshit reactions.
You know why?
In that game, what?
Because last podcast we were talking about it, bro. Being fat, dude. Gravity impaired, bro.
No.
When you train under 10 times gravity your whole life, dog, you're going to have better reactions than other people, dude.
No, I think it might. I think it's a curse. Because people use that shit against me all the time. People that know how to play, like Tong, will fucking bait out like stupid shit.
Well,
constantly.
that's
Richard.
Tong is good. Well, good. Okay, well, I'm not saying we're bad players, but a good player will abuse and take advantage of your weaknesses.
Yeah, so
that's the whole.
Richard and Tong, they both know that I have too faster reactions for my brain. So I don't wait to see the fireball. I just fucking.
That's why you get hit by the fake button.
I just react exactly. Yeah. I react to shit like way too fast instead of reacting to what my mind can actually perceive. Like, that's a bait or that's real. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, if in my mind, it's always like, how fast can I react? That's the best thing. But that's actually kind of a fucking.
It can fucking hurt you.
It's a disadvantage if you always let it control your actions instead of. This guy will try and bait me out. I have to slow that dial down in order to not get just opened up by dumb shit or not get baited out by stupid shit. But my brain is, I'm not quite smart enough to be able to fucking turn the dial down. It's always hard. It's always fucking as fast as you can do it. And it's.
That's why Jabali made that fake button, dude. Right? You just bait people out with that shit all the time, dude. I watched the whole video on it. It was like.
Well, they also. It was just funny too because when they did HD Remix, they gave Ryu a fake fireball, and that's probably because of the fake button too.
Yeah.
Man. Like,
that's pretty fucking crazy. I never thought of
They were just ripping off the taunt. That's the greatest thing. Whenever Richard made his stupid fucking fake rules exhibition match at Alpha 2 and dude, Tong, that's how you know Tong is the best. And that's what's funny. Is like Dante is sitting here talking about how cool Toki is and all this shit. People know who he is. People know who Toki is. I love you, Toki, but you're telling me, give me 10 games, bro. You're fucking. It's like beat Bobby Flay. Like take 10 games to Tong and be like, I can beat you. He will beat you in every single fucking game.
That's the thing why I look up to certain players like Tong.
The fake fireball to D-ping Richard in that fucking like grudge match thing at the party the other night. Oscar's grudge. It was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's weird because. Does Dante even know that he's playing with the fucking living legend? Like, what's it called?
No one. I don't. That's why the one thing that did hurt me when he said that we're nobodies. But then I'm not looking to now. I was looking more to the past too, because some people might not know that Jay won Evo.
He did.
Some people might not know that Tong, Shady K. There's a reason why these teams exist, and it's because of these guys, like Unfly from Marvel 2. Like it was Tong.
Yeah.
Like people won't know that. People just
or even at the Red Bull rape party at Evo, fucking.
What?
I was sitting.
What the fuck?
Red Bull rape party. Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm sitting in line. No, I think it was. What was it? It was that stupid. No. It was that thing where it was like a. What was it? It was like an Evo thing, and it was.
I probably didn't go to that.
No. It was like people. It was like a Gutex came back. It was like we're gonna have an exhibition like chaos.
Yeah,
it was a bar
fights,
fights thing.
that's what it was.
So we were there, and I'm sitting in line talking to Daywalker, and I'm talking about like, man, we had this money match the other day against these guys from fucking San Fernando Valley and Alpha 2 and blah blah. And he's like, who was on the team? And I'm like, it was me, J-Smag, J-Mo, Genghis, and Pimbot. And some guy in the line, I've never seen this motherfucker before in my life. He's like, are you talking about the Genghis? I was like, the Marvel player. He's like,
well,
yeah.
he's known, dude.
I know, but that's the thing, is that like, these, like, he's known to a lot of people, but is there some guy making a fucking Facebook video saying, you know who's cool? Fucking Genghis, dude? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're talking about some 12-year-old fucking kid.
Well, that's why it doesn't matter to me. Like, it's not a fucking popularity contest to me. It's just like, I know my history, man. It's just... We're all gonna become fucking Nico Robbins, man. You can't know that history, dude. You're gonna fucking get killed, dude. Like, you gotta keep it, man.
Well, most people don't give a fuck about the history either,
TTS
right?
has just become one of those. What are those stones called that only certain people can hit?
Yeah,
that's what TTS. It's the last one, dude. TTS One Piece, dude.
It's like the fucking
fuck, dude.
It gets to a point where I think a lot of people don't care to find out, right? It's like
that's funny.
They're on to the new thing, anyways.
I don't like what the FGC's become. I love the FGC, and I love how people want to play, but I don't like the whole like, you gotta be like this guy, you gotta be more like this guy. I'm like, dude, like, come on, man,
be your own guy,
be your own dude, man, be yourself.
Did anyone watch Starsky and Hutch with
You don't say you're watching someone's house, you know. Be yourself. That's that's exactly what I thought.
I always
about
say that, dude.
When you said, you know what's cool, and I was like, you know what's cool?
That's what's really cool.
That's what's really cool. Be yourself, dude. I don't own a bar and say I'm watching. You know, it's true though. It's just like what that's some little kid shit, man.
Tiny,
it's just,
look at me. Do I even look small?
Yeah. But it's like why would I care about someone that doesn't care about me?
Yeah. I can respect
and there's
that,
reasons,
actually.
and there's people that I look up to, like I said, like you know, like Alex, like Kelly Power. I like him because he always puts a good word in for the house, dude, or he knows because he's been to TTF multiple times. He's been to TTF more than
he went to an SOS one time.
He went to
like hijack LDL.
He went to every TTF in Vanilla back then. Him, Mike Ross, Gutex. Like I'm not trying to name drop, but it's just like, dude, like
you're just name dropping, bro.
Like, yeah, dude, you know who's cool? I don't know, but
who are you even talking about?
I don't know.
Has Say Jam ever been around?
Yeah, bro.
Everyone he's named that's from the West Coast has been in the house. That's the best part about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Thank you, Stacy Steve, for buying a TTF shirt too.
Yo, dude.
He was like wearing it during like that Tekken tournament. It was pretty sorry, dude. But
that's epic, actually. Yeah, I just don't. You know, that video was disheartening in a lot of ways for me.
I feel like we're off topic, dude. So you got any more? Looking at Brandon's notebook, you know, got your phone, dude.
But those are all the questions I wrote, dude. Well, I was gonna,
but I'm for it, man. I don't. If this is a 2-part, 3-part, I'm all open for you guys, man. So I'm down, dude. I love it.
I mean,
man.
we're still doing pretty good.
Good time.
I can read some of mine then, but mine are more getting down to who Cody Denton is, dude. Like, how did you get into fighting games?
How to get into fighting games was Legate, man. That was I've always played like fighting games, like just playing for fun, like I'm good at this game, whatever. And then I remember I was talking to Legate, and I was like, I probably could fuck you up in Tekken Tag. I don't know. And in reality, I didn't know one thing about that fucking game. You know what I mean? Like I was doing like fucking Eddie Gordo and like fucking Paul's Death Fist, like just killing anyone unblockable.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And then you know he was like, oh yeah, I was like, I'll play you. And then we went to the arcade. He fucked me up. I'm like, is that real? What is this, man? Like he was doing real shit and just like, and it was just one of those like
awakenings.
Teach me, man. Like,
where did you go? Golden Token.
Tilt.
Oh, Tilt.
This is when Tilt was stuck in the closet. And I mean, I knew this guy since like fucking junior high, man. So it was just like, but like. Later on, it was just like, I can beat you know what I mean? But little did I know this guy was playing Marvel 2 and fucking going to like AI and FFA when he was up with his dad. You know what I mean? Like he's been around, and then he just opened a whole new world for me. Told me about all these tournaments and showed me combovideo.com, video opera, all that shit. And I was like, dude, this is amazing, man. It was like Narnia, you know? I always used to that. I got so into it. So like my first game was Third Strike. That was like my first fighting game because he would always play it and he showed me like SPO and just FFA, all these like videos, and I wanted to be part of it, man. And then Tekken, and I just got into it. Got really get into it, like the deeper meaning, not just like I know how to do this, just like really breaking it down and just becoming part of this like underground It was reflexes, dude.
Yeah,
no, but
Yeah.
no, but it's just like this whole. God damn it! This whole different. This whole different.
It's a league of.
You would never know it existed. It was like a Narnia. It was like underground. It was.
It was like the hardcore scene to me. It was exactly like the hardcore scene because you had to know to know. It wasn't something given out. It wasn't a fucking pamphlet you read about. You had to know someone who fucking brought you in. Rico, Vincent, and Challenge for me, bro. It fucking changed my life, dude.
Yeah,
I would have never thought of those.
Chilang was the kid who would go to. Chilang was the guy who got into Third Strike and would play at fucking. You know what I'm talking about, Nickel City, and be like, oh, these people are badass, blah, blah. I tried to play Third Strike. He had sticks, and I would be like, this game fucking sucks ass, dude.
But yeah, the question was, yeah, it was just like, it was eye-opening. I was like, this is amazing.
Fuck
like,
yeah, dude.
There's a whole, like, scene. I would have never known it existed.
I
would have never known it existed. I would probably, if he was never my friend.
No, exactly.
I would probably be a fucking doctor or teacher.
That's so epic.
I respect that. Actually,
I'm serious, man.
You would have had like a
graduated college, dude.
America.
Yeah, it's
you would have been challenged in real life. Dude,
no, it was just
right?
fucking. Yeah. But when I traded in, I would not trade.
Fuck no, dude. Okay, and then let's see here. How old were you when that happened?
So that was like senior year, junior, senior. Right?
Damn, that's pretty fucking early.
Well,
we were out of high school, I think, a little
probably
bit.
Probably like,
right?
I mean, everyone played Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. Right? Everyone
played, but this is my awakening. Was playing someone that could play.
Yeah,
and I was like,
well. Yeah. No, so I'm saying we all played. You know, I beat up my cousins and my little sisters because they couldn't block the sweep in Mortal Kombat. But then, like
I actually always liked fighting games more than every other game.
So did I. Did too. But shout out to Primal Rage. Shout out to
Clay Fighter. Good, dude. They were so good.
But
then 2 was so fun.
But it was for me. It was like, but were you really playing it?
Exactly.
Hell no. We were.
I was mashing that shit.
Yeah. No, exactly.
I was getting blisters on my fucking thumb, rubbing fucking.
Like
shit.
I said, like I'm not gonna be one of those guys. I've been playing fighting games since Super Turbo when I was like 5. No, like I was playing fighting games when I was like 5, but it was just like.
Was I really playing?
17 years old, 18 years old is when I eye-opening was like, oh, dude, like, I
feel like that's a good age because you can really soak in.
For me.
Yeah.
It was 2010.
So, like, 04, 05 is when I really got into it.
You can really absorb that shit, too, at that age. Like, too young, I wouldn't have... If someone told me too young, I probably wouldn't have been into it.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of talking about where age doesn't matter. But, yeah, when you're younger, like, those reactions are there, though. But it's just one of those, like, also, like...
The biggest advantage when you're young is just the natural advantage of being able to pick up things faster.
Yeah.
It's 100% easier.
I just was such a little bitch to, like, do anything, like, practice-wise as a kid. Like, I remember my dad was such a badass. He'd try to, like, do all this shit for me. Bought me guitars and took one lesson and was like, fuck this shit, dude. I'm gonna go outside and, like, play and shit, you know? Like, so I think if I played, but I never really tried. You know what I mean? I think I was just too young. And even if we had older friends that would try to show shit, I was like, yeah, I'll try it, you know. But then when I met you guys and like saw it in practice, like I was like, oh my god, like I suck. Like I used to think I was good. Remember when I played this guy at my work, dude? He bought Super Turbo for fucking Switch, had the little Switch controllers and shit. And I was like, bro, I'll fucking body you. He's like, no, you won't. And I was like, I probably will though. Fucking bodied him, bro.
Yeah.
And it's because he used to be how I was.
They probably didn't know that there's a whole
nother level. And I didn't even place a god that well, you know, but I knew enough to fucking
on a little pad. Didn't you also like someone called you out on Street Fighter 4 at your work, and you're like, all they had was a pad, and
it was so bad, bro.
That's always my favorite when you know that this guy doesn't play Super Turbo and he's talking shit.
Oh, yeah.
What I always do is the yoga noogie or the ball rock throw walk under, and that's how you know they don't know what to do.
No,
I'll throw a guy I'll throw a sonic boom, walk up and just throw him and do it, and you just throw a sonic boom, walk up and throw a sonic boom, walk up and
because if you play someone that has no idea what they're doing, they're not gonna get out that yoga noogie, or they're not gonna get out the
especially
punch.
Those ones are even worse.
That's I always thought that was cool too, because it's like. You kind of show this person like the reality. They're living in this fucking fantasy world.
That's also their choice too. It's like this is where they're like they're done with it, or they're like they want to learn
Make
more.
it or break it, dude.
Dude, it's the Matrix.
Oh,
It's the Matrix.
dude. Are you gonna come back next year? Or are you gonna give up, bro?
Bro, it's the Matrix. Like the red pill or the blue pill, dude. It's like you go back to your life. You can figure what's
I don't know if you watch. Oh, you watch One Punch Man?
Yeah.
You know when it's like every time you fight someone and or like it's like teach me. You know what I mean? It's just like he just like fucks him up. He's on his knees like bring me. It's one of those things, dude. It's just like just he misses your like face, dude, and all the air just goes blows up the mountain. And you're just like, yup, that's
Wow.
Yeah.
It's funny because people say weird shit. People act, one time, this was a random story, but one time, I'm sitting there and me and Oscar, we might be barely married or we're dating still, and we went to one of her friends' like birthday party at some random restaurant, and there's this random fat, just sloppy fucking jackass kid who's talking too much and is all weird, and he's just talking about all kinds of shit, and somehow he makes this analogy that wasn't, he was pretending to state facts, but he was just talking out of his ass. It's like, oh, well, you know, things don't really matter because like, or tears don't really matter, like, as an argument of like, oh, well, there's supposed to be this like hierarchy thing. He's like, well, look, like, a Dan player won the last like major Street Fighter tournament, and I was like, I'm just sitting there minding my own business the whole time.
That's the best part.
And he just says this shit, and I was like, who? I was like, the last major was fucking, you know, I can't remember what I said. I was like, it was final round and fucking, you know, a Dawson player.
That was always one of my favorite things too.
And he was just making shit
I'm saying
just to shoot shit. And I was like, bro, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
That's what always was one of my favorite things. Like when you know these things, when you just randomly hear some guy talk about something and you just know they're talking about their ass.
And
and you're just like,
not only was it like inaccurate, but I don't think a Dan has ever won a major ever. Period.
No. Maybe a local. That's what I'm saying. Maybe a local.
But
Street Fighter Dan.
What?
Yeah. Street Fighter 5 Dan, yeah. But
we were in San Marcos.
Or the bar fights where Sanford just.
It was Super Street Fighter 4. I don't think Dan was fucking beating anybody, dude. I was like, maybe at your fucking church or some shit. You had some fucking Devil's Rejects tournament, and you fucking
Salem's Lot.
The AA tournament.
I got second place in that tournament, dude.
Okay.
I ran all the way back. Played Richard.
Okay. The next one. What made you want to run TTF?
So I guess about how TTF started then was I used to work at Tilt, so I was working at Tilt, and I would have Tekken 5 tournaments. I would have Tekken 5 tournaments, and then I was lucky because if you guys know who Gam is, that he's at the house all the time. He was my boss, and I was pretty much able to stay open as long as I kind of wanted. So you know what I mean? Like it was one of those things.
At Tilt.
I mean, I'll close the gate and everything, and like, cause you know the tournament, it's only one arcade.
That's that mall down there,
like right by my house.
You got? Didn't you? By your house?
Yeah.
I never.
What mall is that?
Plaza Bonita.
Okay.
This mall was like probably like. If I could go back in time and like an era, if I like died and like dodged like what era would we want to learn, you know, it would be that mall like in high school because that's where the Tilt was, and then Wizards of the Coast. So so Lagade and all of them would be up there playing Marvel 2 and like Third Strike, and me, Dre, and everyone else would be playing Magic downstairs.
What kind of cabs do they have at fucking Tilt, dude?
They kept them clean because Gam worked there. They just had the cabs, man. Like they're like all the legit cabs.
What games?
Fighting game wise, they had Marvel 2, CVS 2, Third Strike.
Wow.
Tekken.
What were these? Were these
they're like American cabs, but we bought
blues, or were they big or were they small?
Well the Tekken cabs were like the legit Tekken cabs, like the I don't know how, they're just I guess the ones that they're I don't know what they're called, but they're real. But like the Marvel 2 ones and the CVS were like they're like the big screen in front, and like the sticks kind of went out.
The showcase.
Yeah, the showcase. But but Gam bought like legit parts and shit, and he kept this like every other game was all fucked.
Was it all American parts?
The Marvel 2 was like the P360s and shit, yeah, but they're all new. We kept them clean. Like if someone complained that they were broken, we would buy new parts and shit for them.
P360s never break, bro.
but no, and then but it got to the point where it was just like getting late, so we would always just finish the tournament at my house.
Okay.
And then so I was working every Friday, and then it just became like, fuck it. I don't know what happened, man. It was just.
The transition just happened.
Because it used to not be every Friday. It would just be like random days. And then, but I think once like 4 came out, not even 4, like 5, Tekken 5, and it's been around, man, for a while. So like but that's pretty much like your question was like, it's because I was working at the arcade, and then I was like, we couldn't finish up there, so we just finished up at my house, and then I was like, these tournaments are pretty cool, and then I was just like, fuck it, I'll just throw tournaments at my house. And I got lucky enough because well, not lucky because my fucking parents did, but it was one of those
I got lucky because my parents
it was just my mom
split in a horrible way.
Yeah, but
I got the house.
Yeah, pretty much. But no, so my mom on the weekends would be with her at her boyfriend's house, no, her husband now. Mm-hmm. So then the house was like ours for the weekend, and I was like, fuck, I'll just throw parties. Yeah. But then the parties became like tournaments, and I guess just tournaments we couldn't finish at the arcade.
That's so badass, dude. That's so badass.
And you guys would be playing on a fucking Naomi board and then go home and play on a Dreamcast?
Yeah, PS2 or something.
You'd be playing CVS2
we're talking about Tekken 5.
Oh,
yeah, Tekken 5. No.
Dude, that's fucking badass, though.
But to answer your question, like, I think in the beginning, like, I never noticed anything. Like, we didn't care. That's when we used to run tournaments, both on 360 and PS3. But then then you realize, like, not pro, but you want to get better, and it's like, you got to realize that you need to play on.
Yeah.
But
that's why my rule was always like
that's how standard.
Well, no, look at if you were gonna let's have a third strike tournament. You're playing on a CPS3 board, and then you're like, all right, let's go finish this up and play it. I have it on PlayStation.
Yeah, but
PlayStation 2 actually ran pretty good.
You're like, edition?
I'm gonna go play third strike on my Dreamcast.
Well, that shit was
game was
bad,
fucked up.
Yeah,
you're like,
I didn't know that until like Urian had it just
the combos are different. Like the Yun combo, like the Yun combo on Dreamcast is different than it is on the fucking arcade board.
But the thing with that though is that the reason why the reason why we had those tournaments at the Street Fighter 4s were Xbox and PS3 is because I wanted more people to play.
Yeah.
And some people didn't
play it on Xbox. Some people. Yeah.
And then it did become a problem in a way, but we kind of dealt with it. We sucked it up and dealt with it. But
Street Fighter 4 on CRT was the shit. Dude.
The laggy CRT?
No, bro, it ran so good.
That was Manny, by the way.
Yeah, no, these fucking check out.
OFC we had this big blowout because we'd always play grand finals on Ed's fucking flat screen TV, dude.
We fucking hated that shit.
And we tried to tell him, dude, and he fucking had a fit about it. But that was when we really were like, hey, we want to get better. We want to play on the same setups that are at Evo. We want to
especially some of those early OFC tournaments where Richard wasn't like straight up like Enoch walking into the fucking clouds like a demigod, like when it was competitive between like Black Lightning and fucking or Tamashiro and almost beat Richard,
dude, right?
Everyone would like, it was like Sean was shitty, like we'd all beat Sean. Sean would go 0-2 and like cry, and, like fucking.
Sean's been streaming and playing again.
Sean's a killer.
So good,
he's been playing Guilty Gear though.
but
he's back though.
That's how you know the game. That's how you know Guilty Gear at least is pretty cool because if Sean's playing it,
I almost got it, but I'm like too much of a coward to even like show like how shitty of a player I am.
Because the thing is, if I'm gonna play it, then I'm gonna have to like put in some fucking.
A lot of people.
Exactly.
The thing is, like, if I want to buy it, if I buy it, I'm gonna want to like actually time it. It's like, bro, could I be doing something else with my time? Like, am I gonna put it up? Am I just gonna like fucking buy this fucking game and then just fucking it's
tough. It's tough.
And
man.
I think it's
a $60 game too.
It's a $60 game. It's tough, and then you're comfortable. You know what you're comfortable with, and you like the games you like to play. And then it's just if people are gonna give you a hard time with that, fuck them, man. Like you want to play what you want to play.
Yeah,
but
it's dangerous though, dude. Like,
but I'm also saying that a lot of people are picking like Hobby Trash Bro. He's picking up. He's picking fucking fast, but he's also a youngster.
The thing is, bro. If I fucking played that game, dude, I
think
I would have fun. I think I could have fun, but the thing is, like, it's also fun to like just
talk shit.
No. I like playing alphas. I sit there and play it by myself at my house all the time. Like that's all I do. I just
when Tom won the tournament, when he beat Toki, he said, "I'm just glad he won." And he's like, "I'm glad because the game paid. I paid the game off for myself." You know what I mean? It's just like
fuck yeah,
because games are expensive, man.
They really are, and it's a thing where learning how to play one fighting game really taught me what it took, and that's the question that I'm always fighting with myself. Yeah. Do I really want to put that time into this to get to that level?
And I don't want to say like the whole legacy and new game shit, but it's like I always compare this Guilty Gear with like Tekken 7 and Street Fighter 5, where it is an easier game to pick up for the series because Guilty Gear is a really hard game.
It's a technical game.
It's a technical game, but this game is kind of a watered down version of it. It is a real different game, but obviously if you're a fucking you're a Guilty Gear player, you're gonna pick it up a little faster. Exactly. But anyone can still pick anyone can play it. And then it's just also the question at the end is like, but are you gonna stick with it?
Exactly.
Are you gonna lose and just say you're over it? You know what I mean?
It's hard, man.
That's and then I don't want to get into it as in like it's one of those things. Like, it's just, are you gonna stay with it? And I do understand we're getting older. You know what I mean? And there is certain things could you do doing something better than you're doing now? But it's always with me. It's like it's a passion though. It's one of those.
Well, I feel like
it's
I
a
have
heavy
so
passion.
many passions, like comic books, video games.
It's a downer, dude.
What do you juggle? What do I do?
It's hard. No, it really is hard, man.
Yeah.
It really is hard. It is, and then it's just why I always say it's just like it's hard. Like I'm not talking shit to people that don't have that passion anymore, but it's just something that I'm just sad for those people. You know what I mean?
It's like church, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like
wait, what?
It's like church.
Church steal?
Like, my mom's always like, when are you gonna like be religious and go to church and all this shit? I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to go to church and just be like some fucking hypocritical, like,
just looking at like the choir girl, that's like
fucking person that like I don't even know if I believe. I was like I don't even believe in this shit. But like, you know what I mean? It's just like, oh well, it's still like good for community and all this shit. I'm like, okay, but like, why would I? It's like why I quit playing Street Fighter 5. It was like when I was into it,
Yeah.
and then like it's like I realized I was like, you know what? I'm not putting the time into this. Like, I'm not going to do good.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just
That's
going to...
perfectly fine.
And for a while, I was still... I quit for a whole year. And then I went to Evo Japan and played Street Fighter 5.
Just don't be the guy that you quit and then you just rag on other people that still play.
Definitely.
That's just like... That's the worst you can do to someone. It's just like... Don't be the guy where like they fuck you up and you call them a nerd. It's just like... What? You know what I mean? Just like... It's,
or I have the friend where it's like... When we saw Cody last, Cody Grubbs, he was like, I haven't played a game in like 5 years, dude. Like, I'm old now, dude. Like, and I've never felt that way about that. It's like, that's what, passion.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is to me. As long as I'm into it, I'm into it. Doesn't matter how old I am. So when I hear people talk like that, that really disheartens me too. It's like, so I have to.
It's one of those like, you should never tell people to like grow up or one of those things.
Yeah.
It's just like there are some things, whatever, but just certain things, it's like that you can just do forever, man. It's like, I mean, when I was playing Magic the Gathering competitively, like a lot of these players were fucking like my age is my dad, man.
Yeah.
But they're the coolest people, man, and it's just one of those things. It's just like
something fun to do. It's like golf.
Yeah.
It's all these old people playing golf, and you're like, come on, man, like give it on.
Because they're all there for one thing, to have fun.
Yeah, you go out there, you hang out with your boys, you drink a little on the range. You're playing a game. You might do better than you did.
You all sexually harass this one girl.
You're all still at the same girl.
You're better than you were 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You're still kind of growing. That's what golf is kind of like fucking fighting games. Because it's actually, yes, does age, if you're young and you can rip the fucking ball, but like, does it come to a point where you're just so smart and old and wise that you know how to play good enough to where you can teach your old handicap by just outplaying yourself? It doesn't have to do with the physical attributes. It's just like, I know the wind game. I know the fucking bounce. I play the bounce now.
It's a mixture between mental and physical, right?
You might, like, let's say, like, you might suck now, and there's like so many younger kids that are better, but they're still gonna come up to you for advice, right?
No, I don't suck.
No, I'm not. Well, I'm just talking about
You want me to go home and buy this fucking game, dude? I was like, I'll fucking body all these motherfuckers. That's why I don't play these games, dude. Because I'm too competitive when it comes to that shit.
Well, what I'm saying though is that, like,
I get what you're saying.
I'm not as good as I used to be. I'm not as good as I used to, but people will still come up to you and ask you for matchup advice because they know that
there's experience there.
There's experience there.
Yeah.
There's wisdom.
There's wisdom, and that's what anything, right? Like, you go to the older, these young kids, if they're smart and not just full of shit and they're all about them, like they'll ask for advice. Man. Yep. They're always gonna. When I first did Rambats, like back in the day for like Street Fighter 4 and Tekken 5, I talked to Gutex because this is when FFA, when he was still a person, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I was like, hey, what do you do? Like how do you run these tournaments and shit?
What happened to Gutex?
And then it's just. I'll talk to Alex Valley, Mike Watson, like, dude, how do you, like, what do you do, you know what I mean? Like, because it's just, I wanted to know what should I do.
There's certain people that want to say they know everything and they don't need other people's help to get to a certain
I'll admit it right now, I do not know shit, man. And if I need help, I will ask for help, dude.
That's the one, so I hate to talk shit on my wife over here, but whenever we go shopping, she won't ask anybody anything. When we walk around the store for fucking 45 minutes, I'm like, let's ask someone where the thing is. Oh, I can do it myself.
One of those, like, just
and you're like,
ask for directions.
Yeah, and you're just like, what? No. I'll ask anyone anything.
That's the worst.
How do you come,
one of
dude?
the worst
I've never
things
come before. Like, how do I do that, dude? Like, shit, am I beating it wrong?
One of
like,
the worst things you can
bro?
do is ask for help.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
it's fucking. It's weird. It's a. I think asking for help can be a humbling thing.
It is.
You know. You're like, oh wow, I really have to rely on my fellow man sometimes to like find something out. Like that's fucking cool, dude. That's what we're all here for, dude.
And never get mad at someone asking for help.
No,
can you imagine?
No, question's a dumb question either, dude. Yep. You know, it's like
you got fucking kindergartners asking you help. Like, hey man, like that's why you just
what's
never
blue? You're like,
motherfucker, dude.
Cody, what's a rim job? It's like
18 years later. No, it's just you've never. Just you can't be afraid, man.
No, definitely not.
And then that's the worst thing. Like, don't think you know everything.
No,
because there are tournaments that probably didn't happen because they freaked out and they didn't want nothing to do with it. Like they folded, and it's just like all they had to do.
Fucking Fire Festival, dog. I always bring that shit up, dude. Did you ever see that documentary?
Yeah. Fire Festival or that Tumblr con, how with the ball pit and just like
I pictured when you were talking about
you
David.
See the Bracket Visionaries one, dude?
When you were talking about David upstairs in that room, all I pictured was that guy that ran Fire Festival in the back pacing, crying. Remember that? Where it all fell apart, and he's just like, "That's exactly what happened."
It's something. That's why I never promise anything.
No, hell no. You just say there's gonna be a tournament, dude. Like,
yeah, there's gonna be a tournament,
and that's all you need to hear, bro. Like, I'll be there, dude.
There might be prizes, but you probably gotta wait later on. But they're gonna be there, but it's just gotta wait, man.
Yeah, bro, you gotta be patient.
It's crazy.
Isn't that what you do when you play?
And if I do offer a pot bonus and I say it's $500, there will be $500 there.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I'm not gonna tell you where it came from or who I owe money, but if I say something like that,
it'll be there.
It's gonna be there.
Respect that.
It has to be there.
You have to.
I've been to so many tournaments where
shots fired, dude. Tournaments that promise all the shit. And then
I've been to so many tournaments.
There was a guy in North County who used to do that shit all the time.
I'm gonna talk about that right now. I went to a tournament.
Oh shit!
That's the first time I've seen Will. DBK. Mm-hmm. I didn't know who he was though. Like he didn't know me, and but it was a small tournament. It was run by people I know. But they ran just the bracket. They didn't run the tournament.
Okay.
It was at like an Oceanside Boys and Girls Club, and the fucking SRK post said $500 cash prizes, plus prizes, blah blah blah. I fucking win that tournament. It's only a 6-man tournament, but I beat Mitchell, Steinmania.
Damn.
I beat all these good players, dude.
Stein.
I beat good players. And
what game was it?
Street Fighter 4.
Was it vanilla?
I think it was like Super or Vanilla. It might have been Vanilla or was Super after Vanilla?
Huh?
Super was after Vanilla, right?
I think so, yeah.
Super was after vanilla.
Yeah, but it was whatever. It was one of
so many versions of that game. I don't know.
Vanilla?
It was Vanilla 1.5. You know, version 1.5. No, but
Vanilla means the first.
Yeah, the Street Fighter 4. No, but then but I played it. I won. And I was like, I won, dude. Like
my $500.
I drove up here with no gas. I'm gonna get gas money. You know, like blah blah blah. They gave me a fucking Powerball thing, some like video game DVD frames, and a fucking signed poster of Tony Hawk.
That is the North County.
And then I'm just like, and then I'm not gonna say nothing.
Where do you think that
I'm not gonna be a dick and say anything. I should have been. I'm pretty sure if I was any other fucking top tier player, I'd be like, motherfucker. But I was happy. I think I had fun. And then I fucking go back to the SRK post. They edited it.
That's fucking
after the tournament saying, "Oh, it's $500 worth of prizes." Blah, blah. And then the joke was like, "Is this Tony Hawk poster worth $500?"
Dude, fuck yeah,
and
bro.
then it's just like fucking. And then I'm driving home, and then my girlfriend's just mad at me already because I was just like, it was so bad. It was so shitty.
The Game Circuit pulled one of those. I think that fucking. I don't want to talk shit on
the guy that agreed with nothing.
Did he?
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. No, but
No, well, I remember there was like a Pizza Hut fucking tournament or some shit. There's always been a lot of, or no, it was that Enola. It was it was the one, bro. The fucking AA meeting tournament. It had all. He was like, "We're gonna have all this," you know.
That was the most random shit.
There was the guy who backed Ray and a bunch of those fucking. That guy fucking.
The 80 something land people.
Yes,
yeah.
Land Diego.
The guy that like gave Ray the money for the rap battle.
Yeah, the guy who financially.
Swag. That's the guy that was. I remember. I didn't know who you guys were yet.
He
and then
ripped Richard off.
Yeah.
Richard won a whole Rambad's like thing that guy did, and only like 4 people showed up, and Richard won it all, and it was supposed to be like.
I think I do remember this.
so many hundreds of dollars, and the guy would just give him like a fucking Pizza Hut gift card and like a fucking CD or some shit.
All I gotta say is to say too that when I had Ram Bats and I didn't have the money, I said it. But I told him straight up, it's like, hey, you can support me or not, but I will pay you out. But you might have to wait a week. You know what I mean? One of those things.
Yeah.
But I paid it, like, for damn sure. They got their money, and I know it's a shitty thing to do, but it's just.
It's better than
I
not
forgot to go to the bank.
anything,
One of those
bro.
things, but and then thank God for some of the people. But there are people that hold that against me. But there are people that they're but there are people that always just talk shit about me. They're like, so it's nothing new. And there are also people that still show up. It's like, dude, so
there's people that talk shit on fucking you borrowing a quarter, bro. I have some guy at work like that. It's like, where's my fucking quarter at? You're like, you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, you know, there's a certain extent where it's just like, come on.
that's why I like
like
it, man. Like, oh, it's like I don't care, but it's so funny. It's listening to like these people talk about me. It's just like. If anything, it makes me just like, it's like I let my haters be my motivators, man. It's so I love it. It's just like, well, so and so said this, and
some Instagram post,
there would be like people like
meme.
I remember one guy. I'm not gonna say any names, LP, but it was just like these people were just like thought I was lying of how many people I had at the house for a tournament. There's no way he had like 15 teams of 2 at his house. That's 30 people. I'm like. So, like, you never had 30 people in a tournament, you know?
There was an Alpha 2 tournament I had at your house one time with 28 people inside of it. And these people didn't even, they were just like, hey, Rico, I'll give you $1.
But just to have someone say that I was lying about the numbers.
Dude, there's a shit
what do you
ton of
have
people.
to gain? Like,
Dude,
you know what I mean?
At
Like,
TTF, there's a fucking gang of people, bro.
No, there really is.
There's a lot of people there.
It's...
Oh, I remember.
It's an event, bro. It's not just a tournament. It's a fucking event,
At the
bro.
Victrix thing, it was, Viscant was sitting there. Everyone was kind of just standing around. And Jay's there, and then, who's the commentator that was there? The old... the old guy. The old Henry Chen.
Henry Chen.
Yeah. No,
That's Henry Sen?
No, not Henry Sen. Henry...
John...
It's
Altered
David and James Chen. Altered David and James Chen.
So James Chen was there, and he's all talking to Viscant. He's like, "Hey, man, what's your guys' scene thing going on?" Like, he's like, and then Jay's just like, "Oh, you know, like, I guess TTF's like."
Yeah, James Chen knows about it. Yeah.
James Chen's like, "Oh shit, TTF's still like the biggest thing."
Well, you know the funny story about that?
He was like, "Yeah, they had one like last night or whatever. It was like the big anniversary thing," and he's like, "Oh, that's cool." And I was standing there, and I was like, man, there was like fucking 150 people there last night. And he's just like, what? I was like, dude, it was fucking crazy. He's like, that's so badass.
The funniest thing was during that tournament, the Oz guy.
Because that was the night before.
Yeah, it was. No, exactly.
There was like 1 million people at that TTF.
That's what I was saying. There are people that showed up that I haven't seen since 09. You know
That's
what I mean?
so badass.
But the funny thing was that you know, Oz was drunk off his ass and he was drinking at that tournament, and he was like, I want to introduce you to someone that you might help you out. And it was like James. It was people that I know. So it was funny. He's like, oh, I know Cody. I knew him since like fucking 09, dude. And I was just like, yeah, man. So it was just like an awkward, like, what you been up to, man? And even like Justin Wong, dude, because, you know, like, even he knows me. And it was funny. And it was just like, he's like, oh, I want to introduce you, you know, Justin Wong. And he's like, oh, what's up, Cody? Like, do you ever get that? You ever find that guy who stole the Switch? I'm like, nah, man. It was just totally, you know what I mean? It was just like,
damn,
it's like.
I swear my theory on that is still the most. It has to be what happened. It has to be.
What happened?
But then then again, it's one of those, like, I don't brag about the people I know, though.
No.
You're just name dropping people.
I don't. Yeah, dude.
That's all you've done this whole podcast. I'm gonna call it fucking.
Just, you use our platform to name drop.
Cody name drops fucking everyone.
That's Cody.com at Twitch TV.
Dude, that's fucking godlike though, dude.
What was I saying?
Man.
No, so my theory on the whole stolen Switch thing, I swear, it's the leading theory. No one can fucking tell me I'm wrong because no one else has a better idea than mine. Some random guy.
Yeah.
Some random person.
It's happened before.
They heard the ruckus. They thought it was a house party.
Yeah,
they came in,
100% before.
looked around, was like,
saw everyone distracted.
They're like, he's like, what the fuck is this shit? It's just a bunch of fucking nerds. Like, I'm gonna go jack this Switch and sell it and buy fucking
drugs or whatever,
tweak with it, and then fucking get my dick stuck in a jacuzzi thing and have to get like
the
fucking
sea salt out.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like. Let's be honest.
It's happened.
Some of those jets suck, bro.
It's happened. It's happened before. It's happened. When we used to have bigger turnouts, like people would hang out on the patio, like, you know, Marvin Gam and all of them. And they've had to stop people. Like, just random,
that's when that entrance was on the side. It was almost better.
Yeah, one time. One time we did have a party.
There's like a bottleneck there. And
it was
hey, motherfucker.
We had a big ass party. It was for like one of my ex's homegirls and blah blah. And then some random dude just walked in. But in the end, he was cool. But still, it's happened. And then we had a couple of. We had like a big ass. It was PHS, and I'm on the front, and he's like, "Fucking these kids or whatever. They're drunk as fuck. They're like, no, listen to the party." It's like, no. And they're they're trying to start shit, and then like Marv just comes out, K6 and Crockett just like
Marv's so big, dude. Marv's so
but then it's happened. It's so it could have happened. It could have happened 100% because it has happened.
Because I know for a fact
because everyone was there. It was a small TTF. And everyone was there. We knew except for one guy, and it was like
jacking shit.
It was like J Smack's homie, and it was like Jet's homie. And the fucked up thing too, man. I'm not gonna say who it was that this guy messaged me saying, "Hey, I checked my friend's backpack. It wasn't, you know what I mean? Because he was the only new guy.
I remember.
And in my head, I was like, you didn't have to do that, man. You know what I mean?
I know, but
like,
he probably felt guilty.
He did, because he's also he also thought like that's the reason why I just closed it forever. You know what I mean? And that's why Jet is a hero. But anyway, no, it's just it's a theory. He
got an innocent man off the hook, dude. You know, 40% of supposedly like death row things, like people on death row, like 40% of them are like,
I watch a podcast on it, dude.
And you know how crazy it is that you've been doing this for 13 years, and this is the first time something like that has ever happened.
Right? Evidence. It just shows you how
honest people that really are, man.
Like, and then you realize that it can happen to anyone.
Yeah.
And I knew that was always a gamble that I took.
The thing is, you know, malevolence comes and all shit. Yeah. Anything can fucking happen. Yeah. There could be a rattlesnake in your backyard one day and bite
someone get bit. Yeah.
And you know what? Shit, just if anything, the world. If you live long enough, chances are some fucked up injustice that you did not deserve is gonna fucking happen to you, and it will happen. It's guaranteed. Your lifetime, something fucking terrible is gonna happen to you. Whether or not it's someone that is a family member of yours, they're gonna just get some fucked up illness that is like a 1%. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of shit like that. It's just life, dude. Like, life is heavy, man.
It really is heavy.
And you know, anything can fucking happen. But I think it's more like just a random evil, just do or deed thing instead of like some, you know, someone who we all know is just like, I'm gonna jack this fucking shit. He's just like, come on, man. What the fuck? No one stole it on purpose.
No.
It was just...
It's something. It is a very unfortunate event that happened. And it also... It's also sad that it could have been someone. It could have been Andre. It could have been a friend that I trust. It could have been anyone. But we'll never know who did it.
We won't.
And shout outs to the homie... I always say it, dude. Adam, dude. Karen X, dude. He's like the reason why... He's like the true hero TTF, man. Like, just some complete random kid that started showing up. Gave his Switch to Mitchell because he doesn't use it because he didn't want like a bad thing to, you know what I mean?
To stop his fucking
tournament. Yeah, he just started showing up and he was all about it and he's like, hey, I don't use this Switch anymore. And like,
what a good guy.
And it was like a Mitchell Switch anyway. He had his name on it. No, but no, he just he's like the true hero, man.
The re-give, yeah.
But it sucks, dude, because we'll never know. Like, it's like a fucking cold case mystery, dude. Like, we'll never know who stole it, and it could have been anyone. Dude. It could have been me, and I stole it from fucking Randbat. You know what I mean? Like, right? It's fucking insane.
No, I know, dude.
Who's gonna expect me? You know what I mean? Like,
I lost a girl's iPod in high school.
I remember that. I was listening. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, it was the worst thing. Yeah, you just never know.
You never know.
I turned around and looked at all these fuck faces right there, dude.
And I had to be a kid. I had to be. She's like, I'm gonna turn my back around.
She was such a bitch.
And if someone puts this Switch on my desk. And I was like, no one will tell anyone. You're like, I'm gonna count to 10. You know what I mean? And turn around.
And then she just gives you the whole, you know, sorry, you know, I fucking tried. You're like, yeah, it's there's evil everywhere, man.
And that's another shit. That's another. It's a curse, dude. Like, you just sometimes you're. And I know because my mom says it's the same too. Because my mom's the same way. It's like sometimes I wish I just wasn't so nice, man. It's like. People will take advantage.
They'll walk all over you.
They'll walk all over you.
That's true, dude.
But I mean, but I see it once in a while limit. But then it's just become like. That's why it's always funny when just someone tries to find some dirt. You know? There is dirt. There's so much dirt on me, but it's just like
it isn't good to always be nice.
It isn't, but it's just who I am, man. It sucks, but I mean,
it does. You know, but yeah, let's all take our shirts off. Let's all get in the shower, dude. Okay. Let's switch gears here a little bit.
I'll give someone $20 if they drink some water out of my belly button.
Liquid death.
Yeah, the true liquid death, dude. Fucking Rico's belly button, dude. Okay. Your top 5 anime right now.
Stop. This is like some crazy ass.
No.
I don't watch
much anime?
New anime,
Okay.
but I do keep up to date with it. So do you want me to do like new ones right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
what are you into?
Oh, wait, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Or top 5 all time? Like,
Okay, top 5 all time.
Well,
what
top
did
five-
you ask? What did you
Well, no, he
ask
has
now?
top 5 anime right now, so I don't
Yeah,
really watch.
right
But
now.
the last couple I watched that I did enjoy was the Jujutsu
He
Kaisen.
was telling me about that.
It's
Rico.
Fuck, is that the one that I watched? Dude, I'm so far because I'm so far. So I think that's the newest thing I ever watched.
What's it called?
I don't know why it just
Jujutsu
like
Kaisen.
Is
I
it
haven't
about,
checked it out.
is it
yet.
about fighting or some shit?
it's a dude. So it's funny because how you said that every anime is just it's pretty much just
Naruto? Or like,
it's Naruto. It's a badass teacher and just three, and it's the wild card kid that's like the strongest, the serious guy, and just the girl. No, but
Stereotypical archetype.
but it's good though. It's
Okay.
the bad guy. It's just you think it's all fun and kids until the dude's mom gets like raped and killed, and like damn, is this the same fucking anime that I'm
Right,
watching? Like
right.
everyone was having fun playing beach volleyball, then the next day this kid's mom gets
some
raped.
heavy shit happens,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh.
I guess top 5 right now. Well,
You haven't checked out Demon Slayer or anything?
I haven't, but my roommate Justin's all about it.
Nah,
It's kind of new.
Yeah, maybe like 2-3.
But I heard it's one of those
Or
where
is
it's
it
like it starts
Hunter?
off strong and it just like
That's
it
what
gets
my
pretty
brother was
bad in the
saying
end.
too. Yeah,
But that's hard. But if I could like pick top 5 though, like it would be like Cowboy Bebop.
respectable.
I can't believe pop. Cowboy
That's a
Bebop.
hard one.
It's probably like all the old like Adult Swim, Trigun, Adult like Cowboy Bebop. Samurai Champloo. I love that shit. Well, it's because it's the same fucking people from Cowboy Bebop.
That was a short and sweet one too.
Oh, you know what? New one I did watch is Dotoro. If you don't, that's pretty good.
I think my brother was
Dotoro. It's like about it's like a. I didn't even know it was like an old. It's from like the 70s, and they remade it. Amazon took it.
Oh shit!
So it's basically about some like shogun lord that like sells his like newborn child to the devil to like make his cropland, but that kid survives,
That
and then he
sounds
becomes
pretty
like,
sick, actually.
and he's like no sin, like he's just like he's like he has no legs and arms, and this guy just makes these like sword arms and legs for him and shit.
Hell yeah.
And for
Shit,
every
dude.
time he kills a demon, he gets like a body part back. But in the end, like, you know, he has to fight like his brother he doesn't know about, and his like mom was
Damn.
like the only reason that kid like survived because his mom was like praying to some Buddha statue, and when he was born, like the lightning killed the statue and the head fell off.
It's
and,
like some Ricky shit, dude.
yeah, oh, Rick, okay.
Your dad's Hitler, your
Yeah,
mom's
dude.
fucking.
I'm glad you read it because if you watch the movie, like the movie is just the first chapter, the first arc of like this fucking saga of
Dude,
like,
that shit is insane.
Holy
just,
fuck.
I will never understand
His
like,
mom,
the fascination.
and Frank,
Yeah,
and his dad is Hitler. I swear to God,
his
I'm
dad's not
making
Hitler.
this
His
shit
dad
up.
is the child of Hitler and like some Asian girl, and then they had to hide him because you know Hitler is like.
It's fucking.
And then when they in the end when they go to the
bro.
church where that priest is like
Dude,
the last like Nazi
it's
soldier. Like,
fucking insane.
I will never understand the fascination between like all these like Japanese manga and like you. Have you read Monster?
No.
So there's like an old manga like Monster about like it's about a doctor that like gives birth or like this kid's basically Hitler reincarnated. But it's like one of those like dude, it's crazy how like just like but
fascination with that.
there's so much lore though. You can do like Indiana Jones was like you know like these are like Hitler weapons or like Hellboy.
Shit's
Hellboy, I love Hellboy. Never tried to
Yeah.
read Hellboy, but there's so much Nazi shit too with that, and it's just like did Hitler have the
Spider-Man Noir, dude?
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Just like all those like, and it's like that's the cool lore to me too. Like that's why I love it. It's just like Hitler had the spear that had like crucified Jesus. That's why you know what I mean. It's just like so much crazy.
The spirit, that's
Yeah. Well, that's
like,
in Ricky also. The spirit. Yeah.
dude, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But like you know, sometimes
It's just cool,
truth
man.
is stranger than
hell
fiction.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Well, yeah. Like how
if someone
like,
told you that NASA was run by like
that's
ex
why
fucking
I
Nazi
love
fucking,
dude the mad
you would be-
Wolfenstein. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
That's fucking so
real.
sick.
just like it's just cool that you can use that as. I mean, it's a sad and horrible history, but it's crazy
It's
how
a
they
part
can
of it,
turn
dude.
something into like art and like. It's like
Well, it's media, right? And like, you can tell a horrible story in a weird way that almost makes it not as horrible, or it shows you what happened in a lighter sense or something. You know, you don't have to like
Yeah.
be so fucking like disrespected by it, or like what we experienced in 6th grade in our fucking class of the Holocaust, dude. With that kid, we told it on the podcast.
Oh
right?
yeah. Mr.
That was the
Stairs.
most awkward and like
That was fucking crazy.
eye-opening thing I've ever experienced.
I had a
dude.
teacher. I didn't do it, but Dre had a teacher like in junior high, and he made them all sit on, lay on the floor of the classroom side by side, and like and it was pretty much reenacting like, well, this is how the slaves felt when they were taken from like Africa to,
Wow.
yeah, and he like, and obviously we're all kids and we're just like talking shit, but I mean it's like
That shit's heavy.
yeah, it's
though,
heavy though,
bro.
but
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Black Panther bad guys, fucking Killmonger or whatever. He's just like,
That's a good.
put them in the ocean.
Man, Marvel has a really bad habit of killing a lot of cool bad guys, man. But
Yeah.
Black Widow I'm so sad about that movie.
Can be just like the comics, bro. They could just bring him back and like not explain any of it, dude.
Yeah.
I
thought it was an explanation. It's just like very minimal and like you just like, I guess.
Whatever. But
what do you think about just? Have you seen Shazam, bro?
Yeah.
Was that sick or
it
what?
was a good movie.
Brandon, have you seen it yet?
I still haven't seen
Go watch that movie.
I didn't even
There's
know
a lot
it
of
was a
movies.
movie.
I
That's how
like
bad it was.
Shazam, dude. The bad guy was too fucking real.
I'm like the opposite of you though. That's the problem. It's like you think that comic books are stupid. And
I don't. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that most comic books are far shittier than anyone will admit that they were.
But that's what makes for me.
Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not.
I'm not.
There's
But
a
the
lot
thing
of
is,
shitty ones. Yes.
That's what makes them good for me, though.
That's what makes finding a good one.
New 52 Green Arrow was probably the worst fucking comic book ever. But I have every single fucking episode.
I liked
every fucking issue.
You're buying New 52 Blue Beetle and all this
Yeah,
stuff.
I have that's true.
Reyes,
but you like them, though.
Yeah.
But that's the whole point.
Static
Where it's like,
Shock,
You know what's good?
that's why their comic books are good, because
what
it's
was
like
good was that new Hawkeye that came out. Was it New 52 Hawkeye?
No,
that's
Marvel
right.
Now.
Marvel Now Hawkeye. That one was fucking sick.
Matt Fraction.
Yeah,
that was good.
I had that. I bought the fucking book.
They fucked that guy over so bad.
A lot of the
too.
Marvel Now shit was good, like Venom too.
The thing is
during
that,
era
like,
was fucking amazing, dude.
I don't even want to throw a number out because I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Everyone will always fucking hate on me.
Yeah, well.
Everyone will always hate on me, but the fact of the matter is that even though I have no idea what I'm talking about, I have a little bit of truth in what I'm fucking saying. And
For sure.
everyone can say I'm fucking stupid, but there's delusions. There's delusions all around. I don't think every fucking comic movie is great. I think most of them suck ass.
I think they all suck.
But every once in a while, one will be okay. And I think it's the same thing as fucking. I mean, I don't know.
How
I think they all suck.
the worst? No, they're good.
Like
but
Black Panther was kind of shitty, but everyone thought it was really good. I'm like, it's all right.
No, I'm saying I think Marvel, like MCU people are the worst people. Just comic book movie people are the worst people.
Yes.
Coming from someone that reads comics, and I don't want to be that douchebag, but it's just like because it sucks too, because like a character that you love so much, it's just they just fuck them over. Like Ronan, the Accuser, is the sickest fucking character ever, but they make him into the biggest fucking bitch in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, and that hurts so much, man. Thanos is one of the sickest characters ever, and I mean, I think he did a good job portraying him, but there is so much more that he's done so much. Like it's hard because then you're just in this like I always say that you have to separate the two universes.
Well,
but it's
they're not the same.
They're not the same at all. And I think,
but it's hard though for me.
Yeah. So Ronan the Accuser, right? He's a cool character, right? You're talking about, but like, are all the old Guardians of the Galaxy comics like the greatest thing ever? Like when fucking the main character was that blue guy with the mohawk. What the fuck is his name?
Gladiator?
No, the guy with the needle in the new one.
Yondu?
Yeah, Yondu
was never. He's not even the main character.
Wasn't he originally like one of the Guardians? In the original run, Yondu wasn't. It was like Yondu and fucking Drax and like.
I feel like if you Wikipedia Yondu,
Star-Lord wasn't even in the original fucking run of Guardians of the Galaxy.
He might have been part of the Annihilators.
Huh?
See, it's fine. You don't want to get into it though, but it's
but you know what I mean. Like, some of this shit.
I'm still waiting for Venom to be on the Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, but so like, so you're sitting there and you're like, okay. I don't know, man. I've read a lot. I have read a lot of comics, and believe me, like, I have.
It's hard.
I have a down to earth fucking. I mean, yeah. I could be a cynic, right, and say, I'll admit, a lot of comics are fucking badass. I read all of fucking, my brother had all of Sin City. Mm-hmm. Those are fucking badass.
Fucking good shit.
I read a lot of good fucking comics.
Yeah.
And I've read a shit ton
I think a lot of
shit,
people
bro.
have, yeah.
And, you know, if people were asking me, like, hey, should I watch One Piece or read the manga? I'd be like, hey, read the fucking manga. Why the fuck would you watch the anime?
I don't think people want to hear that you hate something. Because, like I said, like I don't like a lot of the comic movies, but I enjoy them. And it's
a different thing. It's just... It's
stupid.
Look at Riccio. Look at Riccio. That movie, you watch it, you're like, wow, this is fucking, this is a pretty crazy movie. And you sit there, you read the manga, and you're like, this shit's like the first 2 issues of this movie.
No, it is. It literally is just the first
you keep reading
chapter.
it, bro. the wheels fucking come off, and you're like, wow, they actually managed to make a decent movie out of probably one of the most
fucked up,
criminally insane fucking things I've ever read in my entire life. And it's like they made a decent movie based off of a chapter of a fucking psychopath's book.
Yeah.
It's like, what? Or even Old Boy. That fucking that manga fucking sucks ass. The manga's stupid.
Yeah.
It's like the guy's like singing a song and walking, and the guy like makes fun of him, and then that's dude. The movie where he makes a rumor up of him and his sister like fucking because he saw him kissing or some shit, like that's so much better of a fucking plot like driver than this other shit.
The way I've always
he's like singing a gay song. He's like changing the lyrics of a Britney song. It's like, you know, sounding like, I know, you know what I mean? Like, if anyone ever heard the weird versions of a song you sing on the radio, because you're just
out of your fucking mind
sitting there going like, fuck me, you know what I mean? Like,
I feel you.
I don't know, but like, I don't know. Every once in a while, there'll be a good movie based on something that.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not. I don't want to take back what I said, but there are comic movies I do enjoy. Like that. The ones that I like are the ones that people hate. Probably. You know what I mean? One of those.
Same here, bro.
Like I love the first Thor movie, but everyone hates that movie.
I just fucking whack.
I just don't. But that's what I'm saying though. It's like, but I'm not mad at you. It's just like whatever, dude.
I don't like Thor. I think is my issue. And I have a friend at work that's always trying to get me to read different comics.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, you should read the new Thor. And I'm like, it's just not a hero that I vibe with.
Yeah, I would like Thor too because like it was like a very family heavy thing. Like this guy wants to love his brother, but like he does. He'll always love it. And then like Odin was always. I don't know.
You know what the moral of the story is? I just realized this. I just had an epiphany. Is no one should talk shit on what other people think is cool or good. Like you're not virtuous.
That's why I never
read the book. Say what's that one? Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Like, you would think that people act as if like, oh, I read Game of Thrones. Like, I'm a better person than you are because you watched it. It's is that really true, or is that something that you just grasp?
That's why
you're frantically grasping onto this hope and dream that maybe you're just special. You're more special, or you dedicated yourself more, or something. It's like, bro. It takes a certain amount of if you read all the books, okay, good for you. Like, congratulations, you're a badass. But if you watch that fucking hour and a half long episode of just pure darkness, you're also like kind of a legend. You know what I mean? It's like you watch this shit and you convince yourself that it was great, even though you couldn't see a goddamn thing that was happening. It's like, well, you're special too. Like,
people say like, oh, it's my guilty pleasure, but my thing is, there's no such thing as guilty pleasure. If you like it, you fucking like it. So it always hurts too when it's like when people rag on your music, and then you never rag on their music, and you're just like, okay,
that's
whatever.
Something people love to talk shit on, dude.
That's why I would never talk shit about people's choice in comics. I never talk shit about people's choice in games. I never talk shit about wrestling. It's because if it's something they enjoy, why would you like talk shit about something and make them feel bad? But then people just like doing that.
Easy,
it's easy.
I do it. We all do it.
I feel like
you're right. No,
you do it to people we know. But we're fucking around. But I'm not gonna if I'm talking to some guy I don't know, it's like, oh, you shouldn't read that shit. That shit sucks, man.
Yeah. See some guy in the comic
I always tell people,
book, you're like, put that back.
When I used to go to comics, I'm like picking up some shitty like comic, and they're just like, is that good? I tell them it's not good, man, but I like it.
Yep.
So I can't. And then and then when they ask me like, what do you recommend? It's like, dude, like I read a lot of trash that I like, and like I don't want to recommend you like something shitty, but I like it though. It's just
if I get a feeling from something, and it doesn't matter if it's a game, a comic, a movie, music, I fucking dig it. And I've never watched any of the MCU and felt emotions. I've just watched the movie.
Yeah, I've never.
But in a comic book, I've cried. Like I've like felt something. You know what I mean?
You know what it might be? It might be in comparison to other things. Like you watch one of these movies and you're like, wow, that was pretty good. It's technically it's just good compared to all the other ones. It's not really like Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah, bro.
You know what? And the same thing with comics. It's like you might read a comic and be like, man, this is the fucking greatest thing. It's like, is it the greatest literary achievement of all time?
I like shitting on certain movies where like everyone's like, don't you love the part when like Steve Rogers is getting fucked up and like on your left? I'm like, you know what? If you think this is the coolest part of the movie, you suck, man. The sickest part of this movie is when Thanos is just sitting there, like just waiting, and when like Iron Man, Steve Rogers and Thor, and he's like, I've just been waiting for you. Like this guy posted up like a whole day just waiting for these guys. That is so badass. And it reminds me of when the Great Ninja War, dude, when Madara was just waiting on top of the thing,
dude. Right?
That's why I think
that was fucking
like,
sick.
He was just like and it's one of those like he knew that he could lose, but he just didn't, like these are like the big three, and it's just him, and he's just waiting.
We're talking about
Endgame.
Yeah. My favorite part of Endgame is when Captain Marvel comes and fucking just bodies fucking. She's got that haircut and she just looks so cool. And she comes in and she just owns Thanos.
You know, my favorite part is when Thanos punches her in the stomach and fucks her up, dude.
I'm just kidding.
No,
dude, that movie fucking Endgame was the shittiest movie.
It was okay. So it was pretty bad. But like I said, every movie has its moment.
It was entertaining. I'd say I'd watch it. I was entertained. But I didn't really enjoy it.
And also, I guess, what was the second one? Infinity War?
No, Infinity War was the first one. That one was actually good.
Well, my favorite part with that one, too, was
that
the
one was good.
Because, some kid was crying because everyone got fucked up. But the best part is when Thanos comes out and looks at the sunset, he's like, I did it. And that's how it ends. It ends. And everyone's like, is there more? It's like, dude, like, have you not read Thanos Quest, you fucking nerds? It's just one of the... It's just like...
The coolest part about the beginning of Infinity War was that, like, the beginning of Infinity War is the end of the Infinity Gauntlet, whatever. He's got that little farm, and he's all like,
the scarecrow.
Exactly. Like the opening scene is like the end of the fucking book, and you're like, wow, this is pretty crazy. I didn't think that was going to be the beginning of that movie. I was like, what are they doing? And they start time traveling. You're like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah, but
I mean, Infinity War was way better than Endgame was, in my opinion. I don't know.
I feel that way too.
Infinity War was fucking bad.
But I mean, it's just like those small moments. Like it's like a 3-hour movie, but a 5-second scene was just like, damn,
the best part.
That was worth it, dude.
Right? Because at the end, he just sits there, he just kills.
And then like these kids are crying, people are mad, and like these people don't know like the truth. Like people don't know like
no, for sure.
And people don't know that Thanos is a bitch too, man. Because technically he did that all for a girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, bro.
That's so crazy too. But it's just also one of those.
But even in that's another example. It's like that. I mean, some people could read that and be like, "Oh, this is cool."
I always liked that part of the story too. Because I don't know if you read like he had one where the whole time like his crew just thought he was crazy because he was talking to a girl's dead body. You know what I mean? And it's just crazy, dude. Like,
when I was reading it, I thought that Nebula was gonna be like in the movie. I almost
thought she was gonna do what she did in the gauntlet. She took it.
I was like, she was gonna get the gauntlet. It was gonna go bad, and then they just didn't do that shit.
Yeah,
I was like,
you will never forget their main plan was the Silver Surfer just to try to catch it.
That's my argument when we're talking about it. The coolest part about that run was the helplessness they had, and there was just one plan, and like it
all relied on the Silver Surfer.
It's like, all right, Drax, you grab him, and then fucking the
and he just fucked everyone up, dude.
Your only job here, Doctor Strange, is to teleport people, and like that's all he had to do. It's like that's how powerless he was. Like it was like the devastation of that was like crazy.
That's the crazy thing about the Gauntlet too, because it showed you how powerless everyone was.
Well, even
he turned Wolverine into like skin and bones. He turned Thor normal. He fucked everyone up.
Like, there was no chance.
There was no hope.
Even the
except for
what were those like entities? The like 6 like fucking
gods.
Like a fucking eternity, like order, chaos, and
we have.
Well, they had even the Celestial Tribunal can do anything, or the Living Tribunal can do nothing. It's just that could be a whole different topic. I don't know. Comics are great. Comics are awesome. That's all I gotta say.
Okay.
Comic books are amazing, and that's top 5 anime. Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, Dragon Ball Z, and Naruto.
Hot number 5, dog. I like that shit, dude. That's fucking badass. Okay, so let's get into comic books then. Okay, what do you like about comic books?
We just had this conversation.
We just answered that.
Yeah.
What don't you like about comic books then?
What I don't like about comic books is that I just don't like. There are certain events that happen that didn't have to be a whole event. As in, it could have just stayed in its own comic, but instead they made Civil War 2 should have never happened.
Holy shit.
Civil War 2, Access. There are comic book events that made me stop buying comics.
Okay.
Wow. I enjoyed them. I liked them, but they were just bad. That's just like,
what poisoned the well, dude? So you think it was just a money grab?
Yeah.
Let's do Civil War 2.
I think that's what a lot of the runs are, right?
The thing with Civil War 2 is that if Civil War, the first one was amazing. It was just like, because it was a real topic. It was like, this fucking these innocent people died because of this war, and this mom thought that, they thought that we need to show ourselves because we need these people, and then Steve Rogers wanted to protect that. You know what I mean? It's like it's legit. And Civil War 2 happened because the A-Team, or the fucking Goober Avengers thought they can stop Thanos, and fucking Rhodey died, or War Machine dies, and there's a whole argument where like this. It's like, no, you should have never done that. The end. You know what I mean? Like, there's no, you know what I mean? Like, oh, Thanos turned himself in because the Infinity Gauntlet is in the Avengers Tower. I wonder why. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, come on, man. And then they just try to make one issue span into like fucking 5. Like, it's just But then again, it's just. But then I don't know. I'm sounding like a hypocrite now, but there are some parts that I can enjoy. But it's just sometimes it just feels like a money grab, and it sucks.
Yeah, I feel that a lot. Like sometimes they'll do a run like they did X of Swords, they did King in Black, and they did Future State so close together that it was like, I'm just gonna be broke for fucking months now.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I think one thing I do hate, and it's not the comic book's fault, it's more of the people buying them.
Definitely.
Is that I hate when I am reading a comic that I enjoy, but because something special happens or something in it, that people that don't read it buy it.
And then you can't even get it.
And I can't get it. And that's why I recommend pull lists. But let's say I read New 52 Suicide Squad, and it was during Death in the Families, when they had, each issue had a special, and it was like the Suicide Squad, it was the issue when Harley had Deadshot and he had the Joker face on him, and it sold out because of that cover. And then it took me so long, I had to spend like way more than it.
Isn't that ridiculous too?
Like, where if I did have it on my pull list, I would have to just pay normal. But then just
that's like
I know J-Flo had said it too, is that like people buy certain issues of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because of it's issue 100 and Splinter's on the cover. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? It's
with that Ninja Turtles that came out, and what was it like?
The War City, the one that came out like a couple weeks ago. Like,
no, the original. Like whenever IDW decided to reboot it,
that was so good.
I bought the first like 30 something issues of it. Every issue had variants, black and whites, multiple different colors for every character. It was one of the most insane variant runs I've ever seen in my entire life. Every character, it was fucking stupid almost. But I was like, hey, at least you get to pick which one you think is cool.
Yeah,
well, like I said, Thanos is one of my favorite like bad guys, and so when his one shot came, well, not one shot, but his comic book came out. There was like 6 variants, and I bought them all, and that's probably the most I ever spent on one issue. The one variant was like $90.
Which book was this?
It was just Thanos.
Was it Marvel Now?
It was just recently.
Did you buy it post like off eBay or some shit?
No, it was just a variant. It was like
they charged 90, but the most I ever spent for a variant was $45.
It was $90, but obviously if you like. They didn't spend $90 on it, but I mean, well, it's like when they're selling the Jim Lee for fucking $400. It's
so these guys are just scalping this shit.
They're not technically scalping it. It's just that's how much it's fucking worth, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's cool because like certain
the MSRP is like $4 on the side, right?
No, it is
$4.99.
But then the thing is, it doesn't matter because there's someone out there that's gonna pay more for it.
I know, but like,
if you pull the book, like Cody's saying on a pull list, they'll tell me that too. They'll be like, "Oh, this one's already worth like $30 online right now, but I'll still give it to you for the price because it's on your pull."
That's happened to me. Like when
that guy says that show all the time.
Yeah.
What's his name? Jay James from the comic show. He told me, he's like, dude, remember when your wife came in and bought All the Children Are Missing or whatever? I was like, yeah. He's like that variant run. He's like, it's not even the first edition. He's like, it's like the second edition. He's like, that set I sold to her for like $40 or something. He's like, it's for like $200. Right?
That also fucked me over once too, man. Because when the Tom King one was going, I bought the variant and the normal issue. So I remember when one issue came out, it was during like City of Bane or something, and then I had to pay like fucking $12 for it. And I was kind of mad, but it was just like, why is this $12, dude? And it's all because of this and this and this. And I hit Vincent and J-Flo up. He's like, dude, they sold it at the like Carlsbad Mall for like fucking $4. I'm like, what the fuck, man? Like,
you can tell the difference in people that are trying to make a buck and people that really care. It's the same thing about TTF. You want people to come back to your store. You want people to fucking support and when you're doing shit like that, no one's gonna fucking come out and support you.
But
dude.
Also, so when you say like, what's the one thing? It's mostly just, I guess,
cash grabs.
Just cash grabs. Like people charging more, and like when I know it's kind of a selfish thing too. It's just like when you love a comic and you buy it, but people are like, you can't buy it because some collector, you know what I mean? It sucks, dude, but it's just
some fucking loser. Yeah. Okay,
it's because of Netflix. No, that's what he said. He said Netflix is making where all the kids go or whatever.
Oh, like Sugar. Wherever that Sugar something came out too.
He's like Sweet Tooth.
Sweet Tooth.
I remember when I was reading.
I didn't have that, and then now they're worth like
that shit, bro.
Yeah,
that's legit.
Was it cool?
I like it. But then again, like it's just dude, you can talk shit and hate it, but I liked it.
Whenever I was, I have a couple whole runs. I have Unknown Soldier. That was like one. This is the only comic book that I have every variant for. I have the New York City.
What's that comic you bought when that guy landed on that planet and like he had sex with that cave?
That was so fucking sick, dog. I was like, yo, this is.
And then like he saw the robot, got scared, and then in the end it's like her and the child, dude, just waiting for the dad to come back.
Those one shots are the best.
It was like $1 at the county fair mall or at the.
It was almost like a story. It would have been something
the county fair, the North County Mall, North County.
Okay. It was almost like something you would have found out of like a heavy metal.
Yeah, no, it was. That's it wasn't. No. But that's what I know you're talking about. But yeah, it's just like this. There was no text either. It was all just like panels.
Random. That's badass,
dude. And I was like, God, I love
that's still okay. Honestly, less words sometimes. Like that Batman New 52 one, dude.
No, okay, wait. Are you? Is it Requiem when is it when Robin died? And then it was the whole, and then the only
letter at the end, dude.
And then the letter, yeah. And then like every panel was just like the flash of lightning and just a silhouette of Robin, dude, or Damien, yeah,
dude. That shit.
And he was just mad and killing everyone. Yeah, that was that Requiem. That was Batman and Robin. Yeah, that was one of them. Yeah, that was too sick.
You guys are gay.
Oh, dude, we're gay as fuck. I don't give a fuck, dude. But one thing I do hate too is on Wednesdays when this shit drops and there's the new wall. There's all these little fuckers just fucking standing around. I'm a fucking considerate person. If I'm taking too much time, do you like to come in? Like, grab a book or something, dude. These dudes are fucking gatekeepers,
I'm always
bro.
in the back just like waiting.
Trying to get through, and it's like, no, there's this one dude that just like jacks his dick and like fucking chills all day. You're like, what are you doing, bro? Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. And it's like, sometimes they're spending more money, so they think they're like, I'm allowed to do this or something. It's grow up, man. Like, that shit fucking pisses me off, dude. Like,
that's why I get a pull list, man. But sometimes it's hard though. It's just
you get a pull list, but sometimes
there's
it's
still
like
something that comes
out.
You know
how it is.
Yeah.
You have so much already on it. You see something new dropping this week. You're like, I'm gonna put that on the question mark. Like, I don't know if I have the money, I'll get it. But if not, like, I'll just leave it, I guess. And you get there, and there's one left, and there's some fucking dude like being weird and shit. And you're like, I've almost screamed at people in comic stores. Like, I've almost been like, yo, get the fuck out of the way, dude. Like, you need to, like, be respectful, dog, and, like, let people in, dude. Like, it's insane, dude.
And that Nowhere, you're talking about Nowhere?
Yeah.
That's not a big place either,
it's
man.
Not. So if there's
small.
2 or 3 people right there, you're washed out, bro. And I go on my lunch, so I'm trying to get in and out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I ain't got all day, brother. Like, let me get in here, dude. But they are really, really cool about stuff. I've kind of fucked up and, like, called like late on a Wednesday and had them like pull books for me and shit, and they can like, you can hear it in their voice where they're like,
the thing is like, you're giving, but also they know you're there.
Yeah,
you're a loyal customer, and it's just like,
it took me a while to get known by first name there too. That's a hard thing to get into a comic book store and have people like recognize you.
That's what the one thing I miss about buying comics at the mall is that the lady that owned it, dude, I would be like there for an hour or two just talking to her, man.
Yeah.
Because I would just like, it was like, how's your family doing? And I learned like the history of like comics, you know what I mean? Because she was such a nice person, and dude, and she held on to books for me, like it was crazy, man. Like I told her like, I don't have a job right now, and then she was like, hey, I'll hold on to you and just like pay me back later, man. Just I was like, fuck, all right, you know what I mean? It's just, it's just crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
I like that though. I like that. What about some music, dude? Let me hear some Cudi music right now,
dude. I like a lot of shitty music, but
Cudi's music sucks, dude.
But then again, it's like one of those things where it's just like,
I'm just kidding.
It's just, I like everything, and it's just, if you don't like it, I'm sorry,
dude.
Man.
Your cousin's in a sick ass fucking band.
Oh, Piss Regardless,
dude. Yeah, it's like that post-hardcore band.
Yeah.
Your fucking cousin. Dude.
So, shout out to my cousin Matt. He got in a horrible motorcycle accident. It's pretty bad, and yeah, there's like a GoFundMe and everything. So hopefully he does good. But they're up here. They're from ESCO. That's
band. So badass.
But yeah, he's in a big band. Yeah,
dude,
Regardless, man.
I listened to the
shit and my cousin's the main stealer.
It's fucking sick, dude. I was like, this is fucking hype as shit.
Yeah, they're all from ESCO, dude. I mean, my cousin's from like, down like Claremont shit, but they're all from they're in ESCO. Music though, man, I don't know, man. I like a lot of music.
What were you listening to on the ride up right now?
I was listening to Britney Spears.
Respect,
dude. I can tell you, I was listening. Okay, so I was listening to like my Japanese, my anime openings. But I was listening to I was listening to Britney, Fall Troy. Like the last song that came up was Born to Make You Happy, man. That's my favorite Britney song.
I respect that.
Just a bunch of random. My YouTube playlist is so crazy.
Oh, dude.
Like it's funny.
My Pandora thumbs up is fucked, bro.
Yeah.
Like people at work are just like, what's going on in your head?
Like I just like it was like Chicago was playing, and after Chicago was like As I Lay Dying. After As I Lay Dying, it was like Slipknot. Then it was like fucking country, like Nelly, and then like fucking Mike Jones, T-Pain, fucking the opening.
T-Pain.
The opening for.
Okay, I'm gonna blow this guy up at work right now. This guy. Okay, everyone knows this. When you're an older dude, and there's younger girls around, you try to act like I'm hip, like I know shit. This dude listens to The Weeknd, and like he's not that guy. Listens like instrumental.
Is he listening because of them?
Yeah, and he thinks that we don't think that that's why he's listening to it. So no, I fucking love The Weeknd, dude. So one day we're all kind of like crowded around him, and I'm like, what's up with T-Pain, dog? Who's that?
Oh man.
And we're like, you don't know who T-Pain is, dog?
In Love is like the sickest, dude. Man, In Love with Stripper is like the sickest song ever.
Yeah, we're like Akon, dog.
The Body of a God is the that
just
song is so sick,
fucking dude. And he was just like mind fucked and shit. And he's like, what are you guys talking about, dude? I'm like, come on, dog. You listen to The Weeknd, bro. Like you should know all this shit, dude. And he's just like, whoa. And like we were all just laughing about it, dude. And I'm like, why do people do that?
Trying to get some
just trying to get some like.
Trying to get some new gash, bro. Don't knock on the new gash.
That's like when I was like, so when I would drive, I would always like want to I would always hate like I wouldn't want the car ride to be bad, so like I didn't want to like put music that people hate. But then I just realized that I don't give a fuck about what other people think. So like when I used to,
if you let other people control, they're just gonna play Rihanna all fucking day.
Yeah,
it's like, could there be any shittier?
So that's why when I used to like fucking with my ex, like we had such different music tastes, and she would, but I enjoyed her music. And I would listen to it, but as soon as I play fucking, I set my friends on fire or fucking
that must
like,
be nice. Mosca's music is fucking.
And then it's like,
bro.
No, I would sit through it though because I don't mind it, dude.
Well,
it's
and
like,
plus you love the person and they love that shit, so you're like, whatever.
But as soon as like Forever starts playing, and you talk about how this guy tried to kill his wife, it's just like,
okay.
You know?
we endorsed him, dude. We were gonna give him like instruments and shit.
What are you talking about?
Fucking As I Die,
dude. They let him back in the band. That's the most hardcore shit.
Out,
bro. He's been out, dude.
Okay,
he's been out, and then you know what the crazy part is?
We went to high school with this fucking.
Well, they're not together anymore.
I know, but it's so funny. It's so.
You know what's
funny.
fucking crazy too is that during his time in prison, he had that fangirl that was visiting him. And then, like, as soon as he got out, dude, they got married and had a kid. And
that's the girl that we know.
Okay.
My stepsister was best friends with her. She would pick us up every day and take us to school.
It just sucks. So I mean, it sucks. I did, but I like that. It's just I just like it, man. That's it. When I want to like fucking
that chick is scandalous as fuck, though, dude. You ever hear the story of Ralph?
Yeah, but you know what, dude? Like, kudos to her, man, because
no, it's fucked up. Because
right, you know what I mean?
My brother was dating her best friend in high school, and then she was in the shower. My brother was like laying on the floor, and Amanda. Shout outs to fucking this skanky ass hoe. They're by themselves and she goes over and just stands on each side and she's got a skirt on and she's just like winking at him like she had underwear on but he was
winking
just, like,
eye or
and he's just like what's wrong with you and then she's like in the future I'm gonna fucking marry a guy who tried to kill his fucking wife and
well
like,
you know what she's always been a looker, bro. She's always been a really pretty girl and she always dated the worst fucking guys in existence, dude. So it was almost
what
like.
Was your boyfriend's name in high school? He had a fucking cool Mustang. Of course, he drove
dude.
some fucking
Austin, bro.
Badass like.
I tried to
he had the fucking car from John Wick in high school. I was like, you think that's
I tried to like do my hair like him and like wear clothes like him. And I was like, hey, what's up, Amanda? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, like,
who the fuck are you?
What was his name? I just said it. It was like
something. His name was Matt something.
Or I thought it was like Travis or like
Travis
Adam
Smith
or
some
shit.
Oh man, the most generic.
Fucking change my name to Travis, dude. You're like, what the fuck, man? No, but that shit was fucking nuts. And he came through. And they did like a tour at our fucking building, and we were all freaking the fuck out.
Guys like dying guy,
yeah, dude. And he's just like all big and shit now. We're just
didn't he get gynomastia from doing steroids in like prison?
Maybe. What's that?
You know, he was doing steroids before he went to prison, and then he had to cycle off like all janky. He got fucking he got gynomastia, bro.
Selling his milk and
dude. It's fucking fun.
People are just like, you got milky titties. I'm gonna fucking
He's like, just take a picture, dude. Send it this way. Throw it down my cell, dude. We'll be good, bro. Yeah. Let me get a cup of milk, dude. And you're like,
I said this tea.
But yeah, I mean, even my music genre, even country, man, like
fucking
it doesn't matter. Like when I was working with Amazon, and it's like, you know, you're out there for like 10 hours driving, and you know, music is so you just listen to some fucking KSON, dude, and it's like, damn, some of this shit's actually pretty catchy, like. But you know, people are gonna rack on you, but it's whatever, man. That's why, like, when I stream and I'm listening to music, like a lot of the new people are like, man, you have a really interesting taste in music. It's like,
dude,
my mom and dad listen to everything, man, and it just fucking.
That's how I kind of grew up too.
Yeah, so it's funny.
From Creed to like
music
Led
from the
Zeppelin
70s
to like
is probably the best though.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's like, and we always back like Creed fucking sucks, but I know every fucking word.
That was my first concert, unfortunately.
Human Clay, that CD cover was so fucking funny. I found it at Book Off, and I was like, I need to buy this. It's $3. I have a Creed CD like in my house.
I think I'm falling. Yeah, that was like a best
I was like, this guy is
so... Yeah, it's like the fucking
rainy drums.
Maybe
the music video where like
6 feet ain't so far down,
underwater and the guys like playing.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I don't know, man. Something about just music though, it's just like
it gets you going, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I feel you, bro. It'll be like
I was like listening to Live House.
Fucking, that was my first CD, dude. Letting go of all. Yeah,
that CD is so like that song so because like Legate, my roommate, like he's like, dude, this is like the hypest song ever. Like, God, and he'd be blasting it. Like, this is so sick.
Shout outs to Warehouse Music, bro. Shout outs to buying 4 CDs like and getting one for free. My dad was like, you can pick one CD.
I remember, I no lie, dude. Like when Warehouse was still around, and then I remember it was my birthday, and I got money to buy CDs, and it was like the guy was just like, "What the fuck?" It was like fucking POD, Blink-182, Slipknot, like all like Linkin Park.
Random genres.
What the fuck, dude? It was like, hey man, listen to everything new, fucking dude. But it was just so funny, man.
Dude,
but,
that's epic, bro. No, I like that, dude.
Yeah.
I like that.
I remember when I was a little kid, I went in and bought the Foo Fighters CD with like the weird pistol on it, and then the Metallica Black Album.
Yo!
And I was just such a douchebag kid, bro. I was talking so much shit. What was that place called? It was a record store. I don't even know. You probably
FYE?
No, bro. This was like an old school record store in Escondido.
Was it like a mom and pop or something?
Was it the one that Izzy worked on Grand?
It's no. This place was like the sickest store ever. I want to say Empire Records, but that's like a movie or some shit. That's why it's popping in my head.
No, Empire's a real place.
Maybe.
I think
So.
I think it's a movie with fucking.
Wasn't there? We didn't have it, but I know in Hot was Amoeba Records or something.
Either way, this place was awesome. You know, it was next to the Red Wings that burned down on like fucking East Valley Parkway, but it was in that little shopping center by like Michael's and shit. But dude, I remember going in there and just being like, talking about. I didn't even look for the CDs, bro. I just walked in there and I was like, I want to get fucking
this
Foo
one,
Fighters
this
and fucking Metallica. He's like, which one? I was like, black one, you fucking bitch. I was like, goddamn, this kid's a fucking stupid ass son of a bitch. And I was just talking so much shit. And I remember listening to that shit forever, man. That's still like, people shit on the Black Album, bro. I love that CD to this day, bro. It was one of my favorite fucking.
That's the beauty of it, man. Like,
yeah.
People might, but
Metallica's been shit since like fucking Justice for All, whatever. It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, yeah.
That's why when it comes to that, I just mind my own business. They talk, well, that's cool, man. Like,
everyone's into whatever they're into, and to be honest, some of this new music, bro, I can't hang, dude. Like, it's just not my jam, dude. There was some girl at my work was trying to show me some of this news. It was like a mumble rapper, Young Pinch. That was the name. I've never heard of it in my life, right? I'm like, yeah. She's like, it's really good. I'm gonna go to the concert. I was like, let me check this out. Let me just see what it's about. It was called, oh my god, Smoking on the 405 or something like that. Classic. And it was the same song of Weezer, and it was like what's that fucking famous Weezer song, dude?
Which one, man? Saying Ain't So, dude?
The only one, bro. Like,
I know. Hash Pipe. I like Weezer, so I know. Like, there's Hash Pipe, Saying Ain't So, Sweater Song. Which one, dude? I don't know.
Fuck, I don't even remember now. But it was one that it's Island in the Sun, dude.
Oh, okay, Island, alright.
It was that song, but this guy just remixed the lyrics to it. It's smoking on the. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I was freaking out. I was like, how is this legal? Like, what the fuck is going on?
People get
like,
sued all the time because of shit like that.
Why do it? Like, it's like, well, what did you think was?
What was it?
Happen?
Robin Thicke got fucking.
Hey. He got the Marvin Gaye song.
Yeah, the Marvin Gaye song.
That's crazy.
They lost too, I think, right?
No, they fucking got sent to hell. And there was another guy who ripped off a Tom Petty song, and it was so like,
it's bad, bro.
It was like. He was like, let's listen to this side by side. And it's like literally the same thing as
it was called Smoke and Drive. My bad. Smoke and Drive. When you're on the 405, we're gonna fucking smoke and drive. I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Alright, what's going on, dude?
Yeah, it was fucking insane, dude. I was like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, dude, music's changed.
Remember the 90s had the best, like Silverchair and Goldfinger and like all those like shitty fucking like.
I'm all. You know what I like? Music I like the most too is like old like 90s house, like the like fucking the Real McCoy and like Amber. This Is Your Night, like the Night at the Roxbury soundtrack shit.
Oh my
that
God,
shit is like just so hype. I don't know why, but that
I love 90s.
That's good shit. That is good shit, dude. Shout outs to fucking Night at the Roxbury, dude. That's like my favorite fucking.
That's
movies,
a classic
dude.
movie.
That music, yeah. I hope they bring it back one day, but it's just like. And it's funny.
Maybe it'll make its return, dude. Like
history repeats itself.
Yeah, it does. It really does. It might be a little different, but it might be the fucking same shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready for that, dude. Yeah, because I feel like where we're at right now is a little fucking strange, dude.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it is like all these like there's like always like I follow like XL magazine, those rap magazines, and then like half the time they're talking about I don't know who the fuck these people are, man. And if it is, dude, they're like fucking they died already of like too much like Xanax or something.
Yeah, fucking
little Xanax died of too much Xanax.
Yeah, like, and fucking
just like
there was a guy at my work that went home because he died, and we were all just like,
yeah, that guy also beat the shit out of his pregnant girlfriend. Dude.
Yeah,
like,
I was like,
people look up at this guy.
He was like crying. He was literally like fucked up.
People are weird, man.
He's like, I gotta go home, dude. We're like, what happened? He's like, XXX John died, dude. We're like, who? Like, yeah, it was fucking insane, dude. But I just feel like where we're at right now is like, not a place I want to be musically, dude. Yeah, I can't even. I just listen to old shit, bro. I just throw on the fucking old Pandora and just fucking laugh.
I mean, like music. Oh, this is not like it. You know what I mean? It's probably some fucking.
I've been listening to a lot of what's it called? Oh my god, I can't think of the name right now, dude. A lot of old school hip hop, like of course NWA. That's just a fucking given. But oh my god, I can't think of it right now. It's gonna drive me nuts, dude. But I've been listening to a lot of country too. Rico's been listening to some of the country that I've been listening to.
I love old country.
Marty Robbins and fucking Hank Williams and just some fucking good old boys, dude.
Fucking the New Vegas soundtrack, dude.
Oh yeah.
I always like post like like Big Iron, you know what I mean? Or what was that? Is that I don't know what song that was, but I always put my dad's like, oh,
Big Iron?
Yeah, he's like,
fucking,
then he just named
Marty Robbins, dog.
Yeah, Marty Robbins. What's that girl?
Homie,
I thought those songs like from was like San Antonio, like Met a Girl. Oh, something El Paso.
Oh, El Paso.
Yeah, El Paso, dude. That's
Marty Robbins, dog. Dude, the gunfighter ballads. That guy's got some
with the Mexican girl.
Yeah. Fucking. He has some. Look up the hanging or cottonwood tree. Have you heard that one?
No.
It's all about how he's went to gamble. Some guy tried to double cross him and shoot him. It turned out to be the sheriff's son, and they're like hanging him. And he's just like talking about how like many a trail he'll never ride again, and like how unfair it is, and like it's the most fucked up song,
music,
dude.
You can talk shit on country.
What's
all
this,
you want, but no one can talk shit on
Who's that
country.
band? It was like fucking. It was like what's the old white dude from Blade? Whistler.
Oh, fucking Chris Christopherson.
Yeah, Chris Christopherson. What was that band? Willie Nelson, Chris Christopherson, the Highwaymen.
The Highwaymen.
Dude.
Yeah, they have a song where it's America and whatever. It's just like they're all singing like different parts, and then like it's like, the song, the ending is always about them getting fucked up. Was like, so yeah, I got shot. I'm gonna come back. It's like, damn, this is so.
Oh, you're talking about
I am again. I don't know about that one, but it was, I don't think it was that one though.
He goes, no, he says, I was a highwayman.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I am a riverboat gambler.
Yeah,
Such a
New
good song,
Orleans.
dude.
Yeah, bro. It's so
It was like, but I didn't cheat. Like he found the ace in my sleeve, but I swear I didn't cheat, dude.
Dude, so
but I'll ride again. Like, dude, this is so sick. Dude.
That's a great song.
No, that is.
Fucking
That
this
is.
mic up.
We're fucking hype right now,
Are we
dude.
still live, dude?
We're still fucking
Oh,
live,
look at the
dude.
audio. It's like freaked out.
Uh-oh. Did I kill something, dude? Oh, there.
Oh, there it goes. Maybe it just lagged out. I don't fucking know, dude.
Yeah,
But
fuck
Keep
it.
the kid again, dude.
Highwayman all fucking day, dude.
No, I just like Chris Christopherson, dude. People are like, ah.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a country. I only knew him because of fucking Blade. But my dad and grandpa were like, nah, dude, that guy's like a fucking
dude,
G, man.
He was a
Dude.
prolific writer. He
Yeah.
wrote,
And he's the original. What's that movie with Lady Gaga and Rocket Raccoon, A Star Is Born or some shit? I think he was in the original one. He was like
Yeah.
the main dude, man. Like, yeah,
yeah, it was him and Barbara Streisand.
Yeah.
But I think he wrote. He wrote on a Sunday Morning Sidewalk, and that the Johnny Cash version was the famous version. But
Okay.
he wrote that.
He
song.
wrote, yeah.
I think he also wrote Bobby McGee.
Janis Joplin?
Yeah.
Okay, alright.
Janis Joplin, dude. Jesus Christ, dude.
He wrote so many good fucking
But
songs.
that's the crazy thing though is always like I would have never known that because I only know him from fucking Whistler.
yeah.
But he's a sick ass character though, dude.
Fuck yeah, he was, dude.
Wailing Jennings.
Fucking what's that girl, dude? I always fucking forget her name.
Like Poncho
dude.
and Lefty, Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson. It's the greatest fucking
That's
song
so
of all
good,
time,
dude.
dude.
That's
he
such
wore
a
his
good
gun
one,
outside
dude.
his pants.
What's
All the honest
Seven
world
Spanish
appeal.
Angels? Who's that? Willie Nelson
Willie
and
Nelson and Waylon Jennings too.
no, it's well. There's a version with
at the altar.
the blind guy, dude. I can't think of his name right now.
They were praying for the lovers in the valley of the gun.
Yeah, it's so fucking good, dude. So fucking good. Gangstar was the name of the fucking hip hop band.
Yeah.
Such a fucking good, just lyrical fucking beat.
Did you know that you know the Marvel when in the Netflix the Luke Cage series, like every episode was named after a Gangstar song?
Are you fucking serious? I'm gonna have to fucking watch that
Yeah.
now, dude. No, that shit is so godlike to hear, dude. Fucking KRS-One, bro.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking Godfathers is fucking giving
Every
us life
time
lessons.
when
dog.
I stream and like I always put in like 90s underground hip hop mega mix.
Fuck
and it's
yeah,
just
dude. No, that's
3
real
hours
shit,
of just
dude.
like
godlike messages, bro. Like some of this new shit that people are into, it's like it's good. These guys can like maybe spit some bars and shit, but does it mean anything? That's what I always feel like. Did I learn anything new from this song? Like other than like smacking a bitch up or like it's like it just doesn't feed me, dude. But you hear some of these older heads and you're like, they were spitting knowledge, man.
It's kind of hard to be. Like we were talking about earlier too with the comp, like Batman's been around for so long, and these writers have to keep writing to make it new.
That is true.
So I feel like it's the same pressure with these new guys. But then I said like now it's all this fucking bitches like doing coke and just killing people. You know what I mean? That's like the new shit, right? But back like Wu-Tang and all them, it's like damn, these are like I don't know, man. Music changes, man.
It
but
definitely does.
That's why. Thank God it's still there, so you can always just listen. You don't have to listen to music. You can always just listen to the old stuff, man. You don't have to play Street Fighter 5. Just always play Alpha. Just
yeah.
But yeah, that's the beauty of
life, dude.
Having your own. Yeah, just do what makes you happy, man. Fuck it,
yeah, dude.
Just don't shit on other people for no reason.
Yeah.
When the gunfire stopped and the smoke cleared out, there was thunder from the throne. And 7 Spanish angels sent another angel home. That song is so hard, dude. She knew the gun was empty. She knew she could not win. Her final prayers were
answered when the rifles fired again,
dude.
Yeah.
I can't make it without my man. That's me and Oscar's song, dude. Hopefully one day we both get shot by federales and fucking just get gunned down.
Well, fucking El Paso's pretty deep too, dude.
Yeah, well, she doesn't fucking go to hell because of fucking I can't live without my man, dude. That's ride or die shit. That's the original ride or die song. These fucking rappers are just ripping that shit off.
He kills the man that she's with out of jealousy, has to flee El Paso, and can't even stay there because his heart's broken. So ends up going back and dying right in front of her, and she takes his gun and kills herself.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
No, she doesn't.
Listen to the song, bro.
He dies in her. He goes back. He's riding into town. They see him. He gets shot like through the fucking chest, and he like goes. He said at the very end of the song, he's just dying in her arms, and then she kisses him, and that's it. She doesn't fucking Romeo and Juliet herself, bro.
Yeah, she does. Dog.
I've heard that song 5
I listen to it like every day.
I didn't watch a fucking
bro.
YouTube video explaining it, man.
I don't watch YouTube videos.
I've been listening to that song since I was fucking 5 years old.
Yeah, bro. What's the name of the song?
Hey.
What's the name of the song?
Let bygones be bygones.
What's the name of the song?
El Paso.
Maybe.
Next question, dude.
Next question. Is Rico a fucking loser? No, I'm just kidding.
Brandon helped us out, bro.
Well, I'm gonna fucking find it and show you. Like, I'm right.
You gonna find the
guys
YouTube
will
video?
see, dude. I'll find the YouTube video where they fucking fix it to fit my narrative, and then I'll be like, "What's up?"
And then she shot herself.
I told you, bro. Yeah, like, it's like a video of me dressed up as a girl, like shooting myself. Like,
Just paid the Wikipedia guy to change it, dude.
yeah, I feel like, yeah. That's a real thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's a fucking real thing.
I remember
dude.
one time I was all pissed off about. You know what's funny is this last week, the UFC fight that happened yesterday. Everyone's all pissed off because this shit's anticlimactic. Other shit's like,
They're just
dude,
pissed off because they betted their house on fucking McGregor,
the fight
dude.
was fucking amazing, dude. And then like people were like, "This is bullshit." Anticlimactic. Like, bro, I bought UFC like 46 where Andre Arlovski knocked out Paul Bontella with a punch that he like missed and like it like went past his face and just killed him and he falls face forward and I was like, wow, like I paid $49.99 for this bullshit, but it was still sick, and the whole card was epic. And people are these guys fucking killed each other. The guy throws a punch and his leg like snaps in half, and he's like, dude, it was like badass. Like
that's why I don't like these new fights, or just all these like I don't know, but like because everyone's like every time a fight happens, like everyone is like a boxing expert, for like one day. Like what the fuck, dude? And then that's why when I watched all like when Mayweather was still fighting all those old fights, I always like watching them. But then there's always the kid in the back. Well, this I'm like, shut the fuck up, man. Just like you don't know shit, man.
I'm just
like,
a dude.
And like that's why when you thought like I like this because you know, yeah, no, you
I like
yeah.
fights, dude. I like fights.
People don't understand that like
violently and horrible.
Yeah.
And they're just super real.
I just want to see a good fight. Well, a good fight is the guy dies.
Yeah.
One fucking punch, dude. Like,
well, no. It wasn't even the co-main event. It was like the third fight down. It was just two heavyweights fighting, bro. It lasted like 50 seconds. The guy he punches him once, the guy gets rocked, and the guy tries, and he punches him and knocks him out cold. And it's like, bro, that's what happens when people weigh 265 and they're fucking trained athletes. Yeah, are they kind of fat? Is Tai Tuivasa kind of fat? And does he do shoeies after he wins by knockout with random people in the crowd or walking back to the fight? Yes, he does.
You're like those guys, people that think that Luffy wasn't beat Kaido the first time he fucking...
You're not taking a fucking punch. It's like, well, look how stupid these guys are chinny. It's like, is he chinny?
No, people don't...
Is he chinny? Or is getting socked by someone as hard as
the best part about you is the guy that's telling you probably has never fought in his life either.
Oh no,
he's just,
bro, that's the weirdest part about sports to me though. Is so many people are knowledgeable about things they've like never done.
We all kind of
you know what I'm saying? Though? Like, well, no, but like. Sometimes people talk about football.
I could have made that field goal.
You know,
I was like, you, man.
Yeah, you're like
Korean chargers.
I wouldn't miss that shit. Like, have you ever kicked a field goal?
We had a friend, dude. He's just he drink a lot, and he'd always talk about Kading. He's like, I could have done it, and we're like, really? Could you have done it, dude? Like, Nick Kading, or wasn't Nick Kading the guy that he was a field goal kicker, dude?
yeah.
He's fucked us over so many times, but then this is like, could you have made that kick? You know
with
what I mean?
Hands in your face like this?
Yeah, well, just like a fucking
It's the hardest position I think to play. Sometimes
there's so much pressure
rides on
and you only have one job. No, it does.
Sometimes talk about every week during season. It happens like 6 times.
That's fucking.
It's like literally 25% of the game.
I'd shit myself,
dude.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, dude. I'd be shitting myself every fucking game, dude.
And that's why like Vinatieri or whatever is like he's the highest scorer in the history of football because he had like a long fucking career and he just was 99% accurate.
And not even just the easy ones. People get mad at you for kicking the impossible ones. They're like, dude, you're like, how could you miss that? Like, dude, this was like a 100-yard fucking kick.
I missed it from 65 yards away with the fucking.
Oh, see, I'm fucking sure.
And it's like, and even like your stats, like his longest one's 40 yards. Like, yeah, maybe we'll kick this fucking 69 and win the Super Bowl. It's like, dude, come on, man. And this guy's getting death threats and like, I know where your wife goes. What the fuck, man?
Shit, yeah. It's like, because they hike the ball back 10 yards or 12 yards, and then the actual end zone is like an extra 10 yards. And
it's like basketball too,
dude. It's like you didn't win that game.
You didn't shoot that last second shot and win the game, man. It's your fault. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I tried.
I don't want the ball here either. You take the shot.
Yeah, exactly. Don't pass it to me, dude.
Dude, there are some people though that are cold-blooded, bro, and you give them that opportunity, and they will fucking.
They're finishers,
they
bro.
They live their whole life. Just give me the fucking ball, dude. Like,
I've only done that.
5v5, dude.
Yeah,
he's just like everyone's losing.
That was the best. Though.
Was that not okay? I have a question for you. What was your most proudest moment outside of San Diego with San Diego? Like, was it something you did? Was it something you witnessed? Like someone from San Diego beat someone?
Oh, it was like any time one of our boys would just destroy. I mean, or was it NCR when Richard beat K-Brad when we were all watching it at the Temecula tournament? Manny, Alexis, and Richard beating Arizona at that 3v3. Richard OCV, Richard beating the 5v5 bar fights thing.
That was fucking insane, dude.
You beating I was at work and I was watching and I saw that, dude. And I was like screaming. The kid's like, "Are you okay, Mr. Cody?" I'm just like, I was so excited to go up there after that. It's just a lot of things. A lot of things, dude.
I swear that 5v5 with Richard one was the greatest.
And the worst part about it is how when he beat Kami, when he did that setup, dude, he didn't even have to do that. He did that because that showed that he was just playing with his food. It was so fucked up. The Bison Dash.
Yeah.
Vincent, because you guys were inside, me and Vince, where everyone was outside watching it. And when he saw it, Vince, like, he didn't have to do that, dude. He just That was demoralizing, dude. No, yeah, he was just straight. He was just being a dick, dude.
He was straight double fucking bird, like
he fucked those guys.
And then the best part about after that too is when we're all just like drunk and fucked up. It was like me and Rich. I don't know. If
I was trying to hook Sean up with the with the lovely young lady.
Well, no, but the best part about that is that after that we all went to like that Johnny Rock, whatever that fucking only place.
Johnny Rock is, dude.
Fucking 1 a.m, and then Henry Sen comes up to us and starts talking to us like he's like you know y'all lucky. He's like, that meeting was supposed to be on the team, not fucking comedy. And then he was just like, but he was just talking and chilling. Like he was just talking shit about his own team, giving props to Richard, and he was just like,
so sick.
He's so cool. He was like, you know, I almost made a next level in San Diego. You know, I was in La Jolla, but you know, he was a fucking badass guy.
Oh, Henry Sen's always quiet. I talked to him a couple times.
He was like, we're all fucked up, and it was like, and it was just, he was there, like it was me, Javi, Richard, Cyril Blast, and some other people, J Flo, and then Henry Sen was just fucking.
Cyril Blast, fucking
legend, dude. But then he still owes like Richard money, dude. I'll always say that. But
Who, Cyril Blast?
Yeah.
What? How much money does he owe?
I mean, he just bought his meal or her meal, but no, he was just chilling, talking, shooting his shit, and he's a badass dude, man. I look up to that guy too, man.
I love him, dude. I remember the most grimy, grungy, fucking nerdy thing I ever did was weasel my way into a conversation with Henry Sen and fucking what's his name?
He's real, man.
The other cool guy. The other funny ass guy, bro. Oh my god, I can't remember his name.
The East Coast guy?
The East Coast guy who...
Henry Sen has a golden stick also. He
the golden Sen.
But you know, everyone fucking loves this motherfucker.
No, he was, who?
I'm mind fucked right now.
I can't... Is it
15's barely okay guy, dude.
Was it, Team Rush Hour dude?
Yeah,
fucking, what was that dude's name?
Chris Hu.
Chris Hu.
Yeah, it was Chris Hu and Henry Sen and Evo talking, and I just willed myself in the conversation. I bet you they were like, look at this fucking jack up nerd hanging out with us, dude. And I talked to him for like 15 minutes, and then I just fucking was like, all right, well.
I knew he was real too is when he said that
weird.
you can't. He told me like when he was talking about his next level, he's like, yeah, in the beginning it was good because you know it's a new game, you're getting like 80 people, blah blah blah, and the money's good, but then you realize it's not gonna last forever. He's like, you can't make money off this. That's why I had to do card games. Like I do Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic. You know what I mean? That's why it's like a card shop, and then. But people don't. But then he's like, people think that you can just do it all. Like people, he's basically said people think you can make money off this. He's like, you can't. You know what I mean?
Bro,
like,
you're just paying like prime real estate prices in fucking New York City. Like you know, you can make it by
bro.
10 people showing up to a fucking
you'll make your money back, bro. You can.
You got 3 cabinets back there. You make money off that shit, right, dude? It's like, come on, bro. Really? You think you're gonna? I think it'd be cool.
Is that shop still open that has your cabinet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I totally.
They're still open though, right?
Yeah, it's been open.
Okay.
I go there every Wednesday too.
That guy's fucking bad.
James is cool because he has shit that like
he's like, I'm giving people COVID.
Nowhere doesn't happen.
I felt bad because I went there that one time. I had fun, but when COVID happened, in my head I was like, dude, I don't think this place is gonna make it because it just seems so.
He
small
said it almost went down too.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, said it almost went down, but
you never want to see like a shop, anything.
A lot of shops like that were doing cool things where they were doing a lot of like. Kind of DoorDashy shit, like you know they could drop comic books off and shit. So I think he kind of found his lane there. Nowhere did a lot of those fucking sales or the.
Well, I know a lot of places that were closed, but you know they just
kept
put the curtains down.
Yeah, dude.
You know, just people walk
the back door, dude. That's real.
That's a lot of haircut places do that.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah. Dude, it took me so long to go get a haircut too.
Yeah.
That was the one that fucking got.
I mean, I don't get haircuts, but like hearing stories that like, my friend's shop's still open, but is it open? You know what I mean? There's people out in the back, man. And
well, that place was open straight up.
Yeah.
I think as soon as it opened back up, he just opened. That guy's like, dude, that guy's pretty.
He's good. No, I went in the first time I went in there. I talked to him for 2 hours. He showed me his Tool tattoos and like went off, bro.
His tattoos are pretty crazy, bro.
And he went off on like music theory and like time signatures of certain songs. And I worked at Kiesel, you know, so you thought I knew all this shit. I'm like, I'm just sitting there like,
you know,
I just fucking
you like that way dying, dude.
I like that guy, dude. I like that guy, dude.
No, he's so cool, bro. He showed me the fucking the racing sim they had, and
ideally,
he's so cool, bro.
I would, if everything worked out perfectly.
You'd be making bank off that 18 machine.
No, there's no money in that.
Oh shit! I keep hitting this fucking thing.
I think it'd be cool to like get some. Like right now, like these office building things are so cheap. I swear it's like viable almost to like get one and just run at a crazy loss.
I would always think
but
that.
Just have like a cool, put all the cabs in there.
Every time I walk by like an empty building, like in
a
I'm like, I wonder, just like you're gonna you're setting yourself a failure, but it'd
be the greatest days of your life.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh yeah.
But the problem is getting people to even play.
That's any arcade.
Now people are so fucking lame, bro. It's like there's all these cool games and people just sitting there with their arms crossed. Like, you guys, are you too good to fail? It's like, don't take yourself so fucking seriously, dude.
It's hard, man. Like, doing something in front of somebody that you're not confident in, like, I feel like it can deter you. But at the same time, it's like, you're not going to get any better unless you fucking play.
Well, it's
really.
like...
It's a hard sell sometimes.
I would have to. The only way to
some people don't have fun.
If people just want to hang out,
if
people want to just fucking hang out, you're still gonna get charged fucking $5. Dude.
For sure.
Like, bitch, you're paying $5 to come in here with your fucking arms crossed and just hang out because
make the new Landstorm, dog.
No. This would be like.
Didn't they sell comic books at one point?
They try to do everything to stay open.
That's what a lot of places do, man. A lot of places.
That's why. That's why.
They even stopped kicking out people looking at like fucking Batgirl porn. They're like, just do it on the DL. There's like a little island over here. We'll like hide you guys.
We'll build those little book
dividers. They're so desperate, dude. They were like,
well,
it's crazy because in Japan, all those rooms are private, so people do go in there to like get their tangas out and just fucking go to town. They like spray.
Then the guy comes in with the fucking mop bucket. And
dude, it's bad, bro.
You know what's in there, dude?
Oh, dude, it's fucking bad, bro. No, I'm straight up, dude. It's so crazy how poor people are.
I was listening to a podcast where in New York they were talking about there was this place where when they were kids, he was like, when we were kids, it was sick. It was badass. Girls would be in these rooms. You'd go in these rooms and like,
little peep shows.
A little slot would open and her tit would go in there and you could suck on them and shit.
What's that John Candy movie when like they're like having that meeting and they're like that?
He was like, it was so badass. He's like, but once we got like 14 or 15, we were like, this shit's
the same
fucked.
girl when I was a kid.
Yeah, like, this shit's fucked up, dude. She's not Asian well, man. Let's get the fuck out of here.
You know what movie they had that in is like
it's like Armed and Dangerous.
No. There was one movie called Boondock Saints where they go
and
the girls are dancing and they go in there and fucking kill that one guy. They just like shoot him in the face.
It's fucking funny that's like a thing, dude. Like, what?
New York used to be hardcore. Bro.
Oh man, dude.
You can only imagine.
If you were, and then they're like, we were too young.
You
saw shit.
Was like real, dude.
Yeah, he's like, you smelled things that you probably shouldn't have. Like he was just like, oh, like it like grew him up in like a fucking one stage. Dude.
Yeah, some places build character, man. That's all. This is like harder than others, man. You know what I mean? You can tell.
You grow up fast.
That's why I always laugh. Like, you can tell a kid that grew up in the southeast, like SD, and then the kid that grew up like in fucking East Lake or like Rancho Bernardo, man. Like they just like it's like the Karate Kid scenario, man. You're some fucking.
Have you seen Cobra Kai?
Yes.
Isn't it good?
Yeah, it's fucking sick, dude.
It's so sick.
That's one of the sickest shits ever, dude. I love Karate. Dude, Karate Kid 2 is probably like one of my, or Karate Kid series probably like top 5, dude. Part 2 is too sick. But I think the new season coming out, right? Man. And they're supposed to bring out the guy from like part 4 or something. What's his the guy that tried to turn
Kreese's
the guy that tried to the guy that turned Danny against Miyagi, that guy.
I forget his name.
But he's supposed to be because he hits him up in the end of the season, right?
What do you think he's gonna bring to the table though?
Fuck gun? I don't know. Dude.
I know.
You can't fuck those guys up, dude. Johnny and fucking Danny are too strong together,
This
man.
is my theory. They are strong, but they need one more, right? They need another
Hillary Swank, dude.
Thank God, this guy's fucking here, bro. We were freaking out about that. We were like, dude. She's in
that movie is not the best, but when it was on the Disney Channel, I would watch it.
Is she gonna be in the fucking
you're talking
series?
about that janky crunch?
Yeah, is she gonna be in
Mr. Miyagi? What was the when she's jumping on the stones like this? Yeah, that was such a janky one, but it was just like it was. I watched.
Do you think she's gonna play a part in the series?
I hope so. Well, they brought back fucking
What's her name?
They brought back the Japanese chick and the dude, the bad guy from part 2. That was so sick. Well, dude, that was sick. When he went back to the island and they fought him. He
beats his fucking ass.
That was so badass, bro. But he did it with a smile on his face.
He's like gonna kill him. And he's just like,
he does the same thing. Yeah, that was like. They're bringing characters from that series in really well.
Well, she's like the last one, then. You know what I mean?
And she might
like
know
fucking
some stuff
Jada Pinkett or like Jackie Chan like come out of nowhere.
oh my god. Dude,
he's like got a coat. He's just like
the Kung Fu Kid is like actually a good movie.
No, I like that movie.
I love that movie actually.
You get all sad why he like fucks that Caro and just like fucking, and then he's just some
that kiss behind the curtain.
The ending when like he beats the teacher up, dude. That shit's so sick.
I remember being so ashamed.
What was his name? Mr. I don't know, but he's don't do it, man. He just looks around at all the kids, dude. He could have killed him, dude.
I just remember being so ashamed watching the movie when it first came out, being like, dude, this fucking girl is fucking dancing her fucking little heart out. God bless her.
It's one of those movies where it's like, if it was just called something else, man.
Yeah.
Like, if it was like...
No, everywhere else in the world it was
Like
called the Kung Fu Kid.
Yeah,
Only in America did they like try to...
Because they tried to like relive
it's the money grab,
like,
dude.
yeah.
The money grab ruins everything. That's
But that
why-
movie, I like that movie, though. It was a
But that's
Why
why
the
Cobra
FTC
Kai
movie?
is so different. Because you thought it was... At first, I thought it was a money grab. I was like, damn, not Karate
No,
Kid.
dude, they're putting back...
Fuck, they're righting the wrongs,
They're
bro.
putting it all back, dude.
Oh, okay. Ass for titties, bro. What do you lie, dude?
My ass, dude.
Sam Russo, dog, all day, bro.
That's like every time on like Twitter when it's like picture 1 or 2, it's like ass or titties. It's like, gotta go with 2, man. Like, let me see
The
that
age-old
butthole,
war, bro.
dude.
Yeah, dude. That fucking last scene, bro.
Yeah.
That fight was actually pretty good, too. They were getting fucking scrappy.
You know what? I think it was
vicious,
season 2 or 3, but whenever that trailer came out, I just rewatched it when that kid when they're fighting and he like just knocks him off the 2-story thing and like I was like, this is so sick, dude.
It's so badass, bro. And that's
like it just
reality.
reminded me like it's
Right?
it just reminded me of like just like the 80s and 90s action movie where like it's still everything doesn't have to be an Inception. It doesn't have to be like Interstellar. Like it could still be this and be good. You know what I mean? But when like people make
just this kind of corny.
when
fucking-
people make movies, like it has to be an Academy Award winning movie.
Well, people hate on Interstellar. I love that movie.
No, I don't mind it, but it's just like people. You can't make a bad movie anymore.
I think
or,
it's
like,
funny
you know what
because
I mean?
it is a little corny, right?
What?
But then it's
Cobra
like,
Kai?
yeah,
it's
but
hella
then it's
corny,
like,
but it's
then it's
sick
like
as fuck, dude.
the whole school's like fighting and brass knuckles and like breaking face. You're like, this is out of control. Actually,
we-
like
yeah,
this is
yeah.
like this is corny, but in the best way
It is.
possible.
We
dude.
grew up with the movies that our dads watched. One of those things, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I love Van Damme. I love Arnold,
Oh,
Dolph
God,
Lundgren, like
dude.
all those fucking '80s movies, dude. Like they're so sick, man.
Fucking
They're corny, but they're just so sick,
Mr.
man.
Mom, dude. Again,
It's
all those
fucking-
good movies,
it's-
bro.
Even
Twins, dude. Twins. So
dude. I have every Arnold Jr. I have all those movies, man.
The Eraser, dog. That's my
Eraser,
favorite.
dude.
Arnold
Eraser's so good, dude.
Yeah, no, not her. Vanessa Williams.
Oh,
Is that the one with like the grenade, the shrapnel thing, dude? The alligator.
The alligator.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so fucking good.
He got to like his mom friends in the end with a sniper gun. But that
What's
movie's
the best
sick,
Arnold
man.
movie, guys?
My favorite one?
Is it Predator? Is it Predator?
I would say because that's my favorite.
It might
That's
be.
one that I just always watch.
If there
over and
is,
over.
if I have because I have them on DVD, but I always go to like it's either Terminator 2 or Running Man.
I respect that.
Judgment
actually.
Day, Running Man are like 2 of my go-tos.
I kind of like Kindergarten Cop.
Judgment Day is so good.
I kind of thought Kindergarten Cop was fucking
Kindergarten Cop's a good one. I mean, I like them all. Like
I don't know.
fucking
Predator is fucking.
Predators. Okay.
Jing all the way.
I think it would go T2 then Predator.
My bad.
I think you're right.
So well, no, top 3 though. If I could, it would add Total Recall. I love it.
Oh, Total Recall.
Yeah,
I love
that's
Total
fucking
Recall,
good,
dude.
too.
Yeah, that's
My favorite part always though, like and like just like in Judgment Day was just so crazy. The part where it's like
dirt bike
don't
race,
kill
bro?
anyone, dude.
Well,
and
when
he-
you're a kid, it's probably the best movie you've ever seen up to that point.
when
You're
he's
just like,
fucking everyone up with the gas, like the smoke grenades, dude, and then there's like casualties, 0, dude. It's like, dude,
so
that's so
fucking sick. Just that scene though. Oh yeah. No,
Yeah.
you seen the Disney game that you can play where you react scenes? They have like a green screen. No. I always said I would react that scene, dude. Like I would do such a good job too. I was like, dude, I would
But
fucking
just, yeah,
win, dude. Like
but I don't know, man.
that's
Those movies, I'm probably missing out on some though, cause I do like, but
There's
like,
a couple good ones where he plays like that. What's it called? Red.
I like Jingle All the Way. That one's
Fuck,
fucking
I
good.
forgot about that one. Shout out to Sinbad, dude.
What else
God
was he?
damn,
He
that's a
was-
good
he was-
movie.
Oh, there's a bunch of movies that I enjoy him in. I like Conan. Those movies
Yeah.
are badass.
Conan. They never made.
I think he was
they
in-
never made the best.
I think he was in Red Sonja. He was like the side character. Do you remember Red Sonja? It was like
Yeah.
the girl Conan, and then
Yeah.
like Dante Basco was in it.
That's probably out of all those like Conan comic movies. I swear Red Sonja is probably the best.
Yeah.
I mean, one day they might make the best.
But those are
They
always
should
like
remake Conan.
they did, but it was really bad.
Oh,
What did
God.
they do?
I forgot who it was though, but it was pretty bad.
It's like,
dude.
what's it
But no, I always like
That's a
those movies where it's like the old Navy vet or the old, just one versus the world. Like I like Rambo.
yeah,
Like,
Rambo Part 2.
Dude,
yeah.
He just kills everyone.
One of my favorite movies.
That's why I like John Wick a lot because like, there's no way this guy can win. But like he's just
You see
fucking.
that-
It's just one of those movies where it's,
It's
like
crazy how good he actually is.
You see the fucking there's this police brutality YouTube channel and this guy John Wick 3 cops. Fuck.
What do you mean? Like
Just
killed him?
just fucking like just shoots like 3 real quick with like a hidden gun. Like just like a boom, boom, boom. Like gets all 3 of them, but the last guy kills him. But it was insane, dude. They were like the John Wick. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, man.
No,
That movie's fucking.
Put your hand on some guy's back and just getting waterboard and shit.
You should like, man, you can get so proficient with a
Oh,
gun
fuck,
that you can literally, as long as they're coming in a row, and you got the brake on. I'm like, you could literally kill a million people.
Well, the problem with this,
like someone who's not trained at shooting a pistol, will not get better. They won't get on the target faster. They won't take an accurate shot fast enough. You'll just
being a police officer is weird too, because there's all these videos I've been watching where, it's a fucking gray area where do you fucking use force too much right off the bat, or do you kind of be human about it and like ease your way in?
In the end, it's not going to matter though, because you're always going to be the bad guy type of thing.
That's true. Yeah. But I've seen so many of these cops die. Like one dude, he just didn't detain this guy right away. Was like questioning the dude, and he just pulled the gun out and shot him in the head.
Because if he did shoot him and kill the person, like he would have been the bad guy. Yeah. But then he didn't, and now he's dead.
It's the worst one I ever saw like that. No. I saw it was a camera, and he's sitting there. They were at some fucking apartment complex, and there's some description of some guy. It's the most vague bullshit. And he's sitting there, and this guy with the hood, he's walking, and he's just like, hey, okay, stop for a second, take your hands out of your pockets. And the guy's walking away, and he's like, take your hands out of your pockets. And he's looking backwards. Can I see your hands? Take your hands out of your pockets. And the guy just takes his hands out when he had a fucking gun in his hand, just goes boom, 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 shoots him like 4 times. And he's laying there, and it's just his camera, and he's just, and he's radio, he's like, shots fired, top down. He's like, and you're just like, oh, this is fucked
That's
up,
fucking brutal.
You're just like, dude.
Like, I understand that there's cops out there that are fucking people up and doing fucked up shit.
You fucked up. It turns you into.
Me and my dad always joked about this. I'd shoot a person once a week, bro. I'd be so I'd be so freaked out all the time, pulling someone over.
Yeah.
Hands on the dash.
There's so much stupid shit, dude. There's a lot of scaredy cats that are out there too, though, that don't need to be.
No, that don't. They have no business being a police officer.
Way out of whack, They're like don't know the difference between a fucking taser and a
exactly. Me and Rico talked about that.
I can tell the difference.
That was that chick, right?
Yeah, I can tell the difference between a gun that's unloaded and not. Well, at least my gun. If it's loaded or if it's unloaded, I can tell. No, I'm serious.
Yeah, no.
You can tell if it has fucking an extra half a pound. Right. Bullets are heavy, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Bullets are fucking heavy. You can tell.
I would be the tase king. I would tase before I ask questions.
Sometimes that shit doesn't go down good.
Yeah, that's true too. Because sometimes people can take that.
And then the fucked up part is like they don't teach them how to fight. So like you might get your ass just handed to you by something.
You might get killed.
There's been some videos where I've seen just some guy boxing up 2 cops and he beats the fucking shit out of them. And you're just like,
yeah.
That's what happens when you're a fucking street fighter, like extravaganza compared to 2 fucking donut eating fucking guys who just smacked the fuck up.
Some guy's probably like on coke or something that's just overpowered and just like fuck.
I watched this one. It was like I forget what it was called. It was like cops like out of hand or something. This fucking guy took 4 tasers, like just kept going. They could not get him down, and he just wrecked a car. His girlfriend was all fucked up. He was fucked up, but he's like getting up. He was on something, and you're like,
tasers are pretty fraudulent, dude. Sometimes you might give someone a fucking heart attack or some shit, but god damn it, that's the thing, man. Like,
well, didn't that cop tase himself and give himself a heart attack also and died?
I don't know. All I know is that sometimes I'll be at work and I'll have a fucking, you sit there and you start future tripping on like, because sometimes you'll catch people out there like doing some fucking shit, and then you're just like, what happened? You start thinking about like, okay, so. What if something happens between me and this fucking guy? It's like, you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. The guy could have a fucking knife. You might not know. It might be one that pops out fast instead of something that like he has to go. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it's
could be a fucking switchblade and shit.
Amount of variables that are fucking just good luck computing all the fucking outcomes, and just it's almost not worth it to even deal with it. It's just like, dude, fuck this shit. I don't know how to fucking deal with this. It's scary. It's sketchy. It's scary for sure.
I'll give it up to those guys. I would not do it, dude.
Well, you're fucking
yeah.
Also,
you're dead, dude.
True Lies and Last Action Hero.
Oh,
True Lies.
Yeah, I forgot about. I had to think about that.
Yeah, Last Action Hero is the Cobra Kai of like 1990s. It is like, let's embrace.
Or I'm the famous actor Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Dude, it's so good.
It's like Sylvester Stallone as a Terminator.
Yeah, dude, it's so sick.
I watched this bit where these guys were making fun of Arnold because in every movie he's in, it's just the whitest dude name, and it's just like the funniest shit. They're like, they just kept naming names. I was just laughing, dude. I was like, God damn it, it's like that.
And that was the.
My name's Matt Smith. They're like, Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah.
Oh, End of Days also.
End of fucking Days.
Well, his name, he had the sickest name. I like his something Jericho, dude.
Yeah.
That movie was so sick.
That name, dude. That was such a good movie.
Like something Jericho. And I was like, this guy's so there's a lot of good movies.
Last Action Hero was the Vaughn's like film like debut. I think that hot chick who played Sonya.
Was she in that?
Oh,
movie?
shit.
Yeah, dude, she's the sis. She's the
Oh, she's the daughter.
Yeah.
Arnold's daughter. Yeah. Drives the motor or the monster truck.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
she's fucking
That movie's so sick though, because in the end it's like the Jack like, when he's collecting all the bad guys, and it was like you try to get Death Dude, and it was like the old school Death guy, and then
Dude. And then I was
Jack
gonna say
the
this
Ripper.
movie too. Fucking rest in peace, Sean Connery, dude. The Rock.
oh, The Rock.
Oh, The
That's
Rock's the greatest
probably
action
my
movie of
favorite
all time.
movie.
That was an art movie, but The Rock, yeah, The Rock.
That was not an art
Armageddon.
movie, but-
That's Michael Bay, dude. But yeah, Nicolas Cage. Yeah, that movie was so sick.
That's
And,
prime
and even all the mercenaries are all just famous.
Fuck yeah,
It was
dude.
like the dude from like Apocalypse Now, and then like Tom.
What's
yeah.
the Rocket Man
Dude,
part?
it was
That
like-
guy's my favorite.
It's you.
Oh, Candyman.
You're the Rocket Man.
Dude, that's one of the.
No,
greatest-
isn't that Bubba from Forrest Gump?
I think
No, bro. Come on.
No, it's not.
Dude,
No, it's
that's
not.
the Candyman.
It is Candyman. It is Candyman.
That's Tony Todd.
Yeah, dude.
Is that him?
Yes.
I don't listen to that.
You know how
that shit.
That was the other guy. No, but the other guy was the guy that was Bubba from. There's another guy.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about. I'll take pleasure in
I take pleasure in good in you, boy.
Yeah, there it is.
And then
Yeah,
there's the guy with the
that
Dr.
is-
Cox guy from Apocalypse. I'm gonna chuck my mind. No, that's not him, but
No, the guy from Terminator 1 is also
yeah,
like squad
they're all.
leader of
That's
that
why they're.
shit.
Yeah, they're all fucking
I forgot
great.
that,
Tom,
dude.
or then Ed O'Neill is like
I
the.
will
or the-
not stand down. Stand down. I will not stand down. He's like,
Well, you make the ball.
he knocks the bricks.
Yeah.
That's the craziest standoff ever, dude. They're just everyone's so gun trigger.
Dude, no,
dude,
I remember when I was a little kid, dude, and there's that scene where everyone's getting slaughtered, and the one guy's just like,
Don't go.
I have to go up,
Don't
dude.
do it,
They're like,
dude.
don't go. He's just like, and he just goes up.
Yeah,
he's all,
that movie has a lot of
He's
good,
got
like-
this fucking 1911, dude. He's
What else
just
did I like in that
fucking
part?
badass.
The best part too is like, I see green smoke, I see green. You know, when he's like trying to get the adrenaline thing in, it's just like
Fuck, bro.
everyone's crying and
He's like, I'm
shit.
trapped, and just blown into the water. It's so good.
The fucking anal beads missiles. They're just
Dude,
like,
that part, I always freaked out when I was a kid, dude. Because I was like the guy was just like, dude, that's real, man. Like,
know
that shit is real.
well, I mean, fuck, dude, that shit was
Dude,
freaking.
that's what, remember
he's
when-
like, I'm gonna choke my mouth. He just does the fuck, back just breaks and shit, dude. It's so good.
yeah, the egg.
And then at the end, when they have to lock the guy in there,
Like got the
dude.
fucking poison gas and puts it in
And every time I would like have like those weird like I don't know, but I was like, oh, it's the shit from The Rock. I'm like fucking like in like elementary school and shit. Like, what the fuck you talking about, man? Like, your dad doesn't let you watch this movie, man.
Dude, we used to watch. Dude, I remember watching Under
Rock is so
Siege
sick.
Fuck yeah, it
2,
is.
Dark Territory.
Winners go home and
years,
fuck
I
the
was like,
prom queen,
five.
Dude, shout out to I Killed the Prom Queen, dude. That was the best band, bro. They'd always play that, and I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, dude! Fuck yeah, dude!"
My stomach's just like coming out.
I know, dude. No, my buttons have been like popping holes. Like, I was like, well, boys, what do you think, dude?
I don't know. What time is it?
It's almost been 3, dude.
Do you get past all your questions, dude?
I got past all of them, dude.
Oh, shit, all right.
More than 3.
The last thing I had on there was Fat Albert 2004 epic movie. Check that shit out, dude. Falling down season.
dude.
Nah, man. I thought
You know what I mean?
I didn't even feel like it was that long, man. I don't know. Yes.
Well, you took
Well, I
that
was
shit
having
break,
fun,
man.
dude.
I mean, it wasn't that. Not even that, dude. It was like, come on, bro. Not shit, man.
We'll edit that out.
Just
Nah,
a bunch
I
of bros having fun, dude. you
Dude,
know?
yeah.
This was sick, dude.
No.
I'm going longer, man, but you know, I don't want you to.
Maybe we'll do a part 2,
This is
dude.
probably our last podcast we'll ever make.
Yeah.
They're gonna come
Most
for us
likely,
after this,
dude.
Or at least we might get a new camera and like just change the name and stop talking about fucking childish things.
Yeah.
It's gonna become a political show.
Yeah, dude.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
nothing
I mean-
about that stuff, but
I mean, if you have any, I don't know, man. Like, I'm down for any questions, but yeah, I mean, just you know.
Good. I mean, I don't know. I can't think of anything else. All I know is that I kind of took piss now, and I'm being an old bitch, dude. I'm like, let me leak myself. But no, what else are we gonna talk about? We can talk about shit all day long.
Yeah.
that's the problem, dude. Yeah, that's the problem.
We can talk about shit all day long, dude.
I think all I have to say is, like I said last podcast, dude, thank you so much, bro, for having people over and fucking having a scene for us to grow, man.
Yeah, no, it's good, man.
Cody's the hero.
He
of the
is.
SPO. He's like the anti-hero, dude. He's like a Venom or something, or like.
Well, he's to me that white beard fucking meme was the realest shit, dude. That was
was
the
so
realest
sick,
shit, dude. Because that's how I visualize it, dude. Yeah, you're the fucking pops, bro, and we're all the sons, dog. You
That
just
shit was.
fucking-
I thought about like, damn, dude. Like, you know,
you hit the nail on the head on that one, brother.
I still,
Yeah, that
my
was-
boys, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just, it's a weird. It's a weird topic, man. It was just like. I don't know. It was just funny to me because, like, you know, I made that picture and he said, "You act like a real female." And I'm like, "You made like a 3-minute video about me, man." And it's just like, I could like break this video down for you, but I'm not, man. Like, what?
I know what we can talk about.
What?
In a minute. Let's talk about. What do you think about the allure of being a professional gamer, like, do you think that only time will tell that, like, if you know, I've had a lot of arguments with Richard about like being professional. Like, he's like, I just want to be able to like live off of this money. I don't want to have to fucking do anything else. Like, in my mind, like, it's like a fallacy that like that's what you really want. It's like you want it now because you're not fucking doing it as your full-time job. Like for instance, like this is something I always think about. It's like my dad, right? When he was working in construction all the time, like he was like a cabinet refacer. Every week he would fucking saddle up his fucking horses, go to team roping events, and fucking go do all this team roping shit. And as soon as he started working at the ranch, like in 2006 or something, 2005, 2006, like he retired from doing that, and then he started ranching. And after a while, he stopped going to fucking team ropings, and he's never been to one ever since. Because he's like, I did this shit for a fucking
It
job.
doesn't last forever, dude.
What is going to motivate me to go do this thing that isn't even like realistic compared to what you'd be like doing at work?
So that's the best part about being a TO though, because you don't have to play. You can just cater to the players. You know what I mean? Like but then it's also a bad part too, because what happens if you run out of the players? You know what I mean? But then it's tough, man. Like,
but do you know what I mean? Like, it's like you. So you want to be a professional player, then you always got to play the new games. Mm-hmm. And then what if all the new games that come out that everyone's playing are shitty?
Yeah.
And then you end up starting to resent the fact that I hate these fucking games. Like, look at people just falling apart. Like people who are professional, high level players at one point that are just like, fuck these games. I fucking hate this shit.
Well,
like,
I think the difference between those players are the people that are actually getting paid are not saying what's on their mind.
Yeah.
Because it's contract.
Yep.
Well, yeah, because look, you might say something bad about Capcom, and then they're like, we don't want.
Look at Taquito too. He's only playing Street Fighter 5. You never see him play any of these other games that are coming out that he likes. It's because I think he's such a big esports superstar. He's like in the Mercedes. You know, he's on these. It's crazy how big that guy got.
That is true.
But I honestly think he's only allowed to play Street Fighter 5. It's like in a contract.
True.
Yeah.
It's like it's like a fucking breaching contract if he plays any other game.
Have you seen Taquito play any other game besides Street Fighter 5 lately?
What if he hates them all, and he even hates Street Fighter 5, but he still plays it because...
But let's think about the Taquito that we don't know, though. The guy that gets top 8 at every game at EVO, played KOF, played Tekken, he played everything.
He plays games, bro.
He played, you know what I mean? But he's only playing... He won fucking Marvel 3 at CEO, you know what I mean?
Man, I'm not gonna try and speak on behalf of...
And then every time someone talks bad about the game, the next tweet is like, I didn't mean that, I apologize, or they're not part of the team anymore.
I see what you're saying, right? So that could be a possibility. He could be under contract and they're like, don't play any other game other than this. We'll give you money to not play other games.
Yeah.
Which happens a lot, right? Yeah. So that could be true. But it could also be true that when he played all those games before, he actually liked all those games. And now that he's a professional player, he's like, dude, I don't like these games as much. Yeah. I'm doing this shit because I love fighting games and I think they're great, but like, is Street Fighter 5 the greatest game I've ever fucking played? Probably not. He's probably not out there saying Street Fighter 5 is the greatest fighting game I've ever played. I love it so much that I don't play any other games. I only play Street Fighter 5. It could very well be that he doesn't like Street Fighter 5 that much, and he doesn't like any of the other games, and he barely has enough. He's like, I will dedicate enough time to play Street Fighter 5 and be good, but who knows? Maybe on his spare time he's sitting around playing fucking...
I just feel like he's also he's probably just a humble person too. He just plays... I don't know, man. Who knows?
He plays what he wants to play.
But all I can say is I don't think... If I had the option to go professional pro, I don't think I can do it, man. Because I would probably lose my mind, man.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to travel and everything too, but also just the pressure on... Because it's crazy how some of these people are sponsored, and it's like, I don't even think they're good, man.
No, I know.
There's something about playing for fun, though, right?
Yeah.
When you're playing for fun, like, as competitive as it can get for fun. Like, this has always been my fucking argument, dude. It's like, everyone who wants to go pro and fucking be... all I want to do is play games. If I could just quit my job and play games, that would be like the life. It's like, would it be the life? Or would it be the beginning of the end
of your life?
Of your life, you know what I mean?
I feel like I was just lucky that all the games I was super competitive in, I had fun playing them. So like Street Fighter 4 and like Tekken, like I wish I could. Like, I mean, I want to still. Like, I would love to travel to all these tournaments and like, you know, like do well and stuff. But then it's... I don't know, man. But like, I don't think I could. I like Street Fighter 5, but I don't think if I had to go pro and shit, I don't think I can do it because it's just I'll lose my mind.
Yeah. There's a lot of weird stuff going on too now with like the E-leagues and it's like
I thought there was a good balance in the in the era that when I first came into the fucking FGC it was like the first tournament I went to was like 2010, but then in 2011 is when I started going to everything, like literally everything. So in that time period it was like, this is a lot of fun, right? And I don't know, I had this feeling that like, bro, there's something about like you're working some fucked up job you don't like, and you're doing all that shit just so you can you can relax and go and do the thing you like to do, as you're doing it because you have a lot of passion for it. But like I'm telling you, bro, like if it was like, oh, it's my day job, time to wake up and fucking play online all day, you start getting salty.
Yeah,
you start.
That's what
you start being like, fuck this character, fuck this game.
My
I hate
dad
this game.
brought
Why
that
can't
up.
everything go back to the fucking way it used to be? You know what I mean?
My dad was telling me about how, because I was talking about wrestling and shit. He's like, oh, like you listen to the Stone Cold podcast. He was talking about how like he loved wrestling and everything. No, yeah, and then he was saying that like, but he was going through so much pain and just he was over it, but it was his job and he had to wake up and do it. But and then he just started kind of hating going to work.
Exactly.
And it was just, but like, you know what I mean? Like his knees were giving out, but it was he just had to do it, man.
People don't realize that like the way that before it was a viable option to become this like, I think the furthest you can go and still have the maximum amount of fun was what the Japanese were doing, like coming to America and playing these big tournaments and fucking everyone up, like Daigo and fucking Tokido back in like 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008. As soon as you get sponsored by fucking Mad Cats, and then like, isn't that when you've literally peaked, and then the only place you can go, literally, it's virtually the only place you can go from there is down. Like your experience will get shittier. You'll fucking start hating shit more. I mean, you have to look for the little things to be like, you know what, fighting games are great.
Well, like, the thing with that though is that I'm not gonna say what I heard and I talked to people about. Is that when you think about Team Mad Cats, there's only 3 people and maybe 5 only actually getting paid.
Okay.
Everyone else was just like a sponsor,
just got a
hat. You know what I mean?
Like Christine,
got a shirt.
Like Daigo, Mago, and Tokido were the only 3 probably getting like. They had real contracts. I think everyone else was just getting a shirt and a stick, and they're like brand ambassadors, whatever. Like what Richard is for Victrix, and it's just. And I think when they had the other,
whatever happened to his Insurgo or
that guy's still around. I don't know.
Dude, Richard had a bunch of.
I know.
I don't know if they're still around though. But when we do the Street Fighter 5 tournaments, like on the online ones, he donates a bunch of money to the pot and shit. Yeah,
dude, those guys made cool shirts, dude. But that Nike Ryu Fight knockoff shirt was the greatest thing.
That Scott skateboard is the coolest thing I've ever.
I haven't got one too, dude. I totally bought one.
Yeah, like the Zangief hat too, right? When the bill's like the level or something. Yeah. But I mean, okay, so yeah.
That hat, dude.
Oh shit.
Dude, I lost mine too. I don't even know what the fuck my shit is, dude.
I'm gonna kill someone now, dude.
There was some random guy that thought it was a party and just walked into the ranch during Oscar's fucking graduation party, dude.
They heard gunshots and barbecue.
They saw the white girls with the white claws in the pool. Anyway, but but yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what I mean though? I feel like every time I have this argument, people just fucking hate me for saying it. Like Richard always gives me shit. He's like, you don't know, you're not fucking on the level of all this shit. It's like, dog,
I can tell you one thing.
I think you're kind of blind to the inevitability that this will be what happens. Like, I don't think it's even an argument. I think that they're blind to it. Look at everything in our lives. Every single thing in our lives that we loved at one point got mainstream, got cool, and then it became fucking stupid. And then we fucking hated it after that. It's like, how could this be anything different?
Look at the email.
It's like, bro, like you go fucking pogo stick for fun. You go become the fucking greatest pogo stick player in the world. You're fucking, dude.
You hate like sticks, dude.
Man, I remember back in the day we used to do this shit for fun, dude. He's like, now
it's like the South Park, right?
Nut myself on a fucking
when they're playing Guitar Hero and then Randy's like doing it, and then it's like, that's gay, and then at the end they win like, you are fags, and it's like, what?
This guy can play this song,
right?
He's just like.
Yeah.
That's why, dude. I think the resistance to the whole esports thing is it's that thing we're talking about where it's just a money grab, dude. It's all these people grabbing for money and all they're doing is growing their shit to the point where the fucking people that want to compete can't even enter because it could be Evo 2012 all over again. There's like literally like another 6,000 people that would enter, but they can't because 10,000 fucking spectators bought fucking tickets. I mean, I know these numbers are coming out of my fucking asshole, but it's like, oh, well, I want to go.
It sucks though for those people that want to play, but then it's also pretty cool to see like this is what it's what happened. But then it just sucks that I don't know. It's like,
do you know what I mean?
Buying tickets. I know what you mean.
Dude.
I know what you mean. I do. You're talking about.
I always have a hard time explaining myself. Everyone thinks.
Are you talking about
stupid.
how it sucks that the guy wants to compete but he can't because some Smash mom had to buy a ticket, or like the friend of the guy?
Yeah,
that
pretty much.
Probably didn't even go. He's just like playing slots and didn't even go
into the tournament at all. Or like,
I mean, maybe that's why like they have the early bird special. Because I've never early birded it.
No,
I always just stuck myself in, showed my dick to Mr. Wizard and shit. But it's just like, I don't know, man. It's crazy.
I think many of us would do that too.
So
Dude. No,
you guys didn't do that?
Really should, dude. I would. I was never given the opportunity. Fucking, you're the fucking god of SD, dog.
That was so funny, dude.
Hookups and shit.
That was so funny. That was like
legit,
that was the
bro.
funniest shit.
It's
The delivery was perfect.
the
dude.
day
It was so under the
that I can't make a funny joke about, like
showing your dick to another
showing a
girl,
dick to your
dude.
person, or
That's
like I wish I
tomorrow.
was that kid.
That's when this publishes. It's tomorrow. This is the last day.
But it was just like one of those like, I don't know.
You know it's coming.
Like, do you want to be acquainted with Cody? He said that he would like show his dick to Mr. Wizard, or
Right.
like
So
fucking,
this is,
Like, that's exactly
or
the person I
fucking,
want to like associate
or, like,
myself with.
go out with that senpai girl. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I'm my bad for trying to be funny. It's like the South Park with the nice.
Yeah.
You want to give this kid the luckiest metal boy or the luckiest boy in the world, whatever, dude.
That's a famous joke, right? It's like if it's the other way around, it's fucked up. But if it's that way, you're just like
it's cancel me, whatever. But it's just people can't take shit. It's not. It's you can't joke anymore, man.
No.
And it's funny too because my mom's old as fuck and she's saying the same thing too. It's like, dude, people are just fucking pussies now, dude. Like you can't joke anymore. You always offend
People
someone.
are afraid to laugh, even if you say something funny.
And it's
they're
just
like, why can't I even laugh about it, dude? That's so
it's fucking crazy, man. It's sad, dude. But whatever.
Okay.
Fuck it, man.
One last question, dude. Now that we all know that the most disenfranchised group of people in the FGC are trans women of color, what are you willing to dedicate to today to ensure that I'm just
All I gotta say, dude, is if you it doesn't matter if you're a guy, a girl guy, an alien. Just when you use the bathroom, just wash your hands. Man.
Yeah, bro. There
What
it
an
is
answer.
right there,
Just wash your
dude.
hands, dude.
And make sure there's no dribble on the seat. Be respectful, dude. Like,
If you want to be a girl, that's cool. Fuck, man.
shit. I
Just
like
wash your
that.
hands, dude.
Yeah.
Just wash your hands.
I respect that, dude.
my man. Good answer.
Let's all go wash our hands.
Just wash your hands, dude.
I'm gonna piss myself. I could have pissed in this. That'd have been a good part of it. That'd have been a good part of it.
That would have been sick, actually. Wow.